Taylor Watch.
Welcome back to another episode of Taylor Watch. Happy Thursday.
Happy Thursday, everybody.
Hope everybody's having a lovely Taylor week,
Tay
Showgirl week,
yes.
however you want to say it. We, of course, are, and we are so excited for this episode. We've been looking forward to it all week. We will be breaking down all of the songs from the life of a showgirl, lyrics included.
Yep.
Very, very pumped about that. And we hope that everybody's had a little bit of time to digest them before we do this. We'll be listening to voicemails and hearing all your thoughts on the songs, et cetera, et cetera. And I'm just really looking forward to getting into it. And I do, Gio, wish it were a little later in the afternoon. It's around 2:30 when we're recording this right now. I wish it was 5 o'clock because I'm looking, this Pink Whitney's looking at me funny.
Listen.
It's giving me a side eye saying, drink me.
Ooh, you're talking about lyrics? Don't you
Our
want to
number
take a
one
little
bestie.
shot before you get into it?
They
Yes.
always want us to.
We
Shout
love
out.
Pink Whitney so much. Obviously, we talk about it every single episode because they are the best. They got the big boys. They got the 20-shot buckets, the medium handles, anything for your at-home bar, pre-gaming with your friends, whatever it is, Pink Whitney has got you covered. And if you're going to have a little album listening party with your besties, you're going to want to show up with Pink Whitney, Pink Shimmering Skies. Love it so much. So take your shot with Pink Whitney.
That is a great comparison. The summertime spritz.
Pink
Whitney.
skies. Yeah.
Summertime Pink Whitney.
Yeah.
You can call me honey if you want. Somebody
that.
said we put up our little edit of us having a good time set to canceled, and someone said I like my Pink Whitney sour.
I love
like
that.
So
That's
shout
funny.
out. Big shouts for that. We just got a text from our bestie Olivia saying
Oh.
that she'll be in town in a couple weeks.
Oh my God.
Ooh, and she said that she'd like to come on the pod. Yes.
Hell yeah, totally.
We'll get back to her after. That's
Yes.
fabulous. Love. So anyway, shout out to Pink Whitney. Love you forever. And let's see. Let's get into a couple of things. Of course, last we recorded, it was Monday afternoon. So it was pre-Fallon, pre-Ryan Seacrest, pre-Zane Lowe. And then we just have a couple of other things to discuss.
Yes.
The first being Fallon. Fallon was just absolute gangbusters.
It was amazing.
So good.
She looked
Oh,
amazing.
Please.
That dress.
Did we figure? Did our girl? Did Sarah
Taylor Swift
post?
styled?
Yeah.
I'm
sure.
Assume yes.
Yes, of course she did. It is a let's see. Ooh, I don't know this brand. Giuseppe Di Morabito
Ooh.
is the style. It's a crystal embellished mini dress. $2,000.
Yep.
Not that bad honestly for Taylor Swift.
Honestly,
She's got Jimmy Choo's on.
she really likes that brand, Annie's Ibiza.
I also love
Yeah,
Annie's
so do
Ibiza. I almost got so they had a dress for a while that was like, it looked like Midnight's, and I almost ordered it for Miami, but you have to order them like custom made, like they make each dress,
wow.
and it was going to take too long. It was also exorbitant. It's like literally $2,000,
Wow.
but like it's a really, they really take care of their stuff, you know? Like they're very, good
they
brand.
put a lot of thought.
Yeah.
But it's because it just says that her glittering dress appears to be this draped mini, which happens to retail on Annie's Ibiza, so she often returns to for sparkling cocktail attire.
Yes.
And
she wore her birthday's dress was
Annie's Ibiza,
Annie's
right?
Ibiza
Yeah.
as well. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Forever
I
ago.
took birthday inspiration from Taylor last year, so I think I'm definitely going to take birthday inspiration from Taylor this year with this dress because
Absolutely.
I'm obsessed with
it's
this dress.
it's kind of reminding me a little of her Grammys dress as well, the way it's draping.
For sure.
You know how that kind of had like a drapey effect to it?
Yeah.
Legs are on point. Oh, I just hope I gotta start like, using the brush with the shimmer for my everyday.
right?
You know what I mean? Like it's time. Why aren't we using why aren't we
Body
glowing
glitter.
our
I
bodies
know.
up, you know?
Because every time I do it, I'm like everyone knows I'm wearing body glitter.
For sure. And also I worry about sitting on stuff. I'm
Yeah,
like, I'm going to
that's
leave
true.
body glitter everywhere I go.
Yeah.
Or like, not even just the glitter, like the tan.
Yeah, like
that you-
glow,
that you,
body
like-
glow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, she looks incredible. And can I just, bravo, Jimmy. Bravo,
Yeah,
Jimmy.
he did a good job.
For being so sweet and so nice and clearly a friend of Taylor's. She
Yeah.
was so comfortable talking to him. And the rumor mill was going and said that she did the longest interview that they've ever done on Fallon, I think, something along those lines, 45 minutes.
Yeah.
Not all of it was shown on TV. People were a little confused by that. At the end of every segment before they went to commercial, they put at the bottom of the screen being like, for the full interview, go to fallon.tonightshow.com, whatever it was. So if you are seeing clips or quotes or something that you didn't see before, it's from the YouTube video, the full length one, if you're looking for that. But they talked about a million different things.
Yep.
Let's see. They talked about the album itself.
Yep.
You know, everybody loves the album. Jimmy loves the album, et cetera, et cetera. They talked about the Super Bowl stuff. That I thought was maybe the most interesting.
Yeah, for sure. They played a game. They were a little confused on like what the game rules were. Basically, it was like he's gonna list a bunch of rumors and she has to confirm like what are true and what isn't.
Yeah.
And the first one being that she like did not or she turned down the Super Bowl because of all these reasons because you know the copyright or sorry
she was
wants
demanding
the rights.
demanding the rights and whatever that fucking loser was saying.
And she put that rumor to bed.
Yep.
She was like, and you know I don't want to toot my own
No,
horn.
you did, Gia. This was you. You called
Toot,
this.
toot.
I'm over here. I'm over here, sad clown. Like I was so wrong, and you were correct about this.
I just, you know, I was always putting myself in her shoes, and I just felt like if I was in her shoes, it would be way too much pressure and superstition. So yeah, it turns out to be true. She was like, yeah, the guy I love is on the field. He's getting hit left and right, like, and I'm thinking about my choreo. Like, that was very funny.
I was dying at that when she was like, so babe, like, what do you think about my choreo? Like, should I do curl summer into shake it off? Or and it was just like mimicking what she would be talking about.
Which
and
was very funny.
Hilarious. She's so funny.
Another rumor that she dispelled was from Dumois saying that Poop Moi saying that she
hate
literally
those liars,
that she was seen in Florida walking a mysterious dog in the neighborhood, blah blah blah. She was like, yeah, that's just not true at all.
And Jimmy was laughing at that too. It was like, I think they were calling it mystery dog, right? Taylor's walking a mystery dog. She was like, what are you talking about? And she said, I was not walking a dog in Florida, nor I don't think have I ever walked a dog, which is hilarious.
Very funny.
And yeah, I mean that makes sense. She's a cat. She's a cat lady. You know what I mean? Why would she be walking a dog around the burbs of Florida? Yeah, it's ridiculous. So that was funny to be debunked. There were a couple others that she debunked. She wrote it down.
Oh, the Ed. That he didn't know about their engagement.
Oh, that was true.
Yes, which was true, which was very funny. And he commented on the clip and was like, "Hi, it's Ed from his allotted iPad time. This is true, actually," which was very funny. Because she was like, he doesn't have a phone.
Well, she explained, I feel like it's now become like pretty common knowledge that Ed Sheeran does not have a phone and he only communicates on email. Yeah. And so I feel like multiple stars have had this same same issue with trying to get in contact with Ed. And so, but I was dying at her being like, yeah, we got engaged and I'm going through my phone, my messages the last month or so, people I've been talking to, who we're going to FaceTime call, whatever. And then the news comes out and I'm like, we forgot to call Ed.
Yeah.
Dying
very
at that.
Funny.
So
she's
real.
like, it's so annoying. You have to email him, set up a time for a FaceTime call.
And that is annoying.
That is annoying.
Like, sorry, but yeah, sometimes you're not going to hear the breaking news until you can catch his Instagram if you're going to be hard to get a hold of.
So funny. And then the last one was that she made a joke at Selena's wedding during the speech that Selena beat her to the aisle. Yeah. And she was like, in what world would I make my speech for Selena about me?
No. Yeah. She was like, I made a joke about our clothes when we were younger. 2008. Yeah. And light colored jeans and whatever. And she's like, no, but I did not make it about me. As much as people wish that Taylor makes everything about herself. Right. She did not. She just is supportive. I feel like there was one more. Wasn't there 5?
I can't remember.
It was fake, whatever it was.
Yeah, I can't remember the last one.
But I think that I liked that. At first, when Jimmy was introducing it, I was like, oh no, this is going to be weird.
I know.
And he was doing a bad job of explaining. He was like laughing.
He was doing a terrible job.
Jimmy Fallon's always like laughing while explaining something. And so it's just like, it was hard to get his vibe. But I think the idea was for Jimmy to guess which one was real and fake. And for Taylor to just kind of sit there and wait. And then she ended up going through all of them, which I thought was good.
Yeah, which is great.
It is so crazy sometimes, like what we see online. And people just, I mean, especially the Super Bowl thing, like, what a blatant fucking thing to make up by that guy. Like that random like gossip guy. Yeah. What? Yeah. Like you just, where did that come from?
I just don't understand the audacity to just be like, actually, you know what? Today I'm going to make up a rumor about Taylor Swift and spread it throughout the world.
That's fucking nuts. And it's going to be so frustrating, like as Taylor, to see that shit. So
but
annoying.
I was, like you said, nervous. I was like, uh-oh, this could go in a weird way. But I think all the rumors that they picked were like very respectful, funny.
I felt the same. Yeah. I felt the same. She also explained that something new that we never, I don't know how this has never come up before, but that the night before a new album release, she listens to her last album in full. So that means on October 2nd, she's listening to all 32, whatever,
Yeah.
31 songs on Torture Poets.
Which is
Ugh.
so like, I don't know.
What a slog.
It kind of gives me chills a little bit.
too,
like
me
just
too.
because to me,
It's sweet.
yeah, it's very sweet. And to me, I don't know if. To me, I just always pictured in my head that like once Torture Poets was out, she put it out and then kind of like buried it in
It was like,
the
fuck
grave
this.
almost,
Yeah.
and let's move on. So like the fact that she like revisited that time in her life and went through it, I love that because it's a good time for reflection of like all the stuff that I went through and like what a contrast of where I was and where I'm at now. I'm sure that was like a really interesting, satisfying feeling for her to be like, finally, like I'm out of this mud that I was in.
Completely. And I think she said something too, is like she listens to it all so she can get past it. And she said that also in a different interview. I think we said about it on Monday, where she sometimes will write, as soon as she writes about something, it helps her get past it. So I like that she has these different steps that help her to move through her life and her emotions, because obviously her art and her writing and this music, yes, it's for entertainment purposes, yes, it's for the fans, yes, it's for her, whatever, but she also has been very clear about it being cathartic for her to get these emotions out, or to channel these emotions into a story that she's created, or a song directly about her life, anything along those lines. And I think that it's I guess it's kind of like going back and reading, say you write in your diary and then you read it a year later and you're like, oh, how do I feel now? It's like basically the same thing and same idea. And it's crazy that we've never known that.
Never known that.
Now.
At the end of the day, she's
like
just like us.
She's just
listening
like us.
to
Because that's
the
what I
last-
did, by the way.
same.
That's what we both did.
Wait,
It's
also someone had a
hilarious.
really good question about that. They were like, do you think she listened to 1989 Taylor's version or Midnight's before Torture Poets came out?
Oh, definitely Midnight's.
Yeah,
Definitely
right?
Midnight's.
Because that's not like...
Yeah, why would she...
Because technically that was the last album she put out.
Yes, but I think no way.
Yeah.
I think that album, the only reason that
'Cause that's not
1989
like
TV
her-
exists is because of, you know what I mean? Like
Like that's too far in the past almost. It's not like...
I would say recording 1989 TV would be the equivalent of like listening to it again years later. You know what I mean?
That's
Like
true.
she's bringing it back up again, kind of dredging it. You know what I mean? Like, no, I think Midnight's for
Yeah.
sure. Which, God, I put Midnight's on last night a little bit. God damn, that album is good.
So
It's just so good.
fucking
I'm just kind of like
good.
clicking through her stuff because Midnight's, I feel, has a lot of, or I feel like Showgirl has a lot of Midnight taste to it. Like some of the songs remind me of songs from Midnight's, like Glitch and Question, and a few of them just kind of, I don't know, the sounds are similar that I really, really like, and I just wanted to kind of go back and forth. And God, just Midnight's is Lavender Haze.
Yeah.
And not enough love for Lavender Haze.
So good. Oh
Not
my
enough love for all of
God.
them. But she did mention in her, I believe it was Zane Lowe, or it might have been Ryan Seacrest. It's hard to keep track because, again, she really is doing a lot of press, and it's wonderful.
And she's kind of saying like similar things over and over again.
Yeah. So somewhere in the ether, she had mentioned that Midnight Rain was inspired by events in high school. Which I love.
I love
Me
that.
too.
Yeah.
And it makes total sense. I can't remember, and you know, I'm sure the trolls will correct me if I'm wrong, but when Midnight's came out, I don't believe that I felt personally like Midnight Rain applied to anyone because of the lyric. It's like she was, you know, chasing that fame. You stayed the same all autumn, you know, whatever. I was about to do the wrong words again. Autumn leaves changed like midnight rain. That's not the words.
Yeah.
I'll
Autumn
never
leaves,
forget those words. But you know, like the theme of it kind of makes sense is in reference to someone or some, you know, a character who is focused on her career and being you know, being famous and working really hard and whatever, and someone else not really appreciating that. That's kind of the vibe I get from Midnight Rain. But it doesn't really fit in a box to anybody, you know?
Yeah, for sure. I kind of always thought that like maybe it was about Joe.
Yeah.
But like I always thought that was kind of a stretch.
Agreed, yeah.
But yeah, exactly what you were saying. The grittiness of like what that person wants is definitely like, it just doesn't apply. I just can't see it like where it applies anywhere. But I love that she said that because that song to me is like the drama of high school. And I love that she's like, I always take inspiration and stuff, because that's the time from high school, because that's the time in your life when you're so dramatic and you feel everything and everything's the end of the world. And you can you definitely feel that in Midnight Rain. Like, he was sunshine, I was midnight rain, he wanted comfortable, I wanted that pain. Like, that's so high school to me.
It's
like
so high school. But it's also so, I have chills even from, wait, by the way, speaking of chills, I took a photo. I meant to send it to you yesterday. Look at I was almost posting it, but I was like, I don't know if this is weird. I was listening. I went to I was getting my life together yesterday. So I went to Trader Joe's, and on the way back coming inside, I was listening to Eldest Daughter, and I was just like sobbing, obviously, but something in it started, look at the goosebumps on my leg.
Oh my God, that's hilarious.
I was like, oh my fucking God, both legs, like just top to bottom goosebumps. But yeah, that's how I feel too with like a Midnight Rain or something that references an emotional time in your life. And she's right. Nothing is more emotional than high school.
Yeah.
And everything feels like the end of the world. And I think that's also a direct quote of what she said. But I think that it's so interesting now hearing her explain so many of the songs, which is another thing I want to get into. Hearing her explain them, it not only does it like reaffirm, I think, how we feel about the songs always, and our interpretations are pretty close to reality, but it also shows that maybe they were inspired by a real event or something, a feeling or whatever, but ultimately they still are stories. Like, they're still not on the nose exactly what happened in real life, or if at all.
Totally. And that's kind of how I feel about Ruin the Friendship. I think people are trying to like specify that this song is about, Jeff Lang or someone specific in high school. And I don't think that it's specifically about one person. I think it's just about the feeling that she went through, that or like something in life that invoked this feeling of what is very similar to the story that she's telling in Ruin the Friendship. And I think that is the same with Midnight Rain. Yeah. Like, sometimes the songs maybe don't have like a direct person that they're about, just more about the feeling. And the idea. Yeah. The idea that, because even Midnight Rain, like I love Midnight Rain because not only in sound, but I like the message behind it. I like the idea of I'm with someone. I'm chills again. I'm with someone. I like them so much, but they want a specific version of me. Yeah. And that's not who I am. And I think that theme itself is something really exciting. Totally. So just really cool stuff. But what I wanted to say about the explaining of the tracks and stuff, we obviously literally went to the movie theater to hear her explain these songs. But I'm starting to feel bad that Taylor has to go on every single radio show and explain so in depth the intricacies of these songs. Like, she's explaining sarcasm to people, and they're like, "Oh," and I'm like, "Are you what? Like, are you okay? Open the schools for real." Legit. And maybe we're just lucky and we're smart and we just get it, or maybe we're just in tune to how Taylor writes and whatever. And maybe I'm being, I'm looking my nose down at somebody for not understanding, but I just feel like some of the things she's seemingly had to explain, and she's doing it with grace. Like, she's not doing it in an annoying way or a way where it's like, oh, I can't believe you guys didn't get this. Didn't get it. Like, meanwhile, by the way, I would be. I'd be like, are you fucking stupid? Like, that's why she's so much better than me. But it's like, she's explaining Eldest Daughter and how the beginning is satirical and kind of said with an eye roll and whatever. And I'm like, how did you not know that? Yeah. Like, how do people not know Father Figure's another one? People are really having a hard time grasping the point of view change in it. And it's like, I just don't know how. And maybe I'm being like an elitist East Coast bitch, but sorry. No. That's what I am. So I don't know. Do you see what I mean? I feel that way for sure. And it's like, even with my friends, like, they're like people are unexpectedly dumb. No. And I'm like, oh my God, I didn't know you were, I'm sorry. I know we're besties, but you're dumb? I know. Oh my goodness. I thought I had smart friends. You stupid? Useless? Or what is it? Slow? Yeah. We're exactly what you said. Like, we're talking about Eldest Daughter, and like my friend's like, I just hate like that she's using the lyrics like trolling and memes. Like, like that's the whole point. I know. And it's like, it's supposed to give you that feeling of fuck, I hate this. Yeah. But I guess I don't know, but shouldn't complain, because I guess there are people in this world that need the over explanation, and if Taylor is willing to give it and people are willing to listen, and then it changes their mind about how they maybe previously saw it, sure, fine. Yeah. Like, I know I saw people saying they don't like they really wanted to like Eldest Daughter, but hate it for the opening reasons, trolling and memes, etc. And that they also don't like the part where she's like, I'm not a bad bitch, this isn't savage. And that part like literally makes me cry. I love that line. Like, I don't know why, because I guess
I don't know. Maybe some girls are more secure than me, but
Yeah.
it's like, of course, like you try so hard to be a bad bitch and a
Yeah.
savage, Meg the Stallion style, and it's like but deep down, it's like, no, I'm soft and scared, and
Yeah.
like, please, baby me a little bit because I've never been baby. Like I feel
Yeah.
like that's kind of the vibe I get from that. It's like I'm not so tough, but I feel like the people who are like, I don't like that. It's like, all right, well, maybe look inward,
Yeah.
and realize and show your vulnerability a little
Yeah.
bit, because if you've never felt that way, you've never felt like you've put on this air and tried to be cool and have just failed at it over and over
Yeah.
again. Like I don't know, that to me is like, duh.
No,
Again.
I completely agree. I feel like it throws people off maybe because it's like so literal.
Yeah, maybe.
And when I heard it, like to me, it always felt like she's using these terms because they're like common terms just used in music. Like
completely.
be a bad bitch, be a savage. Like
Exactly.
we're gonna shake our ass, have a good time.
Right.
Like, all this stuff. And I just I like that she's using that because I do feel like, every once in a while you want to be soft.
Of course. Yeah. And so she actually, on Fallon, they did a little bit of live listening with the audience. A little bit. They listened to the whole album, as far as I can tell. But they were talking about, wait, I just lost my train of thought. Shit. They were talking about
Eldest daughter.
Wait. Oh no, wow. I really left me in real time. We were talking about eldest daughter.
Bad bitch, savage.
Oh, yes. She explained that, and she was specifically talking about the fate of Ophelia and how, swear your loyalty to me, myself, and I, whatever, and then goes into your hand, your team, your vibes. She was like, I love the juxtaposition. I think we talked about this on Monday. Juxtaposition of literary terms with modern terms together. And I think that eldest daughter is another really good example of that.
100%.
It's like, we know she's smart. We're not. There has to be a reason she's using these lyrics, and it's of a different tone. So we'll get into all of it, obviously, when we break down the songs individually.
Yeah.
But speaking of the movie, biggest box office hit in AMC distribution history.
Crazy.
So exciting. Only out for 3 days.
Yeah, that's wild. Did you see that little snippet? I don't know where it came from, but people were talking about how like Searchlight, the movie that she's doing with Searchlight, is like on pause for a while, and they're like not sure like when it's gonna start up and going again. And they were like, but they're like, and they don't care at all because they know the pull that she has. Like,
no one's worried.
She can do one day of promo and it'll blow up. So like, it doesn't matter. It's crazy. 3 days in the box office. And I also read that like, I don't know, apparently a bunch of like movie heads were pissed because like,
well, of course,
she didn't do any promo or anything.
Of course.
And she just blew it out of the water, and it's just awesome.
She said on, I think Seacrest, maybe Zane Lowe, they were complimenting, I know it was Seacrest, they were complimenting the box office and the success and whatever, and she mentioned how hard they worked on the music video and how that is really why she wanted it to be in theaters, because she's like, we work so hard on these music videos and so many different artists work so hard on their music videos. Don't you think that they deserve to be shown on a big screen? And she was like, I feel like more artists should do this and should have their things, premiered in theaters. And I bet we see a surge in that. If artists are smart, I think that they will do a similar thing. Like Ariana Grande, she's got that.
Yeah.
I told you, she has those the
short films, right?
Yes,
like the short music videos.
Sorry, Eternal Sunshine, the album that just came out recently. She came out with the deluxe version, and all of the songs in the deluxe version have little videos for them, and they're all on YouTube. But I feel like they were not advertised well enough. They are so good. They make the songs seem 10 times better. It's very much storytelling. It's like sad, emotional. Ariana's obviously in the mall. It's amazing. I would have watched, it's probably all put together like 30 minutes, maybe 20 minutes. I would have seen that in the movie theater without question.
Yeah.
And I'm positive that all the Ariana Grande stands would have done the same.
For sure.
So I guess it really depends on like
on the artist.
Yeah, like how rabid your fans are. But to have like a one day in a theater where really the overhead is not much and they're just playing it on a loop for a couple hours, whatever.
Yeah.
Why not?
I do feel like you have to be an established.
Totally.
Like Ari.
Oh, yes.
Yeah,
have to
like
be
Taylor.
have to be one of the big guns. Yeah.
I can't even imagine how much money it is
to
do that. Like have your stuff
I feel
in the theater.
Not that much. Like it doesn't.
think?
Yeah. Like it. I can't imagine it's that. Especially if it's a short run like that. It'd be one thing if it was like keep this movie in theaters for a month and a half. It's like then the movie theater is you're wasting space and whatever. But for like a Friday, Saturday,
for sure.
One theater. And there's 5 times each day.
Yeah.
Why not? Couple extra bucks. Real fans get to see it on the screen. It's just it's something interesting to consider.
For sure.
And I like that Taylor always has that faith in other artists to be able to do the same thing as her. She's like, if I do it, you can do it, you know? So I like that. Let's see what else. Selena shared, Selena Gomez, a little Instagram. Selena, our friend. Selena Gomez shared a little Instagram carousel full of cutie wedding stuff, and one of them included a video that Taylor Swift herself had taken of the two of them in a mirror, her getting ready, getting her final touches with her veil, etc. Taylor wearing just like a fucking gorgeous Oscar rented dress.
And did you see that it's sold out?
Yeah, of course it's
People
sold
are
out.
like, where are these Swifties getting this money? Like, what the fuck?
It's
like,
my girl Becca Bloom, probably.
Legit.
She's buying it all up. God.
It's so crazy.
I bet there aren't that many of them, you know?
No, that's true. They probably only had like, one in stock.
You know?
Yeah.
Totally.
It was such a beautiful dress.
Gorgeous.
So beautiful. So Taylor also. And yeah, that video was so cute. I'm very happy for Selena. I thought it was very cute that like Taylor was the one friend allowed in the room with the phone and stuff. It's very cute and
really sweet.
And it's very sweet on Fallon. She said that Selena was the last person she texted, which was cute too.
Oh,
yeah.
They're just such good friends. I love how like genuine friends they are. Yeah. You know, it's just sweet. She also said she was asked on, I think, was it Fallon? About Belly and Jeremiah and...
No, I don't know if it was
that might have been,
or not.
I don't know which one that was on, but Taylor was asked, are you team Conrad or team Jeremiah? Obviously amidst all the Summer I Turned Pretty stuff. And she avoided the question like a pro and said, I'm team Belly.
She said, I'm team Summer I Turned Pretty.
Yes. Yeah. Oh, yes. But I thought that she also said Belly.
Oh, I don't know.
Because she was like, it's basically Belly's diary or something. And then she was like, it's just so clearly from her point of view, like how the songs fit in and whatever. But it sounds like she loves it. People were accusing her of not watching the show.
Right.
Did you see that?
I mean, I don't know. Travis had no idea who Conrad and Jeremiah
I thought that
were.
was a lie. I thought he was messing around. That video of him and
he's like,
what? And walks away.
I thought he was being serious.
Oh, I thought he like definitely knew.
Oh, I don't know.
And just didn't want to talk about it.
She said, I'm team Summer I Turned Pretty because when I tell you the show has completely used my music in such a thoughtful, beautiful way for moments in Belly's life. I feel like my music comes from inside her mind. So I'm with her no matter what she goes with. So yeah, she's just avoiding if she's Team Conrad or
But you know
Team
what?
Jeremiah.
And you know what that tells me is that she's in the same camp that I am, where she was Team Jeremiah for a long time, and then it was like, well, I guess Conrad, you know, because you feel bad for Jeremiah, but you can't say that, you know, like if Taylor Swift was like, you know, I like Conrad, but I feel bad for Jeremiah, everyone would be like, what the fuck, you know?
Yeah.
You can't like both. So I think that was a very diplomatic answer, but hilarious.
The first reply is her ass did not watch that shit. Crying emoji. That's so funny. I mean, I wouldn't be that surprised if she never watched it.
I think I would be just because of the amount of her own songs that are in it. I feel like she'd want to see like
for sure.
You know what I mean?
Like,
literally 26 of her own songs.
Yeah.
Like, maybe not from, you know, maybe not since season 1.
Yeah.
But I mean, she says herself she rots. She loves a bed rock.
That's true.
So who knows? I just feel like if 26 of my songs were in a show, I'd probably be like, what's this all about?
That's very true.
You know what I mean?
That's very true.
Just to see. Let's see, wait. Looking for more Fallon stuff. We've got, in the Zane Lowe interview, he brought up the line that she writes, cautious discretion, and then references the image of her in the convertible driving away from the Chiefs game with Travis.
Yeah.
So cute. And says that that's what he thinks of when he hears the fact that she's like dropped her cautious discretion. And she said that it's all her family has ever wanted for her.
Yeah,
like
that's
looking at
so
that photo.
cute.
Which is, could you imagine?
So cute.
I bet they have it framed somewhere. I hope they do.
Well, I remember when like that happened and
of course.
everybody lost their minds. Like, you throw your head back laughing like a little kid. Like
literally.
Everybody was using that line when they saw those videos. She just looked so happy and
literally the getaway
like
car.
A little kid. It was really cute. And yeah, I was really, really happy to know that, or I was surprised to see like that photo being referenced. And yeah, it's a perfect example. And I love that she said like her family said multiple times, like, this is all we wanted for you.
Absolutely.
Which is so sweet.
Everyone's just everyone just wants the best for her. We love, and as do we. Something else funny that we learned from one of the radio hosts, I believe it was Hits Radio, but I'm not sure. One of the ones in the UK that Taylor did an interview with. they were allowed to hear 7 of the songs ahead of time. But the way they were able to hear it, and this is like a total peek behind the curtain, and they were like, we're not even sure if we're supposed to say this.
Yeah.
But I actually think it's interesting, and like, why
So
not?
interesting.
Why wouldn't you be able to? So they were working with Taylor's team ahead of time, Tree specifically, and she came to a location to wherever they all were with an iPod and a multi-jack where you could put like multiple headphones in, and played them 7 of the songs.
I'm so obsessed
so
with
they
that.
could like prep for the interview.
I just picture Tree
Me
walking
too.
in, black sunglasses, and
being
a black
like,
box.
all right, let's get down to business.
She puts in the code 1313. Now. Yeah, she's like,
spy
is
music.
the room secure?
Yeah. Do-do-do. And it's like her walking in with like the briefcase.
Yeah.
She opens it up and it's
Has
an
everyone
iPod.
been prepped? Yeah.
Yeah.
And like there's like steam coming out. It's like,
Yeah. She has to use like one of those things to pull it out.
yeah.
Like it's nitrogen or whatever.
Yeah. A box inside of a box inside of a box. That's so funny.
I just love that.
I love that.
And that does really answer a question for me, because I was wondering,
You
like,
gotta do what you gotta do.
you gotta do what you gotta do. But
protect.
I wondered, you have to do what you have to do to protect. So I love that. But I wondered how so many of those interviewers were able to prepare, because, you know, you think about us one of these days when Taylor decides to call in, but you think about, what if you get the call and it's like you got 5 minutes. It's like, how do you know what to ask? What do you ask, especially when you don't know what's going to be on a new album? And so it is funny to know that those people did have a little bit of a leg up, and they were able to hear a couple things. So it made me feel better, because I was like, damn, these people are real journalists,
right?
And they are just
being
they know
able
all
to
the
do it
right
without
shit.
listening to the music.
Yeah,
I feel like that's like kind of impossible.
Totally.
Yeah.
So it makes sense. It's more real to me knowing that
On
they
the
at least
encrypted
got
iPod.
that. Yes. So love that.
Yeah,
And
love
you gotta protect your neck.
I think
always.
it's an iPod Nano, iPod Touch.
Has to be.
Yeah.
Probably a touch.
Yeah.
I feel like, do they even make?
I don't even know,
I don't even know
if
what
they
kinds
make,
they make
like
anymore.
a modern, like if they even. Yeah, I
You
wonder.
know what it made me want to do though is like get an iPod.
Oh,
I
for
was like, should I get
sure.
an iPod?
That would be so nice to listen to music without like going on your phone.
Right, and just not have it, which I do all the time. Well, who knows? I'm Miss Apple today because I bought a new laptop. So I'm like, maybe when I go pick it up, I'll get an iPod while I'm there. How much could they be? $50, $80?
No,
Like,
I don't even think that they've
gotta be
sell
so
an
cheap.
iPod. Like,
I need to
wait,
know.
do they? iPod.
they definitely still do, but I wonder, because people like runners and stuff.
iPod.
iPad, iPhone, Watch, Vision, AirPods, TV and home, entertainment. Maybe they don't.
Yeah, I don't think they do on Amazon. Yeah, like it's only
Wow.
AirPods.
They really don't.
Yeah.
They really don't have just an iPod.
You can buy an Apple iPod Touch for $100.
Hell yeah. I might.
Oh wow.
I might.
But they have like such bad reviews. Like these are like
Well, they're probably all from 2010.
Yeah.
You know? Probably sooner than that.
damn.
Right? Because when did they stop making? You know who I'll have to ask is Jeff D. Lowe. He knows everything. I feel like I bring up Jeff on every podcast. He watches like all the Apple, events.
Right.
So he would know. Let me text him right now.
The iPod was
Do they
such
still
a
make
fucking
iPods?
Yeah.
I'm gonna ask him.
I don't think so. I really don't think so.
Do they still make
'Cause
iPods?
I think they're just trying to push the iPhone
No,
so
of
much.
of course. From a business sense,
Yeah.
it makes sense to retire the iPod. But wow. So anyway, Tree's running around with an iPod, making sure that everybody is prepared for their interviews with Taylor, and we love that.
Love.
We also have. She did say she whacked us all again. Said
Yep.
reputation stands. Sit the fuck down.
Yeah,
You're
she
so
whacked us
annoying.
hard.
I literally hate your guts at that, and that's a quote. No, she didn't say that, obviously. But I'm trying to find the one where she says it outright.
She said so many Swifties were waiting for the Taylor's version of Reputation. Oh, this was the question. Because you add songs from the Vault to the re-record, so what happens to those? Does that mean your 13th album will be called The Vault, and that's how you present those songs to the fans? She said, this is so funny because we just had a new album come out, and I'm so in that moment. And like, I feel like this moment is a pretty fantastic one. We've got release parties in movie theaters. We got people getting together. We've got people doing club night celebrations of this album being out, and I'm so proud of it. And then
I've got this big one.
yeah.
I'll read the big one. All right. It says, so I love that you have to understand how much Reputation has pleasantly surprised me over the years, because when that record came out, I was like, I love this album so much. And when it came out and it just got thrown into a fire.
Yeah.
It was 2017 or so. She says, it was like a really crazy moment for me. And I love this album, but it's but it's just getting blown to bits. This is talking about 2017. And then you see it over the years. People have now decided that it's their favorite of my albums, which is the coolest feeling in the world. Again, go back, trust your gut, what you feel, right? And so now the people are like, where are the vault tracks? Where are the vault tracks? It's pretty exciting. I love how she uses, it's just exciting.
It's exciting.
You
like,
could
yeah,
say it's annoying.
Yeah.
You could say it's annoying. It's pretty exciting because that always was the album where I was like, that was my favorite. And I felt like it didn't really get a fair swing of it. And so now that they're like, we love that album, we want more of it. It's lovely. It's wonderful. But there's nothing coming from Reputation anytime soon. Now,
Womp, womp.
that could be taken one of two ways. And so that could be taken one of two ways. Either she's a total fucking liar or she's telling the truth. And that's up to interpretation.
Yeah, I
hope
think
she's
it's so
lying.
funny how she was like, yeah, like you guys like fucking hated this album for such a long time, and now all of a sudden you want the vault track so bad.
No, it's hilarious.
It's very funny.
By the way, immediate response from Jeffy Lowe. Yes, you can buy an iPod Touch.
Oh, okay.
Well, I just browsed the website and didn't see one. So
Good to know.
anyway,
But yeah,
yes.
she's kind of just like, hey, listen, like I just put an album out. Like, let's focus on this. We got the movie theaters, we got the dance parties. Let's focus on this.
Without question. And
Yeah.
here's the thing is like, of course we're excited about the album. Of course we're excited about all this stuff. But you know that we've all got our noses on still. Like we barely have taken them off since the last time we were clowning. And like we had plenty of reasons to clown. And then she's throwing a lot of snakes and stuff at
Yeah.
us. Like I feel baited. I feel rep baited.
Damn, like Zendaya baited with the first Dune.
Yes, literally, yes.
That's
like,
crazy.
Yes, that is so funny. That reference is so funny. But yes, I feel that way. Like as if there were maybe some winks and stuff. And if that's all it was, then that's all it was. But I don't feel stupid.
No, you
for
shouldn't,
clowning
because
a
I think a
little.
lot of people were clowning with you,
Yes.
not at you.
Not at me,
And
right? With me, not at
Yeah,
me.
and I was too a little bit, especially with the. Oh no, she's wearing the T necklace that has the rep lettering
font.
and everything. So like, definitely was a little tidbits of Easter eggs and stuff, but
There's snakes in those fake ass videos she's
Yeah,
making.
yeah.
It's just again, clowns. Those of us who have our antenna up already for it, it's for a reason.
Yeah, it just really seems like now. It just really seems like.
Well, it seems like no way. Now it seems like, hey, can you literally shut the fuck up? And I was like, fine.
Who knows when we're gonna get it at this point? Yeah.
I know, whatever. But she also said in one of the interviews that, and I wanted to read this because it's to the fans. She said, and to all the fans everywhere who are listening to this record right now and listening to the album, thank you so much. You have no idea how much you guys mean to me. This is just making me relive all the memories we had on that tour, and I'm just feeling pure joy right now. Thank you for everything, you guys, which is so sweet. She also said something about, oh no, we can read that later with the lyrics. Wait, there was one more thing I wanted to read.
Was
Hold on,
it
I'm looking.
Oh, about Reputation or
No, it was about
Easter eggs?
No, but we could talk about that. There are over 100 or so Easter eggs in the Fate of Ophelia music video.
Yeah. And I saw
Which is
someone made a
insane.
really good point. I think she was like, someone on Twitter was like, I think people are kind of misinterpreting what Easter egg really means. Like,
Yes.
to tailor an Easter egg doesn't mean that this shot glass in the corner of the room means that an album is coming out in 6 months. Like, it could literally just be an Easter egg to, like, what she's been referencing. You know what I mean? Like,
Totally.
the sourdough bread is an Easter egg, just, like, because she's been talking about sourdough bread. And, like, it's little things like that, like the little picture of Shellback and Max Martin and Taylor in like the background of the Ophelia music video when it opens up, like the little female rage movie poster. Like,
yeah.
Those are all little Easter eggs.
It's more
just like,
nods,
references.
references, nods to things that she's doing or has done, not necessarily a prediction of the future, which I do think, people have totally now Easter eggs are just like predictions for the future, and that's not necessarily how she operates.
Yeah.
So that was also good to know. Let's see. I'm so lost by what I was about to say.
Yeah, I wonder.
Bummer.
I'm sorry.
Oh well. Must have been a lie. So also in the Jimmy Fallon interview, 2 exit signs in the back. What does it all
Everyone's
mean?
DMing me. What's up with the exit? Because I posted on my story. I was like,
Right.
exit signs. I
Right.
was like, what does it mean?
None
I
of
don't
us
know.
None of us know.
No
but,
one knows.
They're in our faces
This
enough.
was the
it's making
time
me
that it was
question.
the most blatant, where I was like, holy fuck, that's something. Because So it's the cardigan merch video, the Target summertime spritz video. There's exit signs. There's exit signs in the pictures for the photo shoots for the album. And then this Jimmy Fallon one was the most blatant one I've ever seen, because most of the time they are actually exit signs like in the room where they're taking these videos. This for Jimmy Fallon was like those exit signs were placed blatantly and specifically where they were.
They created a set on Jimmy Fallon's stage that was essentially a high top table with the two of them sitting with fake podcast microphones, and they had a fake podcast background. And on either side of them were exit signs placed there on the shelves behind them.
So I have something, and if you don't want to hear this, cover your ears for 20 seconds.
Oh, you've got it.
Because I Googled. I don't have anything. I don't have any tea. I don't have anything.
Ooh, okay.
I just Googled like what is the tea with exercise. I wanted to read on Reddit, whatever.
Ooh, okay.
Apparently, there was a leak, and it references exit sign. I don't know if I can't remember if the song was called Exit Sign or if there was a lyric that was like, I ignored all the exit signs or something of that nature.
Oh shit. Okay. All right.
Okay, you can unplug
Come
your
back
ears.
in. Come back in.
Yeah, you can unplug your ears
what?
now. So yeah.
Usually we don't like a leak.
I don't
but
wanna,
listen.
but it's like.
But if the rumors are swirling in the streets,
I didn't listen. I saw it and I clicked out. I was like, no, I didn't want to see
don't
that.
look at that. Don't look at that.
Yeah.
All right. So don't search it. Don't
Don't
search it if you don't want to
Don't
know.
Google exit signs if you don't.
And we still don't even know really what that
potentially
means.
know what it means, because it literally could not be true at all. We never know.
Yeah.
Because I feel like something of that nature happened with maybe Torture Poets or with Midnights. I can't remember that they were saying that there was a leak of an extra song or something. Blah blah blah.
You mean
Oh, is it
Hope
Need?
that Travis makes it to the big game.
No, not the AI song, but that's so funny.
You mean the very real leak?
What was the fake Fortnite song?
I was like waiting on a fortnight.
Never made it clear, never made it right. I've been waiting here, going on a fortnight.
Honestly, fire.
Yeah, it kind of is a banger.
All the fake ass leaks are
so
funny.
that could be, something like that. Someone made an AI leak and people thought it was real.
Yeah, who knows?
But definitely keeping our eye out for Selena on the exit signs for sure.
That is so hilarious. Oh man. Interesting. Okay, because I do think at this point there's at least a tangible argument to be made.
The Fallon thing was 100%, because I was kind of on the seesaw a little bit, being like, well, every room needs an exit sign because that's just safety first, of course. Mm-hmm. But yeah, Fallon, I was like, no, that's a set, and they put those there specifically.
Totally. In other news, we have other people coming to Taylor's defense, and some who are not. First, we'll do the positive. Youngblood.
Yay!
Shout out to Youngblood.
Can I say something?
What?
I don't like Bill Maher.
Of course not. Bill Maher is a dickhead.
He's
always been a
curmudgeon
dickhead.
asshole.
He's always been that way. Literally always. And here's the thing though about Bill Maher.
And I like the Youngblood a lot too.
I love Youngblood. Here's the thing about Bill Maher. He's one of those guys. He's like a political talking head that ended up getting his own talk show and whatever. He's been around for years and years and years, and he flip flops on how he feels. Yeah. He's like a less offensive Tucker Carlson, and he sometimes says stuff where you're like, all right, yeah, that makes sense, and I'm glad you have this point of view, and you're not a total dickhead. And then other times he takes the stance of like this boomer ass old man, and he's like, nah, I just don't care about Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
It's like, as soon as you start having that tone when you're talking about Taylor Swift, I'm like, your opinion is invalid because there's hate behind it.
Grumpy gills.
Like, chill the fuck out. Yeah. But he started into trying to like, put that hate train out, which I know a lot of people do to start a conversation. I don't know why. Yeah. The conversation always has to start with hate. Yeah. And it's almost as if like everyone that wants to talk shit about Taylor Swift shows up and is like, prove me wrong. And it's like, no, I don't give a fuck. Yeah. I'm not gonna waste my time on you. Clearly you've made up your mind and you're just trying to like cause a stir.
Try to piss me off.
Major shouts to Youngblood.
Shout out.
For being like, you know what? No. Like I really like Taylor Swift. He talked about how
he's like, I like her music a lot.
Yeah.
My sisters love her.
His sisters love it.
And so when I hear her music, it always reminds me of my sisters.
Obsessed with that.
You're so cute for saying that, and I love you. And he was like, yeah, I love her. Like, she's a badass.
Love. And he has a new song out that actually I only know about because my mom loved it. My mom, he's got some new song, and she was like, have you heard Youngblood's new song? I was like, no, Mom, I'm not up to date on Youngblood. But he's great. I've said this before. He and the Kid Laroi, for some reason, look alike to me.
They do look a lot alike.
And then so does like Dukes, like our friend Dukes. Like all three of them are like long lost brothers.
For sure.
Believe.
Well, Youngblood is like the emo version of Kid Laroi. And then Kid Laroi is like the fuckboy version of Dukes.
Literally, yes, which is not far off.
Yeah,
because,
no, yeah.
You know, lacrosse, whatever.
Right.
Shout out to Dukes. We love you and miss you. But I'm happy to see a popular younger artist defending Taylor Swift, like when unprompted. You know what I mean? Like he could have been like, yeah, I don't know, and like moved on, but he like went out of his way to be like, no, I disagree with you, and she's great, and whatever. So shout out to him. Another shout in a bad way, shouting at, not shouting out.
Oh God.
CNN.
Oh my
What
fucking
the
God.
literal fuck is wrong with them?
No, seriously? Who allowed that?
So there are a lot
What
of
fool allowed that?
there are so many news outlets making headlines. Like we said, we're reliving Reputation. It's happening all over again. It's disgusting, whatever. But it's shocking to me that it really is like a copy paste from that time, and the internet especially. People are so desperate for clicks and views and whatever, and the most desperate of all at this point, CNN.
Yeah.
CNN and Pitchfork are tied 1 and 2.
Pitchfork, Christ.
Pitchfork is so fucking
But read
embarrassing.
the headline.
So this is one of the headlines that CNN has. It says, finally, everyone can say bad things about Taylor Swift. That was one. And then, wait, I need to find the other one.
The other one was very similar, but it was something like,
It says,
it's finally open season.
Yeah, it's finally open season on America's Sweetheart. Even the fans are finding Life of a Showgirl bad. And I'm like, are you fucking crazy?
That's
Like,
just-
are you insane?
No, it's
think about let's take the temperature of the country right now.
No,
And then let's
literally.
make a headline that says it's
open season
on America's Sweetheart. Are you on fucking crack?
It's actually
Are you
so
on crack
disgusting.
cocaine?
It's actually like whoever made that headline should be fired immediately. It's open season is a disgusting
It
way
says-
to invoke hate on somebody.
It's finally sorry, now I have the proper.
Yeah.
It's finally open season on America's Sweetheart. Even the fans are finding Life of a Showgirl rough going, which is just not true. It's obviously Facebook.
Yeah.
And then it's finally everyone can say bad things about Taylor Swift. The author is Corsica, Choire, first name, last name Sicha.
Well, fuck you.
That's the author.
Literally, fuck yourself.
I don't know who this person is.
Yeah.
And I hope you have a miserable rest of your fucking
Literally,
life.
I hope people
And
go
I
open
hope you get
season
fired
on
from
you.
CNN. I do. I really do.
It's just crazy. I just don't understand.
A 4-minute read too. Can you imagine? Like, what a fucking hater.
No, it's true that the verbiage is truly disgusting. It's especially like you said in this crazy political climate that we're in right now, to be like yeah, everybody, this is the go call to hate on this person so much for no reason. It's just disgusting. I don't understand how you could write an article like that and then call it professionalism.
Some of the people that they're citing, referencing, first person they talk about is Pitchfork, then they talk about Business Insider. None of these people are serious or relevant people.
Yeah.
But the opening is this. It says, even the most diehard Taylor Swift fan is being tested right now. This fandom is facing all kinds of harsh realities and online scorn from Swift's absolutely mercenary levels of multiple and expensive versions of physical media to a meh song that seems to be about her boyfriend, fiance, dickheads, Travis Kelce, being a sexual powerhouse. Then there's the reviews. Fans are also forced to confront the new album might not be great. Not all of her albums have been received rapturously upon release. 2024's Torture Poets received cruel to lukewarm reviews at its outset. This time, people are saying it loudly. I literally you can't say... If I could say what I truly feel on a podcast or in writing, I would. But you can't say that kind of shit. And I'm smart enough to know that. So this person should be smart enough to know not to write. It's open season on America's Sweetheart. Are you out of your fucking mind?
No, it's disgusting.
It is so mind-blowing. And listen, I'll go all the way back to when CNN had me on the news and that lady was a bitch. Like, remember when she was fucking rude to me and rolled her eyes about Taylor Swift?
Yeah.
CNN, if you don't want to cover Taylor Swift, you don't like Taylor Swift, then don't fucking write about her then. Don't do it. Don't bring the hate in. If you're so fucking serious of an outlet, then don't fucking write about it.
Yeah.
Get out of your ass.
Yeah, I thought that CNN. Yeah, I agree. I thought that CNN was supposed to be like this prestigious media outlet.
Well, that's what they think. That's what they think. And I've always spoke highly of CNN, thinking like, oh, okay, yeah, they're
for
legitimate,
sure.
Whatever. They're the better, the better of most
right.
serious news networks. But nope, sorry, you're dead to me now.
You're dead to me. Add them to the list.
Forget it. Add them to the list.
You guys are on the list with Billboard.
Unreliable source.
Yeah, fuck you.
Billboard. Who else?
Actually,
Dumas.
Dumas. Pitchfork. Like, legit go fuck yourselves.
Actually die.
I can't imagine being a human being that can type out that headline, be like, yeah, this fucking rocks, press post, like actually go fuck yourself.
Where is your moral
Karma
integrity?
is gonna
Where
come
is
for
your
you.
journalistic
No,
integrity?
yeah,
It's
exactly.
just embarrassing.
As a graduate from the Michigan State School of Journalism,
Tom.
I'm disgusted with these actions.
Repulsed.
Yeah.
As a communications minor,
Yeah.
I am absolutely floored by the
Appalled.
audacity from these
Yeah.
people.
Agreed.
Truly disgusting.
Ugh.
And so fuck them. Fuck them forever. They're on our list forever.
Yep.
I just and a lot of people are obviously sharing those headlines, etc. And they're still up. It's not like anyone's changed
Which is
them
crazy.
or anything like
I would
that.
think that they would have taken that down.
You'd
but
think it's absolutely zero foresight, inciting this rage, and I blame the majority of the media for doing this. I blame Pop Crave. By the way, fuck Pop Crave. It's like every once in a while I appreciate what they post because it's something I need to see or want to see, images, photos, movie trailers, whatever the fuck. Everything else, I don't know how many people run Pop Crave, but someone in there has just got a bad fucking taste in their mouth and a stick up their ass because all they do is highlight the bullshit and spoilers and just,
what did they do?
I
like,
don't even know.
Was it the Love Island finale or something?
Yes,
they
15
posted
minutes before the premiere
even
of the finale, they
started.
posted
Yeah.
the winner. Fucking idiots.
Yeah.
Like but what they'll do is that they'll then repost or repurpose a lot of this negativity, and I'm just waiting for the day that clicks and views and whatever, that like love gets more hate or something introspective gets more attention than hate. And it makes you think of like, this is so dumb and like probably juvenile in itself, but it makes you think of like Monsters Inc. You know, like Monsters Inc. It's like all they do is scream and scare kids, and it's their energy supply, and then they waste all this fucking time and they find out laughter is actually better. So let's all take a note from Monsters Inc. We were taught this as children. Laughter is worth more than tears.
No, literally, laughter is the best medicine.
It's fucking
That's
crazy.
so funny.
It's so real though, right?
It's right in front of our faces.
And like, and also, it's just, there's just so many
funny.
things I can reference that
Yeah.
happen to be cartoon worthy, but sometimes cartoons say it best.
No,
and
they
it's
really
just-
do.
I don't understand. I got hair right in my eyes. I just don't
Yeah.
understand like why people feel the need to do
it's
this.
Like the world that we live in is just like everyone wants to be hater.
I won't do it.
It's like the negativity trumps the positivity, and
It's
it sucks.
crazy. It's crazy. And I gotta and while we're on the while we're talking shit, how about you get your boyfriend to get a hold of his podcast over there, the Yak, talking shit.
Dude, I know.
Brandon Walker specifically. Fuck
Somebody
him,
sent
actually.
us a voicemail about it too.
Oh,
Well,
really? We should play it.
should I play it right now?
Yes, actually, yes.
It's
about like how
Yak,
they're mad?
yeah.
Let's go.
I popped off a little bit on Fishbowl yesterday.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Good.
Luckily,
good.
it didn't
I
get
was
clipped,
protecting my
which
peace all day
which
yesterday.
I was surprised by.
Oh, yeah, interesting.
But I was like, yeah, no, it's bullshit. Brandon Walker is like taking time out of his day to go to Taylor Swift's Genius website, go to the lyrics, screenshot the lyrics, then go into your photo app, click crop, go into that, crop
That's
it
so
into the lyrics,
embarrassing.
and then go and post that on Twitter because you wanted to make a point that Taylor Swift has funny lyrics.
Juvenile, Gia.
Juvenile. Like, fuck off. What's
So-
what's the term of juvenile? Like,
Oh,
I'm
it's
sure
pathetic.
Brandon Walker literally listens to straight like Applebee's on a late
Brandon
night
Walker's
with
music
the Oreo
taste is
shake.
not good, by the way.
Like,
I've heard him pop off about music. He likes old school, like country fusion, and that's fine for him. But it's not like he's the end all be all when it comes to music analyzing.
that's
you know,
what I'm
analyzing
and
music.
that's what I said on Fishbowl yesterday. I was like, those guys are pro rage baiters. They are
Absolute
so
pro.
good at rage baiting, especially when it comes to Taylor Swift.
Mm-hmm.
And I wanted to respond to that tweet so bad. It took everything in me not to,
Mm-hmm.
because there's no winning.
No, there's no winning, but here's something I'll expose. So all this is going on, right? And this is also in the wake, the conversations on the Yak are in the wake of Hank popping off on PMT saying that the album sucks, heard it was a flop, whatever. Again, rage baiting. They went on to talk shit about it, but they didn't really do too much.
Yeah.
Then they're talking shit about it on the Yak. I'm getting messages. Everybody's up my ass, blah, blah,
Yeah, I
blah.
was
And
getting
this is to
messages
show
too.
you both sides of the coin. And I don't think he'd be upset to say this. In the middle of the Yak, Dan, Big Cat, is texting me, is Taylor's new album good? And I said, just no trolling, nothing.
Yeah.
I said, yes, I actually think you'd love it. And he goes, okay, maybe I'll listen. That's the
That's
reality
the
of the
thing.
situation.
And TJ said
So
on
don't-
the Yak too, he was like, have any of you guys even listened to the album yet? And they all
Exactly.
said no.
Exactly.
So stop fucking talking about it.
It's so
The
embarrassing.
4th day these fuckers have talked
They literally
about
can't
her.
stop talking.
They're her
Obsessed.
biggest fans.
It's
They should
actually romantic.
They should rename the Yak to fucking Taylor Watch 2 at this point.
Yeah, they
because
should.
it's the 4th fucking day
I've
they
got
talked
poor
about
Kate.
it.
Poor Kate is texting me on the side being like, this conversation's still going on. What do you think about what Dante said?
crazy.
Dante also made up something about, I don't don't know what kind of shit Dante's on. Dante was like, he said, Taylor Swift said Travis Kelce has a 9-inch dick. What are you talking about?
She never said
that. She never said that. She never said anything like that. What are you talking about? I know, you're a freak. So that is how that was the catalyst of the conversation. I recognize, or at least for, I think it was on the Yak. They were openly talking about it on Part of My Take for no fucking reason. Yeah. And then I had people in my thing being like,
addicted.
Wow, tag Dave. Really shitty of you to talk shit about the shows that pay your fucking bills. I'm sorry. Is it in my contract that I have to like Part of My Take and the Yak? No, it's not. And I'm sorry, I don't like either of those shows. No offense to TJ. I like KB and I like TJ.
I like the Yak
and that's
sometimes.
And Kate.
I don't like the Yak when they talk about Taylor Swift.
Everyone else can do their best to get in my good graces, but it's KB, Kate, TJ. That's it. Everybody else can work.
Yeah, I just I don't like how they all like band together. Like and then when TJ tries to be the voice of reason, they just automatically shit on him, and it's just so
they're not
annoying.
allowed. They're not allowed to have reason, and then they just stir up all their fucking losers, and they get them coming at me, and it's like, all right, whatever. Actually, literally choke on it.
Choke,
please. It's enough. Enough is
crazy.
Enough.
Their attention is affection, and they're giving a whole lot.
Brandon
of it.
Walker, I'm really going off, and I have this in my lyric blog too that you guys can finally read today, Thursday. Brandon Walker. He used to be lovely. He was in New York. He was a friend of mine, sat very close to me. Our desks were one desk away. Very nice. Always complimented his hair, his outfits. I could tell he was trying to like rebrand himself, trying to be encouraging, whatever, lovely, blah, blah, blah. He moved to Chicago and became a total fucking prick.
Damn.
And that's real. Like, I'm not even talking about like behind the scenes, is that this guy? No. He's immersed into this character that he's created and he's a fucking dickhead. And so I'm out on him like permanently.
Right.
I'm
There's
over
no
it.
like.
He's a dick to me on the dozen. He's a dick to me in person. I see, hey, Brandon, nice, long time no see. Barely even looks at me, walks away. I don't know what the fuck I did to him, but he's an asshole. And so this just exacerbates it. Nail in the coffin. Brandon Walker, you're dead to me.
Yeah.
And that's my personal thoughts. G is not lumped into that. That's my personal thoughts.
I have to.
You have to stay diplomatic, okay? You're the first lady over there.
Exactly.
I get it, but I can say it because
I'm Sweden.
I'm sick of their bullshit.
Unfortunately, even though I don't want to be.
I'm sick of their bullshit.
I have things to say.
Oh no, I know you do.
Yeah,
but I'm sick of it.
Should I play it still?
Yes.
Or okay?
Yeah, play it, of course. Especially if it's a girl.
Hi, Kelly and Gia. This is Logan from Pennsylvania. I'm a big fan of a lot of different Barstool content and a day one Taylor Watch supporter, and also a daily watcher of mostly sports in the Yak. Shout out to TJ. He's probably exempt from my next statements. I want to bring up the fact that they've been super negative about Taylor Swift and this new album based on a few lines they've read from Wood and what they're seeing online and hearing from other people. Most of them haven't even listened to any of the album. These are also the same guys that made fun of Kate when she was excited about Taylor and Travis's engagement a couple months ago and argued with her when she said it was a huge cultural moment. Why is it okay for grown men to scream, cry, throw actual fits on a weekly basis about their sports teams, or dedicate daily podcasts and videos to breaking down entire games? But when Swifties share excitement about a new album, it's made fun of and laughed at. Since when are enthusiasm and passion only allowed in the realm of sports? Also, I love their shows, but no one's looking to 40-year-old men who are terrible at betting and root for bad teams for their opinions on Taylor Swift. Just wanted to stick up for all the Swifties that might be seeing the negativity and also point out that it's okay for anyone to feel passionately about their interests, but publicly bashing someone else's is uncalled for. I guess Taylor probably thinks it's romantic how much they talk about her. Also, I have to throw out that I'm a dance teacher, and one of my favorite songs from the album is Opalite, and I've already been playing it in my dance classes this week with my little girlies, and it's so fun to see them popping around to it. Love the pod. Can't wait to listen on Thursday.
Love you, Queen. Fucking clock
Love you
that
so
shit.
much. Clock it immediately. And she's so right, by the way. And we've said it till we're blue in the fucking face.
And at this point, I really just want to reiterate, and this is literally what I was telling myself yesterday when this was happening. It's rage bait. It's rage bait. They literally did not listen to the album. They have no idea what they're talking about.
They want us to yell and carry on like
mad.
this.
And then I tweeted that QT Cinderella clip that we talked about with Hassan and those other fuckers. When they want to talk about Taylor, and she's like, no, I don't want to talk about it with you guys. And they're like, why? And then she gets pissed off because every single time you guys invoke this anger out of me because you want me to talk about her, and then you make fun of me for talking about her.
Exactly. And that is what they do. And that's especially what they do on the Yak specifically.
They want the clicks. They want the comments. They want the rage bait. Just don't let it get to you because I understand it gets to us all the time, clearly.
Yeah.
But yeah, they clearly have no idea what they're talking about. They have this weird bias when it comes to her because I think they know it's going to piss people off, and they're good at it. They're good at saying the thing that's going to make people mad and get attention and clicks and whatever. And you just gotta, it's just all noise. It's all noise.
And that's fine. But if that's the kind of operation you want to run, sure.
Yeah.
Not for me.
No, not for me. I'm not a rage baiter. In particular.
No, it's infuriating generally. So yeah, just ignore. We understand that we've got the call coming from inside the house. We see it, we recognize it, and unfortunately, these children will never grow up. And there's nothing we can do about it, as far as we can tell. Fuck the haters.
Fuck the haters.
I would say in general, and we do have a long fuck the haters conversation. I think I mentioned it on last episode. We'll put at the end of this episode alongside Kevin Clancy, talking about the response online, and that was recorded on Monday. So I'd say the sentiments pretty much still stand the same. But yeah, so we wanted to make sure we kept that over here, just because we wanted to keep last episode light and fun, and this one, besides us raging at the boys and CNN.
You got what you wanted.
You got what you wanted.
We're mad.
Exactly. Yeah, we're mad. You're welcome.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
And now you can talk about it for another week. Oh my God, you're welcome again. Will
Yeah.
my check be in the mail? Or I don't know.
We'll wonder.
In
We'll
my
see.
Venmo, possibly. Dan, please let me know when you love the album after you listen to it, just like you told me you would.
And I hope he does.
And I hope he does.
I know.
But it's like, don't be so fucking fake. Like, if you want to listen to the album and you want to give it a try, then say it on your fucking show. Don't text me on the side. Like, that's embarrassing to me. And it's like, I don't know, whatever. Regardless, shall we? I think that's all for the topics in general. Shall we get into the songs and the lyrics?
Yay! So exciting.
So fun.
Okay.
Oh wait, you know what we should do actually before that?
Oh, what? Oh my
God.
goodness.
Our crowns. Hold on.
Oh.
The draft queens are here again. The big fat losers are here again.
Literally the BFLs,
We
the
literally
big fat
can't
losers.
stop losing.
Why do we lose all the time? I don't know.
We're
It's
so
like,
bad.
all I want is to have one win. And, I feel like we took a lot of thought into this one.
Yeah, we did.
We asked a lot of questions. We debated. We got into the conversations. And
We asked the peanut gallery outside, which we rarely do.
We rarely
God
do.
forbid we want their opinions, but sometimes on sports we do ask.
Exactly. Barstool Sports, we can't always carry all the sports. So we came up with this parlay based on the animals that are used in Taylor's songs.
Yes.
Because we need these teams to attack like an animal.
Get in there, get it done. And what better to have behind you than the spirit of Taylor Swift?
Exactly. So the first game that we are going to do is the Indianapolis Colts to win against the Arizona Cardinals. We're doing Colts because horse, she loves a good horse lyric.
Horses and the rodeo clowns. Maybe that's a bad line for it, actually, though. Send home the horses.
Oh, shit.
Ooh,
No.
we don't want that.
White
you
horse?
and
your white horse.
To catch me now.
Yeah.
There it is. We want those white horses, the Colts, to catch
The Cardinals.
us now,
Yeah.
the Cardinals, and the football.
Exactly. Yes, we want them to catch the football. Exactly.
Catch a football and win the game.
Yes, so we're
Please.
going to take the Indianapolis Colts to win. That is minus 340. So those odds are pretty low, which is good. We want that.
Yep.
And then the next game we are having is the Jacksonville Jaguars to win, because Jaguars are cats, and Karma is a cat purring in her lap.
Purring in your lap,
So
loves you.
Jaguars just beat the Chiefs. So they're coming off a huge win at home, should I say. So huge win for the Jaguars, and they're playing this game at home, should I say. So this is a great momentum move for them, and that's minus 120 for the Jags to win money line.
Versus the Seahawks, by the way.
Yes.
These are all on Sunday.
Yes.
FYI.
And then the last game, the 8 o'clock primetime game, is scrolled past it, but it's the Detroit Lions versus the Kansas City Chiefs.
Woo!
And obviously we always want the Chiefs to win until it's the Super Bowl.
Yep. Unless they're against the Eagles.
Yeah. And so they're playing the Lions, and obviously Lion, the coward claimed he was a lion.
Coward claimed he was a
But
lion.
I don't think these Lions are cowards.
No.
I think that they got some grit, and I think that the Chiefs, they really need to prove themselves. And this is a big game for them because the Lions have been pretty solid. So we're actually going to be taking the over on that.
On total points.
Yes, that's over 52.5 points. So it's a lot of scoring.
So we want everybody to score. We want them all to score.
Exactly. But I think the Chiefs-Jaguars game was a high-scoring game. So I feel like this is going to have similar vibes. So we're going to take the over. And, of course, we always want more points. So to round that off, we're doing Colts money line, Jags money line, Detroit at Kansas City over.
Over on
52
total
and a
points.
half.
Yep.
And that
Slag.
line is minus 115.
Woohoo!
So slay the house boots down.
Slay the house boots down. Shout out to DraftKings and the DraftKings Sportsbook, the #1 sports betting partner of the NFL and Barstool Sports. We love you so much for always including us in everything and giving us the chance to continue with these parlays, even though we are big fat losers every week.
Yes. And I swear, once one hits, it'll all come around. And I have a good feeling about this one. And for new customers, this is for you. Bet just $5. And if your bet wins, you'll get $200 in bonus bets instantly. So download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use code TaylorWatch. That's code TaylorWatch to turn $5 into $200 in bonus bets if your bet wins. In partnership with DraftKings, the crown is yours.
Woo! Okay. Now, let us get into the nitty-gritty, the stuff that we're all here for. Our album breakdown, song by song, lyric by lyric.
So I think to start, I think before each song, we should read the little tidbit that Taylor gave us.
Absolutely. Cool. So, and this now we can find,
so you can find this on Genius. You can find it on Spotify. They have the track by track version.
Taylor Nation had just put that up today.
And I believe...
let's see what it says.
The track by track came out a couple days ago.
No, I know, but it's Taylor Nation only posted 3 hours ago saying, when you know, when you don't, you listen to Showgirl track by track version. Here, Taylor, pull back the curtain on all 12 tracks. Out now, everywhere you stream. But it wasn't everywhere until today, I guess.
And then also, I believe you can find these on Amazon Music somewhere as well.
Yes.
But I double-checked to make sure that what she said in the track by track what she said in the movie, and they are the exact same thing. So
fabulous. Good.
Okay, so we're gonna start off with the song number 1, "The Fate of Ophelia."
Fate of Ophelia.
It's the first track. She said she really loves this song because it combines sort of Shakespearean storytelling of this legend of a tragic hero, Ophelia, and what happened to her, blended with this newer kind of concept of escaping the fate and having more modern terminology used in the song too. Like, keep it 100 on the land, the sea, the sky, pledge allegiance to your hands, your team, your vibes. I just love that kind of blending of old and new with lyrics. And that's one of my favorite parts of this song, but it's also just kind of one of my favorite catchy melodies I've ever gotten to write. And it is so unbelievably catchy.
Extremely catchy. Yeah. Possibly one of the catchiest on the whole album.
I think
we have...
Oh, sorry.
Oh, I was just going to say we had a few... Right off the top, I heard you calling on the megaphone. Was that an Easter egg from the pop-up with the little megaphone? I hear you calling. Yeah. Looks like that's going to be a Christmas ornament at some point.
Totally, and I think that's a little bit of a metaphor for Travis shouting her out on the pod and calling on the megaphone was him putting on the podcast to the whole world.
And I think in general, the imagery in this song is fantastic. Yeah. Obviously the story of Ophelia, we've now I think said it a few times on the pod, but if you haven't looked it up yet, the story of Ophelia is that she's with Hamlet, she's dating Hamlet, but they didn't really work it out. She was driven mad by several men, not just Hamlet. There were a few other guys that were in the mix for the story of Hamlet. And she eventually was driven mad and drowned people. The story alludes to the fact that she drowned herself. And in Taylor's story, she had explained that with a lot of stories by Shakespeare, she likes to kind of reframe them to have happy endings. She referenced Romeo and Juliet in Love Story and how they made it. They all, they got married. It worked out. She's doing a similar thing with Ophelia here in case, this story was written differently and she did survive and maybe she and Hamlet worked it out or she and somebody else worked it out and she was no longer driven mad and she was able to come back into the light.
Yeah. And I love that, and I think we talked about this on Monday, but she said, she did something very similar to that with Love Story with Romeo and Juliet.
Yep, I just said.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
So then we get into the pre-chorus. If you never comfort me, I might have drowned in melancholy.
I love that line. I might have drowned in melancholy is the best. I love the word if there's melancholy in a song, I'm in. I'm in.
And they're trying to say that Taylor didn't use big words in this.
I know, they're so crazy. Yeah. What are they talking about?
And I like that imagery too, especially with the Ophelia reference, drowning in the melancholy.
The imagery in this whole song. Yeah. Is perfect.
And I think
even the chorus
music video coincides with it perfectly.
Charles texted me this morning about the music video. He said, I'll read it out loud.
Fan?
He's a fan.
Oh, thank
God. That's why I said,
literally.
He goes, she killed the music video. As a gay guy, I think I'm qualified in music videos. As someone who has hosted many a gay guy movie night.
I would definitely put that as a requirement.
Of course. And Charles's number one is Lady Gaga, so that's how his frame of reference. So.
Yeah.
It's high praise.
And then we get into I swore my loyalty to me, myself, and I right before you lit up my sky. And I love that term because that kind of always reminded me of the Happy 4th of July from your local independent girl.
Absolutely.
Which was very funny.
Absolutely.
Or sorry, happy like belated 4th of July. And then literally see you tonight, Kansas City, which was so funny.
Oh, and we talked about that the other day, how she
talked
referenced
about it. Yeah.
And she was like, how unhinged was that post?
Yeah.
Hilarious.
So funny. And then she gets into the chorus. All that time I sat alone in my tower, you were just honing your powers, and I can see it all. Late one night, you dug me out of my grave and saved my heart from the fate of Ophelia.
I love that part.
Yeah.
You dug me out of my grave and saved my heart from the fate of Ophelia. That line itself, again, the imagery there. The I sat alone in my tower, you were honing your powers. Did you see like the Shrek edits? Where like Taylor is Fiona and Shrek is like getting through and like getting her out.
Yeah.
Me too. Because that is kind of how you picture it. Like Taylor has such a good way of depicting like fairy tale stories without it seeming too kitschy. Like I feel like even Bejeweled at the end where they're like in the castle and whatever, and it's like, yeah, the idea of like castles and prince and princess and save me and whatever is like fairy tale thinking. But for some reason it works for Taylor. Like it never makes me think like, I'm always like, that's her.
I
You know
feel
what
like
I mean?
we
And
talked
I like
about
the
this
metaphors.
a million times. Like I miss the stories of a girl being swept off her feet and being saved by the knight in shining armor. It's like you can be a baddie that it works hard, has your career, has your life, and all this stuff, and still want to be treated like a princess sometimes. Still want to be saved from your tower. Like, women are multifaceted. You can't just put them in a box of wanting one thing in their life. And I do love that this song. I love that she. If you listen to the voice memo when she's recording it, the lyrics were originally all that time I sat alone in my tower, I was just honing my power. And then she changed it to you were just honing your power. And I kind of like that change.
Interesting, me too. Right.
Because I like that imagery of Travis, not specifically Travis, but this person, this hero that's coming to save the day is like preparing himself.
Yeah, you're just waiting for the right moment.
For the opportunity, exactly, which I love.
Which is kind of reflective to the real life scenario.
Totally.
You know? And I think maybe in previous albums the line would have been written, I was honing my powers, because that's a perfect description of Taylor kind of relinquishing this over independence. Because I know that, you know, if I'm comparing it to myself, I'm like that, where it's like it's all me, myself, and I don't need no man, like that kind of vibe. So I feel like her turning it to that moment of like, okay, I'll give you a little something. Like you did something too. It wasn't just me like out here picking and whatever. Like you had a part in this too.
Yeah, for sure.
And I like that a lot.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, that
he was
relinquishing
scheming a little bit too, for
totally,
sure.
Totally.
Yeah.
That to me is like vulnerable.
Yeah.
Little, you know? I don't know if that's how it's intended, but that's how I took it.
Some of these genius annotations are so funny. So we get to the post-chorus, and it's keep it 100 on the land, the sea, the sky, pledge allegiance to your hands, your team, your vibes. I love that.
Yeah,
you need to learn how to do the dance first.
Me too. It's really hard.
It's hard.
This part, the pledge allegiance to your. Where does she go?
Yeah, I can't understand how you move your one hand without moving the other hand.
Well, no, I think
it's like pledge allegiance to your hand.
It's pledge allegiance, or no.
Your pledge allegiance to, and then it goes like your hand, your
pledge
team.
Allegiance to your hand.
Yeah, your
team,
vibes.
Your vibes.
Yeah.
I just like don't know how
it's very confusing.
I can't picture it. But
I've been
like
trying to do it.
On the land, the sea, the sky.
I love that.
Allegiance to your hand, your team, your vibes, and that's why I get lost.
Yeah.
I get lost in the arms.
I get lost in the arms.
It doesn't come naturally, so I have to. Yeah. So we
this-
will learn it. We promise we'll learn it.
Yeah,
we'll
but
do a
this
really
genius
cringy video about
annotation
it.
is so funny. It says the hands reference is because there are a lot of discussion online about how huge Kelsey's hands are and how small Swift's hands look compared to his.
That's hilarious.
It's
Anybody can write in Genius, by the way.
like,
So
yes,
it's like
so these are very
yeah.
It also says this annotation is unreviewed. Yeah, clearly.
That's really funny.
And then she says, "Don't care where the hell you've been, because now you're mine. It's about to be the the night you've been dreaming of, the fate of Ophelia." I love that line. It's about to be the sleepless night you've been dreaming of.
Woo!
Because I feel like that's also so Travis in a line. Like he's a party guy. Like
Absolutely.
He likes to party. He likes to have fun. Like
Party
he
all
likes
night.
to like have a good time. And I feel like them together, they bring out like the fun in each other.
Totally. I also think it means sex.
Ooh!
Like, yeah.
Yeah,
right?
I love that. Okay.
Definitely means we're having sex all night.
Right,
Like,
right.
That's my interpretation. However, I do appreciate a line coming up in like the second verse where she says, and if you'd never come for me, I might have lingered in purgatory. You wrap around me like a chain, a crown, a vine, pulling me into the fire. And that she references as like one of those like older moments, like that's like the older verbiage, you know, like a chain, a crown, a vine versus your hand, your team, your vibes.
Yeah.
And that's mixing the old and the new. And I love that a lot.
I love that line
And I
too.
just love the imagery of that as well. And if you think about it, like wrap around me like a chain, obvious, a crown, heavy is the head, you know, crowns in themselves are like trapping. Same with the vine.
Yeah.
I just love it. I just love it.
I love that. And I love the part in the music video too where they like act out those moments as well. Yeah. Then we get into the chorus again, the post-chorus, and then we get into the bridge. 'Tis locked inside my memory, and only you possess the key. No longer drowning in the sea, all because you came for me.
I love it.
Yeah, I love that. I love the way that she whispers this part because it's
too.
kind of like the spooky storytelling.
Well, it kind of feels like it's like you're getting through the dark
For
parts of
sure.
the tower, and you're like getting through the maze of the corridors and
Okay,
the brick
interesting.
and whatever. That's how I
Yeah, no,
picture
for
it.
sure. You're like, ooh, where am I? Where am I going?
Again, Shrek dodging the dragon. I don't know why I saw that, but I was like, yes.
Just picture Shrek throughout this whole song.
Just picture Shrek.
But this line is a near direct quote from Hamlet.
Ooh.
Ophelia assures her brother that she will heed his advice by telling him in Act 1, Scene 3, "'Tis in my memory locked, and you yourself shall keep the key of it."
Ooh,
Love that.
Wow.
So she's using some terminology from Hamlet.
Obsessed.
And then we get to the chorus again and the post-chorus, and it closes out with, "You saved my heart from the fate of Ophelia."
And then the
Banger.
video obviously is incredible.
Incredible.
You know, going frame by frame to different showgirls, different women. There's my favorite, and I at first remember we were in the movie and I thought it was Brave, thought it was Merida.
Yeah.
It's one of the girls from the Odyssey.
Okay.
And I in my head thought when I saw it at first, I was like, oh, that'd be cool at the Odyssey, but I couldn't remember the character's name. It's like somebody's daughter that they sell off, and it's like a whole thing. But I can't think. You know, I have it. I should just look it up. I'm here being like blah blah blah. I don't know what it is. I literally have it right here. But so there's the Odyssey part. There is she's Marilyn Monroe in one of them, or you know, dressing to look like that.
Yeah.
There are other showgirls during the dances, and something so interesting during the showgirl part where she's doing kind of the first time she's doing a little bit of the dance or whatever. Apparently the choreography she's doing there is like a direct reference to like the old timey showgirl choreography.
Oh, cute. Okay,
Some
yeah.
people were like, oh, it's like, what is that dancing? It's like, no, it's literally like authentic dancing from that time period. And also the there's a lot of like callbacks to different Broadway shows and stuff, like the scene where they're wearing, they've got the hair, what are they? The caps on, the hair caps on, the swimming caps. Thank you, swimming caps. And then they're holding like the buoys and stuff. That scene, I guess, has been recreated over times, you know, over time through different, all different stuff. So I think it's really cool. I'm
Yeah,
still
they said.
looking for my-
I think the blonde wig with like those red suits were supposed to be a reference to "Gentlemen Prefer Blondes."
Yes, exactly,
Marilyn
and that's
Monroe.
Marilyn Monroe. Yep.
Yeah.
It's oh motherfuck! How did I just? Oh, sorry for cursing right into the microphone. I clicked it and then it clicked away, and here I am being 100 years old again. And I'm sorry.
Oh, it says Homer's Odyssey, while Taylor's red hair seems to match the subjects of Arthur Hughes' Ophelia and John William Waterhouse Miranda, a depiction of Prospero's daughter from The Tempest.
That's it. It's the daughter. It's the daughter.
Okay.
No, it's Agamemnon's daughter.
Oh.
Is what it is.
Okay.
Agamemnon daughter.
Ophelia.
Keep it 100 on the land, the sea, the sky. Yeah. Agamemnon sacrificed his daughter Iphigenia to the goddess Artemis to gain favorable winds and sail to Troy for the Trojan War.
Ooh.
And Artemis, let's not forget, is who Taylor is like literally dressed as, or Artemis is
Yeah.
is
bow.
bow and arrow girl. So it is kind of
Goddess of the hunt.
Greek goddess. Yeah. So it is kind of that to me, whoever that's supposed to be. I would like Taylor maybe to confirm, but I like the idea that it's the Odyssey, and especially with the ship, and everything. That kind of makes sense. So she's got that. She's got obviously Ophelia herself, Marilyn from Gentlemen Prefer Blonde, and the girl with the dark hair is somebody too.
Yeah, there was. It's right here. Oh yeah, here we go. A nod to the Ronettes. Ronnie Spector hair reference.
Yes.
Yeah.
That is who it is.
Yeah.
So and I'm sure there are a lot more that we have yet to discover or see. And to be fair, I haven't really done like the legwork on the music video research because it just seems very dense with references, etc. And I would love like a proper breakdown. We did get some of the behind the scenes when we saw the movie in theaters, but it didn't really talk about that kind of stuff. It only talked really about the filming.
How they filmed it, which is really cool.
Also very interesting, but not really the literary analysis that we were looking for.
Definitely not.
What was I going to say? Oh yeah, so Fate of Ophelia so far, I would say it's the single. It's like the number one single on the album. They haven't listed a second single yet. My prediction is that it's going to be Opalite.
Mine too.
But I think that it was a really, really good choice. For the first single.
Kind of one of her best choices in a while.
Definitely. Yeah. And everyone loves it. Like even the haters are like, well, Fate of Ophelia is pretty good.
Yeah.
Like, people really, really like
I was thinking to myself, like, is me saying Fate of Ophelia is my favorite is like the same as saying like Blank Space is my favorite. But like
that's a banger.
Yeah.
What's wrong with that?
No, totally.
I think it's totally fine. And yeah, she knocked out of the park.
Yeah. I love this song.
Me too.
I love the Keep It 100 on the land, the sea, the sky. Like it's so addicting and I literally have chills. Your team. And we'll get the dance down eventually.
Yeah, we'll get it.
Okay, so track 2 is
Elizabeth Taylor.
So
Do you
good.
think it's forever? I fucking love this
funny.
song. Love.
Yeah. So on Fishbowl yesterday, like Mubi and Smelly had no idea who Elizabeth Taylor was. I was like,
Jesus, girls, you're so young.
I'm not that much older than you guys, and they make me feel ancient.
You'd be shocked. Like sometimes a couple years, and if they grew up, and it's like, do they read books? Like, love those girls,
right? And their parents are probably younger too.
Definitely.
So
they're probably like. Their parents are probably like mid-40s.
Yeah,
like
which is
maybe
crazy.
even 50. That makes me sick. I have friends who are 40s.
Disgusting.
Like that's so crazy.
That is crazy. I guess technically I have friends that are 42.
Yeah, especially here.
Yeah.
I have like friends outside of here that are 40, but I also have like, but it's funny the difference between like, it all depends on what kind of media you consume and how much you paid attention in English class, et cetera, because I think you do learn about Elizabeth Taylor at some point. I don't know what class you would, but maybe like a culture type class. However, Taylor, remember she said that she was really happy to have included Elizabeth Taylor and her story, finds her story fascinating, and hopes now that people that are fans of Taylor will look up Elizabeth Taylor. Yeah. And so Kelly and Mubi, they can just go ahead and look up Elizabeth Taylor.
Quick Google search.
No harm in that. Nope. No shame. Just educate yourself, girl.
That's what Taylor's doing, spreading and continuing on her legacy.
Exactly.
So Taylor said this about Elizabeth Taylor. She said, track number 2 on the Life of Showgirl song, Elizabeth Taylor. Elizabeth Taylor is the most ultimate quintessential showgirls I could ever imagine. Not in a literal sense as much as she was under a microscope, so intense, and she handled it with humor, and she got along with her life. She continued to make incredible art, and so this is a love song kind of through the lens of the motif of what she had to go through in her life, and sort of the parallels that I feel in my own life. You know, role models are pretty hard to come by, but I would absolutely say she's one of mine. Woo. And Taylor also said this. She said, my parents sent me this clip of Elizabeth Taylor's son saying something very flattering, that if there was one person he might compare to his mother in the modern day in terms of persona and all the chaos around us, he said it would be me. I was so flattered by that. I just immediately started talking to Travis about it. I was going on and on about Elizabeth Taylor.
Oh, I love that.
I had to get out of the car. I was like, I have to get out of the car for a second. And I just sang this melody into my phone, got back into the car, and that's what it's like when it happens.
That's so, chills on my whole body. I love that. And what a sweet thing. I didn't know that about, about Elizabeth. It's Elizabeth Taylor's son?
Yeah.
Said that? Oh my God, that's amazing.
What a compliment.
So, as we know, or if you have been paying attention as a fan to lyrics, then you know that this is not the first time that Elizabeth Taylor has been referenced in Taylor Swift's work. She references Elizabeth Taylor on are you ready for it? Ready for it on the Reputation album when she says, Burton to this Taylor. Elizabeth Taylor was famously married on and off to Richard Burton. She also had a handful of other husbands, et cetera, et cetera. And she was, in fact, always under scrutiny in the public eye. She was a slut. She's a bitch. She's this. She's that. Pretty much copy paste what people say about Taylor Swift and apply it to Elizabeth Taylor. And instead of letting it squash her light, she only, blossomed with all of the popularity. She became one of the most notorious and exciting divas of our time. And she was rumored to have violet eyes. And so in reality, I think they're pretty sure they were just blue, but everybody was like, they're violet eyes. So that's like her thing. And I know I said it last episode, but Rolling Stone, there was a guy, Rob, who wrote a beautiful article. I believe his name's Rob. Sorry if that's wrong. Wrote a beautiful article about the history of Elizabeth Taylor. He's like a big Elizabeth Taylor fan. So he writes about how, Portofino, in the song, it starts off, that view of Portofino was on my mind when you called me at the Plaza Athénée. And the Plaza Athénée is I believe it's a hotel now, but you used to be able to live there. It was like a hotel / residence thing. And Elizabeth Taylor lived there with Richard Burton for a while. They would also frequently vacation / honeymoon in Portofino. Richard Burton also proposed to Elizabeth Taylor in Portofino. And another fact, I know that I said this already on Monday, but Elizabeth Taylor, she was engaged like 7 or 8 times. I forget exactly. And 4 of her marriages, she vacationed in Portofino, which I think is the funniest shit. So that's like the beginning of this. Of this whole song. That view of Portofino was on my mind when you called me at the Plaza Athénée. Oftentimes it doesn't feel so glamorous to be me. Love.
Yeah, and I think she said also like that these are experiences that Elizabeth Taylor went through, but they are also like mirror images of things that she went through.
Exactly. It's the point of view of a love story for as if Elizabeth Taylor were to be singing this song, sort of.
Yeah. The Elizabeth Taylor and Richard Burton stayed at the hotel for 6 months in 1971. Cool. Yeah, so, and then oftentimes it doesn't feel so glamorous to be me. I love this line, too. All the right guys promised they'd stay. Under bright lights, they withered away, but you bloom.
I'm obsessed. But you bloom.
Portofino was on my mind, and I think you know why. I love.
If your letters. I just want to sing the whole thing so bad.
But I really love that line, under bright lights they withered away, but you bloom, because, it just perfectly describes all of her past relationships compared to her ones with Travis now, and how Travis is not afraid to talk. I mean, look at, like, Toe's response to, like, what's your favorite Taylor Swift song?
Our brains are, like, on the same wavelength, because I just was thinking, like,
I don't even want to say his name.
Toe.
When they're like, what's your favorite Taylor Swift song? He's like, I don't even want to talk about that right now. Like, I don't even want to get into that
side of the world.
Meanwhile, they asked Travis what his favorite song is. He's like, oh, I don't know, Blank Space or The Alchemy or this song. Every song. Opalite. I love her. And she's the best. And I love her so much. She's amazing. Like, the difference is so noticeable. So I love the lyricism of that, of explaining that, but, in the way of under bright lights they withered away, but you bloom. I love that metaphor.
Me too. It's beautiful.
And then the pre-chorus, and if your letters ever said goodbye, chorus. I cried, cry my eyes violet, Elizabeth Taylor. Banger.
Tell me for real, do you think it's forever? And I love that line too, because I do believe, based on everything we've read about Elizabeth Taylor, the person, and also all that we know about Taylor Swift, the person, is that they are hopeless romantics.
Yeah.
They want to find a love that is forever.
Tell me for real.
Tell me for real. Do you think it's forever?
Yeah, and I feel like
I get too excited.
She's used that line, like the motif of forever,
yes,
a lot. Forever and always, and in this little review it says, oh yeah, forever and always, blank space, so it's going to be forever.
Yep, or it's going to go down in flames.
Yeah.
She's always kind of had that mentality of like, it's 100 or 0.
Yeah.
No in between.
And I like this, tell me for real, like, is this going to be the last time or no?
Do you think it's forever? Number one, but I never had to. And I can't have fun if I can't have you. And then this line might be my favorite, like, in the whole song. Be my NY when Hollywood hates me.
Yeah, I love that line.
You're only as hot as your last hit, baby.
Yeah, but Elizabeth Taylor also spent a lot of her time on the East Coast, like when she wasn't in Hollywood doing her movies and stuff. And same with Taylor, like she spends a lot of her time on the East Coast, New York, Rhode Island, and I think her love. I mean, her love for New York is just so evident.
Oh, I love how much she loves
Yes,
New York.
and
I love it, and I love that it's not ruined. Like I remember we worried about that.
That's so true.
It was like, you know, you spent a lot of time. She's now
I think she
dating
loved
someone
New
new.
York before she.
Totally,
Yeah.
she did, but
But it became their thing together for sure.
Experiences like that can ruin a city. Like it's, I've had. Well, I mean, New York has never ruined for me because I wanted to live here my whole life. But there are certainly times where I've felt like, damn, like there are these like New York staple moments that I've shared with people that I wish I didn't, or like I wish that it didn't go down that way, or I could have experienced that by myself or with someone else or with my friends or whatever. You know, talking about guys, obviously.
For sure.
And it, you know, if you don't really love it, if you don't love New York, it can totally sour you on a place.
Yeah.
And there are a lot of people, you know, you think, honestly, referring to Taylor's work itself, think about So Long London, and it makes like what makes me sad is I used to love this place. What's the line?
I'm just mad as hell because I
mad
love
as hell
this place.
because I love this place.
Yeah.
Right. And people can feel like that, and I just love that New York is still a safe place, a loving place, a place she can call home. And especially when Hollywood hates you. And again, this is literally Elizabeth Taylor talking, but it's also Taylor Swift.
Yeah, and I also think it's a good, I keep using the word metaphor, but I think it's a good metaphor for like how Hollywood can be like this intense thing where you're scrutinized all the time. Everyone's paying attention to what other people are doing, comparing each other. Whereas in New York, I feel like it's kind of, you're just so caught up in the hustle and bustle that you don't care. Everyone's kind of like doing their own thing. No one's as judgmental and stuff in New York. And I think that's a good comparison almost.
I see it as like Hollywood is like the media, the press, the famous people, the celebrities, whatever. And New York is like home.
Yeah,
it's like
family.
where real people
Yeah.
are. You know what I mean? And it's like a real, you know, a real way to live versus just like you can't, you know, Hollywood is
Glitz and
Hollywood.
glam and fake.
Yes, exactly,
Yeah.
exactly.
You're only as hot as your last hit, baby. I love that line.
Love
I
it.
think that just applies
Self-explanatory.
to being famous in general, just anything, being a woman in general. Been number one, but I never had two. I love that line too. I never really understood like what it meant. This says Swift references that while she has had major achievements and number one hits on music charts, she have never had another person share her success with.
Oh, interesting way to interpret. That's not how I interpreted it. I'm trying to think how I have. I've been number one, but I never had two.
Yeah, this also says the same thing.
Yeah, I guess that does make sense.
Yeah, but I never had two hints at missing a partner to share that success with. Despite being number one in her career, she feels incomplete without a number two by her side.
Sure. Okay.
Yeah, sure.
All right. I don't know if I really thought much about that line until now, to be honest. I'm so hung up on BMI and why when Hollywood hates me.
Yeah.
You know?
And then she closes it off with, and I can't have fun if I can't have you. Of
course.
Which is very cute.
Of course.
Then we get into verse 2. Hey, what could you possibly get for the girl who has everything and nothing all at once? Which I love.
Me too.
Also, Elizabeth Taylor was in a movie called The Girl Who Had Everything in 1953.
And I feel like that's also kind of a direct callback to around holiday season and Valentine's, etc. When Taylor and Travis started dating, it was like, what would you possibly get Taylor Swift?
Right.
Like that was kind of a conversation. And so I think that she totally applies to like the girl who has everything and nothing all at once, you know?
Yeah.
Kind of.
Right. I think that, it's a it's also can be
That
applied
metaphor's
with
clear.
Yeah. Okay, and then she gets into Babe, I would trade the Cartier for someone to trust. Just kidding. Which I love that line.
Me too.
Definitely very different from the paper rings line, which I love. And I guess
paper rings.
And I always hated that song. Just saying.
I know.
And I always thought maybe I was just a little what's it called? Materialistic?
Sure.
Well, God forbid I want a big fat rock.
I always thought it was cute, but I always thought it was one of those things where it's like, yeah, of course I'd marry you with paper rings, but I do want a diamond.
No,
like I do
obviously.
want not even just a diamond. I want like a large stone that's reflective of who I am as a person.
Yeah. And then I guess Elizabeth Taylor was synonymous with Cartier jewels.
Of course.
Especially her
famously diamonds.
69 carat diamond.
White diamonds, I believe,
Gifted
is
by
her
Richard
whole thing.
Burton. So I love that line. Then we hit the best booth at Musso and Frank's. Musso and Frank's is a grill that opened in 1919.
Yeah, we had to Google that.
Yes, we
At the
did.
moment, very famous place
Very
in
popular
LA, right?
restaurant. Yep, in Hollywood. They say I'm bad news. I just say thanks.
Obsessed with that.
Love that line. That's going to be your Instagram caption.
Yeah, I can't wait for that to be my Insta caption.
And you look at me like you're hypnotized, and I think you know why.
Woo-hoo.
Which I love. Then we get into the pre-chorus. If you ever leave me high and dry. Then we get into the chorus.
I'd cry my eyes violet,
Elizabeth Taylor.
Tell me for real.
Do you think it's forever? Okay.
So obsessed.
And then the post-chorus, and then into the bridge. All my white diamonds and lovers are forever. In the
so
papers.
those are like direct from Elizabeth Taylor, like commercials, right? Does she have white diamonds? Maybe it was like a perfume of hers.
Fragrance.
Yep.
Okay. Popular celebrity, one of the most popular celebrity fragrances in history, White Diamonds by Elizabeth Taylor, was released in 1991.
Isn't the picture of her like? I'll look it up. The picture of her is like, she's got like white fur and diamonds around her. Hold on,
I'm sure. I love that.
Well, let me tell you.
But I love the in the papers, on the screen, and in their minds, which I feel like that's definitely a reference to her, but also to Elizabeth Taylor, because they were both known for so long. Oh yeah, that's
this
awesome.
Is what I'm thinking. No fur. I thought there was fur for some reason,
it's
but
definitely drama.
Yeah. Major drama always.
They both had this comparison of like only being known for their exes, their ex-lovers and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So I love that line, in the papers, on the screen, and in their minds, because like, unfortunately, all my lovers are forever. Oh yeah, I love that.
So glamorous.
Yeah.
So glamorous. Right. And I think that I think really, first of all, the song is out of control. It's so good. It's another banger. Everyone's loving it.
Yeah.
People are excited about it. I do think that this is one of my favorite of her songs that she's like writing, quote unquote, from the perspective of someone else. I think that she used so many perfect examples of Elizabeth Taylor's life that completely coincide with her own, that you really could, like, Taylor Swift herself could put a wig on and sing this song and I'd be like, oh yeah, this is about you. But in reality, the details of it are about Elizabeth Taylor. They really like nail on the head, right up to Musso and Frank's. Like, that's a famous place that she used to frequent. You know what I mean? So I think that doing the research to bring that all in and really seeming to understand her as a person and applying that metaphor to your own life is so smart.
It's
so
crazy.
Smart, and
I mean,
love it.
I wonder if like when she saw Elizabeth Taylor's son like shouting her out, and then she like took the time to actually make the comparisons and stuff, she was like, wait, shit. It's
Oh my God. Right. She's had to have made those comparisons before though, with the references to her all the way back to Reputation. And I think other people too have made those comparisons before. When people were starting to put that train back up was when 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo came out.
Great book.
People were like, oh, Elizabeth Taylor. Oh,
Marilyn Monroe. Yeah.
Oh, there's another starlet
Yeah.
who had a similar life that they think it was based on. And then people, at that time were like, this is ghostwritten by Taylor Swift or whatever. And I think that story, which is a great book, by the way. If you haven't read that book, you got to read it. But I think that story feels so Elizabeth Taylor to me, like above all of the others that people say it's about.
Yes. So, and then the song kind of just closes out with the lyrics that we've already seen. And then, all my white diamonds and lovers are forever. Don't you ever end up anything but mine. Love. Banger song. Mine.
So good.
Yep. Then we get into Opalite. She says, Opalite is a song on my album that I think is just so infectiously, contagiously happy, and it's really an expression of happiness. The song itself is about choosing happiness and getting through rough times, adversity, and really choosing your own joy and your own sort of path to joy. And it didn't just happen accidentally for you. Opalite is actually a man-made opal, and I kind of took that metaphor of a man-made gemstone and applied it to what if you make your own happiness in life. I really love that sort of comparison between the two and that analogy, and it turned into one of my favorite songs on the album.
Obsessed.
Yeah, so like she said, Opalite.
She said that in like literally every interview.
Opalite is a man-made man-made opal.
Which I'll tell you, that was a fact I did not know.
Neither
before,
did I.
So I'm happy to know it now.
Yeah, me too. I thought that Opalite was fully its own stone.
Me too.
So then we start off with the song. I got a bad habit of missing lovers past. My brother used to call it eating out of the trash. It's never gonna last. Which is very funny. Shout out Austin.
Major shouts.
For that hilarious line.
That metaphor is like the only kind of person that could say that to you and get away
Is
with
your
it
brother.
is your brother.
100%.
For sure.
My brother has said something very similar to me before.
It's incredible. I love that. Shout out JB.
And it's just like, and like, yeah, I mean, and I think when you're watching your sibling like go through all these like relationships that don't work out, it's like, why are you doing this to yourself?
Right. It's like, wake up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, what's happening here?
And yeah, just like you said, only your brother can kind of give you that wake up call that you need.
Mm-hmm.
And then she goes, I thought my house was haunted. I used to live with ghosts, and all the perfect couples said, when you know, you know, and when you don't, you don't. I love this line because I do feel like she referenced a lot about living with ghosts and this house is haunted and all of this stuff in Torture Poets, and even earlier on than that. I love that imagery of like her living in this haunted house, ghosts all around, and like then she opens the door and like,
and now the
it's
sky is
light.
opalite.
Exactly.
Literally.
Yeah.
I like this because this and all the perfect couples said, when you know, you know, and when you don't, you don't. I feel that is in a tone of like roll your eyes also.
Totally.
Because it's like everyone, that's always what they
like,
fucking
yeah, no
say.
shit.
When you know, you know. When
Yeah.
you don't, you know. It's like, shut the fuck up.
Yeah, like, yeah,
what do
we
you
know
mean?
that.
Like, yeah, we get it. We know it. And it just, it's annoying. Even when you do, and I think that's also kind of what she's saying with the song. It's like, yes, when you know, you know, when you don't, you don't. But also, you can make and create your own destiny, your own happiness. And I think that you don't have to listen to people when that's the advice that they give you. You know what I mean?
100%.
That's not the end all be all advice, and that's not the only way to get to your whatever destination it is you're looking to get to.
Then we get to the pre-chorus, and all the foes and all the friends have seen it before. They'll see it again. Life is a song. It ends when it ends. I was wrong.
I love life is a song. It ends when it ends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then she gets into the chorus. But my mama told me it's all right. You were dancing through the lightning strikes, sleepless in an onyx night, but now the sky is opalite. I love that, dancing through the lightning strikes.
Dancing through the lightning strikes.
So you were
is
just
such
trying
a perfect way to describe, like, jumping around and running for your life
narrowly
almost.
missing all
Yes.
these direct hits.
Like everything, right? Like everything's coming at you. It's trying to get you, but you're just moving through it.
Yeah.
Don't worry about
Yeah.
it. And I love that. And of course, Sleepless and the Onyx Night is so vivid for me. I love onyx. I love the use of onyx. I love onyx the stone. Big fan personally. I should have worn my onyx ring today. Fuck, and it would have matched too. And I just think that it's a great way to describe. If you've seen an onyx, like it's the darkest thing, the most opaque thing that you could have. Meaning, like it's solid. It's not. You can't see through it. You know what I mean? Like citrine, you can see right through.
Yeah.
Diamond, you can see right through. Onyx, you cannot. So when you are describing Sleepless and the Onyx Night, you're describing like the darkest dark, blackest black you can imagine, and you're just sitting there, not able to sleep in this fucking void.
Yeah.
And I like that vision of like you're so lost in that,
wandering around in the dark.
but now the sky is opalite. And then it's like someone flips a fucking switch and you're like, oh my God, here I am. I've stepped into the light. I'm no longer fighting for my life, dancing through the lightning strikes. And now the sky is opalite.
Yep.
What? And I'm about to grab my roller skates and head on down to the soda pop.
Yeah, I love that imagery too. I like what this says here. It says this chorus frames
What I say? The soda pop.
the soda pop.
My little soda pop.
That video that Una showed. Oh wait, who sent it to us? Of that? Oh, you sent it to me.
What,
of that little girl when the mom is playing Taylor Swift? She's like, I want soda pop.
Yeah, right. This little girl. Oh, who I love. I follow that girl. She's that woman. She's a really big Swiftie, and so she was like blasting Taylor Swift throughout the house, and her daughter is like
crying her eyes
2 years
out.
old, not even, like maybe at 1.5, and is like literally screaming her lungs out, and she's like, "What? You don't like this song?" And she's like literally having a temper tantrum, and she's like, "Do you want soda pop?"
Yeah,
and she's like, "Yeah," and she puts on Soda Pop from K-pop Demon Hunters, and the little girl's like, "My little soda pop."
Yeah, and I was like,
just put on Opalite. It's literally the same thing.
Yeah. Very funny.
So hilarious.
But yeah, they said this chorus frames resilience as transformation, moving from darkness, onyx sky, to light, opalite sky, onyx night to opalite sky. The idea of making your own sunshine also fits the theme of self-survival in the face of isolation and scrutiny.
Exactly.
Love that.
Make your own sunshine in that onyx night.
Exactly.
You know?
Then we get into the second verse. You couldn't understand it. Why you felt alone. You were in it for real. She was in her phone, and you were just a pose. Sheesh. And
I didn't know my sunglasses were on because I'm feeling shady.
I actually saw someone give a very good explanation of this because I saw a lot of people being like, what's the point of like throwing in the shade? Like it just seems extra, like you're in this happy relationship.
It's vague shade.
But yes, I disagree with that also, but people are just saying like, what's the point? You're in this happy relationship.
I'm saying that to be.
Right. But no, I just
sorry. I'm so sorry. I
no, it's
okay.
okay.
100 times. You were reading something about
this girl, right?
Yeah.
So one of the common arguments was like, yes, you're in this happy relationship now. What's the point of shading a past lover? This girl's like, well, through my eyes, Kayla Nicole like always kind of got to get on the podcast and get on this thing and talk about her side of the story where Travis was kind of painted as like this bad partner, this bad guy who didn't want to pay for anything or whatever the fuck it was.
Always.
So I think this is kind of Taylor like sticking up for Travis a little bit here. Like, I'm just going to throw in this line for you to like remind everyone that like you were trying your best too. You wanted someone that was just going to give you a lot of love. You were looking for that relationship.
You were in it for real.
Yeah.
You were in it for real and she was in her phone. And I think that could apply, if you're not applying this whole song to Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce, it can apply to anybody's exes and whatever, people that are whatever. And I do think that there's a real problem in relationships now that sometimes one half of the relationship, whoever it is, are maybe a little too online, obsessed with putting the relationship online, and it makes me question the validity of their love always. If I see a couple that's a little too online, phony.
I'm like, they don't actually like each other.
No.
Yeah.
And I think that, if we're really talking about Kayla Nicole here, I think that she is the literal prime example of exactly this. And that's unfortunate. Oh no, what?
Alex Russo is officially dead.
Oh wait, I saw that. Caroline sent that to our chat.
Yeah.
What is that?
Alex Russo is now dead in the Wizards of Waverly Place universe. She sacrificed herself in the season 2 finale.
What? So because Selena Gomez can't do Wizards of Waverly Place anymore?
Yeah, she's like, listen, you guys paid me for my 2 episode.
Wait, that's so crazy.
That is crazy. Sorry, that just really. It was just like this big picture of Selena Gomez with officially dead.
Yeah. No, that's so nuts to put.
So anyway, so then after we get into You Were Just Opposed, we go into And Don't We Try to Love, we give it all we got.
Wait, go back to Kayla Nicole a little bit first because so I think that it's like you said, like how that girl said, I think it's totally fair to make that comparison whether or not it's like directly talking about this girl or not.
Of course.
But unfortunately, there's a lot of evidence that suggests that is her shit.
I think that's also a common trope in like social media these days now. Like so many relationships are like literally for social media. And,
right.
Like,
that's what we were just saying.
These couples aren't actually in love.
They're not legit. And I think too, and of course, here is where people go wrong with this. If you don't want a Taylor Swift song to be about you, then don't say anything about it when it comes out.
Yeah.
Let people think what they want to think. Don't then get on a podcast and say it's painful and whatever, like Kayla Nicole fucking did. Like, the second this came out, she found like she was like making statements to friends, and it was like just worried about the backlash and whatever, like some just whispers that got to the press, and it's like
no one said it was, no one confirmed that was you. Now you're confirming it.
Same as like
you're taking it personally.
Same as like the Charlie thing with Actually Romantic, which we'll get to. But it's like to me, you don't have to put that target on your back. And if you do, then I no longer have sympathy because it's like you didn't have to get involved in this. Just because Travis may or may not have shared some of his insecurities about his last relationship with his new fiance doesn't mean that you now are a victim and get to be like, oh my God, I got shaded in a Taylor Swift song. It's like that's not what's happening here.
I think really what she was just trying to prove or just trying to reiterate was like that he was also looking for a serious relationship,
just like she was. And she had a very similar situation where she's got some guy leading her on for years and years, etc. Whatever. Fuck it. They're both just looking for love, and they found each other.
Exactly. And then we get into And Don't We Try to Love, we give it all we got. You finally left the table. And what a simple thought. You're starving till you're not.
I love that.
Love that line. Love that metaphor. You finally left the table. A lot of people are saying that it may be a little bit of a reference to Right Where You Left Me, which I like.
Absolutely. Well, of course, because you love that. You finally left the table. And it's like she could be speaking to him or to herself or to anybody.
Totally.
Like, you is in the collective you. Finally left the table and you got what you wanted and you're no longer starving. You know? Yeah, it's great.
What a simple thought. And then we get into the pre-chorus again, chorus, and then we get into the bridge. This is just a storm inside a teacup, but shelter here with me, my love. Thunder like a drum, this life will beat you up, up, up. I like storm inside a teacup. Because when something's happening to you, it feels like it's this most tumultuous end of your life. But at the end of the day, it's like a kind of about like unnecessary anger. And like you're worrying about something that maybe in the bigger picture of things isn't the end of the world.
Absolutely. I also like storm inside a teacup instead of lightning in a bottle, which I do think is something that Taylor has said in nearly every interview she's given about this album. She's mentioned like we're capturing lightning in a bottle, blah, blah, blah. And I like this is just kind of that same metaphor just said differently.
Yeah.
I like it. I also want to say for my Mike Flanagan stands out there, and The Haunting of Hill House. It is spooky season, and we haven't even addressed.
I need to rewatch that show.
Oh my god, you got it. Well, they've got a million, you know.
Yeah.
In The Haunting of Hill House, there is a part where this is so dumb, but there's a teacup with stars on it, and they call it your cup full of stars. And so when we first heard this, and I people look back at the our reaction video, I thought she said a star inside a teacup, and I was like, "Oh my God, she's watching this. We're watching the same show. She's watching Haunting of Hill House. She's a Mike Flanagan stan." But it wasn't. It was a star inside a teacup. I just wanted to say that.
And then we get
and remind everybody to rewatch.
This is just a temporary speed bump, but failure brings you freedom, and I can bring you love, 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 love. Don't you sweat it, baby. I love that part. Wait, also really funny,
obsessed.
Really funny little annotation here. Swift's aware of how the roads work. Speed bumps are usually set in roads in order for traffic control and safety. Similarly to how humans sometimes have to slow down and rest in order to face adversity and hard times.
Okay.
I love that.
And this is another thing where I'm like, did that need to be said?
Yeah, no, but it's so funny. Swift's aware of how the roads work.
Right. Like, yes.
Yes.
I really just do wonder. But even that part of like humans need to rest and blah, blah. It's like, oh, okay.
It's probably like someone's AI doing this probably.
I worry about the world.
And then we get into the chorus again, and then the song is over. Banger song.
Banger. Yeah. Another one that seems to be everybody's favorite. It's Swiftie Dave's number one. Pretty much everyone that I know, whether they like Taylor Swift or not, even more than The Fate of Ophelia, are talking about Opalite. People love it.
Yeah, which I'm honestly surprised about because I thought that Opalite was maybe going to get a little bit more hate just because it's so like catchy.
I totally
agree. But I'm really loving that everyone's loving it.
Wait, you know what? We forgot to mention with The Fate of Ophelia, when she sings the she did it on Fallon. I think it's Ophelia.
Ophelia
reminded her
you belong with me.
She said that she got the same like heart flutter feeling for both,
which
and
I
thought that was really cool. Me too.
Yeah.
Me too. Love.
I mean, I can imagine that feeling of like being like, oh my God, wow,
be like,
we got
damn, I
good
got a hit on
our
my hands.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
And then we're getting to the next track, Father Figure.
Woo.
Father Figure, this is what Taylor said. Father Figure is a song about power, a song about a protege and their mentor, and about sort of the idea of tables turning and flipping the script, almost like sort of the son versus the father. And I've always loved stories about that. I've always wanted to create a song that really explain how those roles can shift over time, and I'm really proud of this one too. Has one of my favorite key changes that I've ever done. And she said, I would say that lyrically, I had such a blast writing this record because each song is like its own sort of choose your own adventure. Each song feels like it's an era of its own. It's just very dramatic, sweeping, epic record full of 12 songs, but each one really packs a punch, and each one is really kind of its own movie. But the Father Figure lyrics are my favorite. I remember just writing the lyrics and sitting there and being like, hee 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 hee.
Love.
It's this stuff that I've always wanted to say. The first line of the second verse is my favorite in terms of a visual. Like when you think about what it means and then you realize it's just like a very descriptive way to say something. And I love that line. I also love the keychain chorus lyrics, just a blast to write. And I love stepping into a character like that.
Obsessed.
Also something interesting she said, which is not here, but in the movie tidbit, she was like, I have been both people.
Well, so, right. And I want to explain that further because I feel like people then misinterpret it. There's some shit going on with this song. And it's like, she's been very clear because she again talked about it on Fallon. And she was much more clear than that piece in the movie. So in the movie, she explained, she's like, oh, I understand what it's like to be in both roles, to be the father figure and to also be the protege. And people at first were taking that to mean that she has been that negative father figure, the one that, okay, so in this song, and she explained this on Fallon at length, in this song, the first 2 verses are from the point of view of the quote unquote father figure. The last verse is from the point of view of the quote unquote protege, flipping the script on the father figure that's been just like, you know, the same guy who's been in the beginning, right? And that is how I interpreted it the first time I listened to it. That's what I got, whatever. People were like, well, she said she can interpret it both ways. That means that Olivia Rodrigo? Don't piss me off. Like, don't piss me
off. My friend,
Nate, I'll call him out. Nate said that.
Oh, really?
Nate was like, I think everything has multiple meanings. I'm like, not this one. No, that has nothing to do with Olivia.
And like, no, like,
is she that important?
100, but to be 100% honest, I don't think Taylor would write this song.
Never.
If that was the case.
That's also what I said. I said, first of all, it's a bad look. Like, she would never write something like that. And also, like, the whole, whatever is going on with her and Olivia, whatever. I don't think it has anything to do with anything. No, I think that there was an issue. And somebody else posted on Twitter as a reminder, and I feel like I just want to give that reminder now for anybody who thinks that Olivia Rodrigo has anything to do with this. Someone was like, when I see these images, and it's like young Olivia Rodrigo being obsessed with Taylor Swift. Yeah. It's like, when I see these images, I feel bad for Olivia. Her favorite artist took advantage of her inexperience in the music industry and blah, 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 blah. Lies. Someone says Taylor didn't sue her. It was an ex-Paramore member, and Olivia just credited to prevent future problems. Jack Antonoff also said he was surprised that they got credited. Stop the false narrative and check your sources. And it pisses me off too, because we've spoken at length about what we think about this. And I am very much in the camp of, if Olivia Rodrigo is trying to grow her own fan base and become her own artist, she can't be constantly like, Taylor Swift. Like, you have to be your own person. Like, it's one thing to show love and to get excited for and whatever. And it's another thing to be a super fan, which she was. She was a super fan, posting about Taylor Swift every fucking day. You can't do that when you don't see Sabrina doing that. You don't see literally anyone doing that anymore, especially if you're an artist, because it's like, you don't want that to be your fan base. You don't want that to be the reason why people like you. Like, Olivia Rodrigo needs to carve her own path to become her own artist, which she is doing and is continuing to do and has always done. But at first, everybody loved her because Taylor Swift was like, oh yeah, she's cool. And she loved Taylor Swift. Like, that was the reason, you know, and driver's license. But it's like, I don't understand where along the way anyone started to think that Taylor was like the villain in that scenario. People trying to be like vampires about her. No, it's not.
The story got turned into like something, turned on its head 100% because people were trying to
into
paint
something
Taylor
it's not. And it pisses me off. So I think maybe in the way that it was described in the movie, people started taking it that way.
I think so, yeah.
And then when she explained it further on Fallon, it could not be more clear that is not the scenario. That is not the case. Incorrect.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's get into the lyrics. Verse 1, when I found you, you were young, wayward, lost in the cold.
And this is from the perspective of the father figure, remember.
Pulled up to you in the jag, turned your rags into cold. The winding road leads to the chateau. You remind me of a younger me. I saw potential. See, and people are also saying, like, I wonder, is this song about Scott Borchetta? To me, like, I think
definitely.
Oh, really?
I think that it's about the idea of a power imbalance. I think that idea fits perfectly into the experience with Scott Borchetta.
Yeah,
I'm not saying that this is her song for Scott, even though I do kind of think that, actually, if I'm really being honest, but it can apply to a lot of other things.
For
like,
sure.
This is
like the overarching.
Totally.
But like,
I really think it.
Yeah.
I do.
Yeah,
I'll explain why in the second verse.
Okay. Just the whole protege part. Like, I was like, how is she his protege?
Because she was the moneymaker. She was the biggest artist that he signed to their label ever. And I think that agents believe that they're like protege. I think in some people's perspectives make it seem like it has to be
in the same field.
Yeah, like a protege can only be like, oh, you're my protege, I'm an artist, you're an artist.
Yeah.
Protege can also be someone that you just help lift up in their career.
Okay.
It doesn't necessarily mean that they have to also be an artist, you know? And I think that Scott Borchetta at first came into their lives and said, here, Swift family and young Taylor, you've got talent, I see potential, you remind me of a younger me, you're so ambitious. Like, those comparisons can be made. Because, I mean, Scott Borchetta, even though he hates his guts, is an ambitious man. He owns a record label. Like that's not taking away from the work that he did do before he got like drunk with power, which I do think ultimately is the message of the song, is that you start off pulled up to you in the Jag, turn your rags into gold, and it's almost like he's like, I showed up in your life, this big wig, and I made you something.
Yeah.
That's what I get from this first thing. And
I see
then
that for sure.
you go into the chorus, I'll be your father figure, I drink that brown liquor, I can make deals with the devil because my dick's bigger. That part to me also says like, it's, I picture like a man in their office with like a fucking Don Draper, you know what I mean? I picture Don Draper in this moment kind of sitting here like, yeah, don't worry about it, sweetheart. Like I'll make deals because my dick's bigger. You know, oh, they want to try to push us here? Psh, don't worry. I'll step in and I'll make it work for us because I protect the family, you know, like that energy.
No,
Does that make sense?
100%
At least for this
sense.
first verse. That's
no,
how I
totally. This love is pure profit. Just step into my office. I dried your tears with my sleeve. I love that line too.
Me too.
Which is like, I'm just picturing like a big wig boss, like while you're sitting in the chair across from their desk, and they're like, "Oh, like let me help
please.
you."
Like kind of being there for you, and that's literally what father figure, the term, would imply, is that this person is there for you in moments of need or emotion or whatever. And that line of I dry your tears with my sleeve, leave it with me. It's almost like oh, hush, hush, little baby. Like, don't worry about it. Like, I've got you, blah, blah, blah. It's just more kind of taking advantage of vulnerability to mask the ill intent. Does that make sense?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I also like this too. Swift is stepping into the metaphorical role of being someone's father, explaining how men have been traditionally seen as the workers and providers of the family. This is funny. That penile size is something that often matters to many, but not all men, which can contribute to the egos of men with that ideology and therefore redirect how they view power back to the outdated traditional views. I like that.
Me too.
Leave it with me. I protect the family. And then we get into verse 2. Where the fuck did it go? I pay the check before it kisses the mahogany grain.
And that's the line that she refers to as like her favorite line. She like loves the loves the imagery of that before it kisses the mahogany grain, meaning like a wood mahogany table, like at a fancy restaurant or in like a fancy scenario. Mahogany is like a very expensive, you know, wood. Did I say it last time about Ron Burgundy? Yeah. So you guys know, you've heard that part.
Said they want to see you rise. They don't want to see you reign. I love that line. It's like they want to see you get famous, but they don't want to see you get so famous that you can provide on your own.
Totally.
Almost.
Well, that's that also. So this whole part here. Wait. Okay. Right when we get to my dear protege, I want to say something about this line.
Okay. Then she said, I showed you all the tricks of the trade. All I ask is for your loyalty, my dear protege.
So this way I interpret it as like almost like kicked up a notch, right? Like the first verse is, hey, we're starting out. I found you, pulled you out of nothing, started like taking over your stuff and taking care of you and taking care of the family. Now it's a few years later, and this person, whoever it is like heavily involved in the decision making, is involved in making money off of this person, whatever, picking up the check before anybody sees it. Like, oh, don't worry, I got this. But really it's on like the company card and whatever. And and that illusion of I've got everything handled, I've got it all under control, while also kind of having that, like feeling that power and having that power and kind of wielding it as if it were created by themselves, like this powerful person. It's like, you're not the talent, but you're wielding the power as if you are.
Yeah.
And then this part of like, they want to see you rise, they don't want to see you reign. That to me is the same person almost talking shit about others to them, being like, listen, they don't want to see you rise. They don't want to see you reign or rise or anything. Like, they don't want what's best for you, but I do. And all I ask for is your loyalty. In that way, it's kind of like maybe someone else is coming in and being like, hey, I don't know if what's going on here is most beneficial to you. Here's what we can offer. And then it's like the other guy is like, no. Forget what they have to say. They're coming in here. They're going to rip you off. Like, I've got you. You're my protege. Like, don't worry about it, you know?
Yeah.
That's how I interpret that. Almost like they're losing control a little bit. And they're trying to be like, I showed you everything you know. Like, all I ask is for your loyalty. Like, borderline threatening. Like, Be loyal to me because I'm the one who's got your back. I protect the family. I'll be your father figure.
Yeah.
You know?
I have definitely a similar viewpoint of that too. And something that I always thought, like, verse 1 was kind of like that, the entrapment, like, I'm here, you're the cold, you're alone, I have you, I save you. And then verse 2 is kind of like where you kind of start to see like the cracks in the perfection.
Definitely.
You know what I mean? Like he's saying like, oh, they don't want to see you rise. They don't want you to reign. I did all this for you.
Yes.
All I'm asking is for your Lord. And you're kind of like questioning a little bit now. Like, wait a second.
It's like, what are your intentions?
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, totally.
And then we get into the chorus. I'll be your father figure. I drink that brown liquor. Blah blah blah. Leave it with me.
Just more peacocking from this hypothetical figure.
It's and it's the same as the original, as the first chorus. There's no lyric changes or anything. This love is pure profit. Or except I guess in the end she says, this love is pure profit. Just step into my office. They'll know your name in the streets. Leave it with me. I'll protect the family. And then we get into the bridge. I saw a change in you, my dear boy. They don't make loyalty like they used to. Your thoughtless ambition sparked the ignition on foolish decisions, which led to misguided visions. That to fulfill your dreams, you had to get rid of me. I protect the family.
So this is where I'm with you on that part of like, you're kind of like, whoa, look what I did, whatever.
Yeah.
This is like the loss of control that's almost turning into like guilt and anger.
Yeah.
Where it's like, they don't make loyalty like they used to. Like, your thoughtless ambition sparked the ignition on foolish decisions, which led to misguided visions to fulfill your dreams. You thought you had to get rid of me?
Yeah.
It's like, no.
Like,
you need me.
Yes.
Like, you need me.
Like, without me, you're making all of these bad decisions.
Right.
You're misguided.
Thoughtless ambition sparked the ignition. Like, foolish decisions. Like, doesn't sound like any of what is being done is foolish. It just sounds like, from this person's point of view, they see the writing on the wall. They're about to get the boot.
Totally. And then we go back into the chorus, but then this is where it kind of like leads up.
I love this part.
I was your father figure. This is where it switches.
Right. This is where it switches to the point of view of the protege.
Yes.
Or Taylor Swift.
I was your father figure. We drank that brown liquor. You made a deal with this devil. Turns out my dick's bigger.
Woo!
You want to fight? You found it. I got the place surrounded. You'll be sleeping with the fishes before you know you're drowning.
Upset.
Whose portrait's on the mantle? Who covered up your scandals?
Who?
Mistake my kindness for weakness and find your card canceled. I was your father figure. You pulled the wrong trigger. This empire belongs to me.
Exactly.
Chills down my fucking spine.
Literally my whole body covered in chills. Yeah. Exactly. And this, I think, is probably the most self-explanatory. Like, once you realize, if you didn't the first time, that this is the shift in point of view, it's like, this is someone taking back what's theirs.
And to me, this is kind of like Taylor being like, actually, like realizing, actually, I'm the one that has the power here. I've done everything to get you to where you are.
Yep.
And now, like, I'm not going to be like this meek little girl that you thought I was anymore. I'm cutting you off. You pulled the wrong trigger.
Oh, you thought you could pull a fast one on me?
Yeah.
As fucking if.
Yeah.
Scott,
whose portrait's on the fucking mantle? Like, who's the actual boss here?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Who's the boss here? And I also love I got the place surrounded. You'll be sleeping with the fishes before you know you're drowning. Obviously, I love the mobbiness of it.
Yeah.
How it's not, sleeping with the fishes, obviously a very famous like mob term. But I like too that is kind of the language you have to use towards a guy like that, towards a man like that, or because someone in power like that.
Yeah, this is like a mafia deal. Like, this is more, you're signing in blood almost, more than just signing your name on.
Exactly. These aren't dollars and cents we're talking about. We're talking about millions of dollars in a $1 billion business in general, especially if we're referring directly to Taylor's work. But I love whose portrait's on the mantle, who covered up your scandals.
I love that
What you got hiding in the closet,
yeah.
Scott?
Huh, Scott? What do you got?
What you got?
Yeah.
What you got, Scott?
Well, I also feel like, I wonder, like, by covered up scandals, she means, like, she put everything, like, she didn't blow up his spot for so long until he did the last fucking worst thing he could do.
This too, the mistake my kindness for weakness and find your card canceled. That to me tells me that at that line, find your card canceled, coupled with grab the check before it kisses the mahogany grain, tells me that maybe there was a little bit of mismanagement of funds going on somewhere in this hypothetical world that may or may not be about Scott Borchetta.
Right.
It just sounds like someone's throwing the company card around a little too much. And it's like, you think I'm so nice, you can get away with this, this, pull one over behind my back. Well, your card's canceled and you're sleeping with the fishes, by the way.
I always took that as like, I'm cutting you off. Like,
absolutely.
Yeah. You spent all my money and now you're done.
Now you're done.
And then with the outro, she goes, you remind me of a younger me. I saw potential.
That to me is like mocking. Like,
yeah.
You remind me of a younger me. Like someone so stupid they couldn't see this coming.
Yeah.
You know? And that's where it is. And the script has absolutely flipped. Production-wise, I'm obsessed with this song. Like the sound of this song, similar to Elizabeth Taylor, where I like love the drop, I love the vibes, and all the music has been really good. But the way that father figure kicks in at the end is so good.
I love it.
I love that like
the key change or whatever it is.
Yeah, the key change is great, but it does kind of feel father figure like. It's like you're waiting. Like
and
something
like,
about
boom!
the beat is
it's like kind of like when like the mafia boss kicks down the door and they start fucking spraying up the room.
Yeah, exactly. Scar, say hello to my little friend.
Yeah, exactly.
Like
they kind of pulled off like this great heist, or they pulled off like this not betrayal, almost exactly like a bait and switch.
They pulled it
off.
Like
we what's it called? A trap. We trapped you.
Yes. And we do have to mention that Taylor mentioned on Fallon. And I'm sure the Succession fans listening will be thrilled to hear that she did say that she is very inspired. And you read it on the Genius thing too, that she was inspired by that like father-son power dynamic when it comes to business or whatever. She's a big Succession fan. So she says that the father figure, she's kind of writing it with Logan Roy in mind, which I love. I think that's so funny. And then like Logan and Kendall Roy and whatever. And if you're not a Succession person, you don't care about this, but you should watch it. It's a really, really good show. But I think that is such a perfect example of that, because Kendall Roy, and who is the, he's the eldest boy. He wasn't really, but he is.
I'm the eldest boy.
I'm the eldest boy. He and his father always had that power struggle of like Logan would just think that or Taylor references, she goes, the line that always stuck to me, one that Logan said when talking to all of his children when they're deciding who's taking over the empire, was that you're not serious people. And she said that really stuck with me. And so she's kind of, that's the cadence or the attitude that this father figure has. And so that's how you kind of are supposed to picture that person in power.
I love that.
And I've just assigned it to Scott Borchetta. So whether it's about him or not, it is to me. And I think it fits. If the shoe fits.
Totally.
So.
She also, I don't know what interview it was, but she also referenced Darth Vader and Luke Skywalker.
Yes.
Luke Skywalker,
which is a really good one.
With this song too, which I love.
The father figure edits are like the best I've ever
seen. Of Conrad Fisher, literally.
The Conrad ones are so good. There's a lot of Harry Potter ones.
Yeah.
There's a McGonagall one. There's a Molly Weasley one.
Yeah, the Snape one is really good too.
Narcissa, Snape.
The Narcissa one is so good. Yeah.
They're all so good. Oh my God, there was a Ruin the Friendship one with Glee. Did you see with Glee? And with Corey Feldman?
With Corey Monteith.
Yeah, Corey Monteith and
Corey Feldman.
Kicked off Dancing with the Stars.
Yeah.
Or we're dead.
Corey Monteith and Lea Michele.
And Lea Michele.
God.
Whole thing. I've been posting them all on my stories if you guys are paying attention. I said, at first I was like, oh no, these are going to get annoying, but everybody's like really asking for them, so I keep posting them.
I love that.
Gia, after a long, long podcast like this one, I can't wait to get back home and slide into my Bowling Branch sheets.
I've been picturing
The weather
it.
is feeling cool outside. It's a rainy day in New York City. Oh my God, I cannot wait to wrap myself up in the warm, soft, buttery sheets and my throw from Boll & Branch, our bestie.
Yes, exactly. Boll & Branch's bed bundles are perfect for creating your sanctuary of comfort. It's an effortless upgrade. You'll get everything you need with an ease of a click. And there's bundles for every kind of sleeper with curated bedding for your coolest, coziest, or softest night's sleep. So Boll & Branch makes upgrading your bed easier than ever with curated bundles for your sanctuary of comfort. Get 20% off bed bundles for a limited time, plus free shipping and returns only at bollandbranch.com/TaylorWatch. That's BOLLAND branch.com/TaylorWatch for up to 20% off bundles. Exclusions apply. All right, let's get into the next song, track 5.
Woo!
Eldest Daughter. Track 5 on my album is called Eldest Daughter, and it's a love song about kind of the roles that we play in our public life, because nowadays everyone has a public life. You have a life that you portray to other people, or what you portray on social media. And then you have the you that everyone gets to know, who has earned the right to be closest to you. And it's really hard to be sincere publicly, because that's not really what our culture rewards. People reward you for being tough and unbothered and too busy to care. And you may be that about some things, but everyone has things that matters to them and people that matter to them. This song really kind of gets to the heart of when someone close enough gets close enough to you to earn your trust. That's when you can admit to them that you actually really do care about some things.
Yeah,
that
you're not really a bad bitch and you're not really savage, and that really is what that's about. But this song, I'll say off the top, obviously it's about me because I'm an eldest daughter, but I think that it is one of the most, and this is a personal thought, I know that not everybody feels the same way about this track, with the exception of like You're on Your Own, Kid. And even that, I'm not so sure. Like, I like that song so much. This might be my favorite track 5 in the whole discography. Like, and I know that's a bold statement.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna have to relook at all the track 5s just to make sure. This speaks to me on the deepest level I've ever been spoken to by Taylor Swift. Like,
wow.
I think obviously it's because I am an eldest daughter. So is she. I've always kind of felt like, oh yeah, we think in similar ways, or we kind of grew up the same, so we have same references and same, I don't know, that same like yearning for the time you can spend by yourself and just enjoy it and be stress free. And you have so few of those moments when you're like an eldest child. Like, you just don't. It just doesn't happen. And you sometimes you have to parent your parents. Sometimes you parent your siblings. Sometimes you don't want to tell anybody in your family what's going on because you don't want to be a burden. And I think that all of those things kind of come through on this song in a way that I never would have expected to like be seen. You know what I mean? And in speaking with other eldest daughters and all the people in my comments and stuff, we all kind of feel similarly about that. And I think that it's such a funny, and Taylor explains, and I'm sure you'll read it right now, or you just read the thing. Yeah. Did she say in there about how it's like an interesting concept? Maybe she said that on Fallon or maybe in the movie, but she said like being an eldest daughter is something that she's always been curious about and studied, and that she has like friends who are eldest daughters, and you kind of gravitate towards those kind of people, and that it's like a group of people that it's just interesting how we all have a shared experience, no matter like how you were raised. If you were raised in the happiest house of all time or in a sad way or whatever, it just kind of, you really relate to it if you do. And I just love it. I just love it so much. I think it's beautiful. Okay. And that's fine.
Yeah.
That's fine. I know that I am like overzealous about it. Like I am totally pumping it up more than anybody, I think, but I just really think it's a beautiful song.
It's because you love it and it relates to you, and it's like, that's your opinion.
It's just so,
that's your opinion.
It's my opinion, and I'm allowed to have it.
Yeah.
But it really just so like speaks to me. So for anyone else that feels this way about that song, know that you're seen by me.
I love that for you guys.
Thanks.
So let's get into the song. It starts off with "Everybody's so punk on the internet. Everyone's unbothered until they're not. Every joke's just trolling and memes. Sad as it seems, apathy is hot."
These lines have caused such a stir. People are so pissed, like, yeah, what is she talking about, memes and trolling and whatever. And I'm sorry to those people who just didn't turn on their brain that day, because
I think if you like are online, like, you know exactly what she means, and she's just commenting like exactly on she's commenting on the culture of the internet.
Exactly.
Everybody is putting on this hard exterior. No one gives a fuck. Everybody's just trolling. Oh, that was just a joke. Oh, I was just making a meme.
This is sarcasm, y'all. This is said in us. It's like everybody's so punk on the said with an eye roll, and I feel like sometimes like. Maybe we need to add some eye roll emojis in the lyrics, Taylor, so people can really fucking get it, because they're not getting it.
Sad as it seems, apathy is hot. I like this. Swift is identifying a trend many researchers and commentators have also noticed. Now more than ever, it's cooler not to care, not to try. Whether it's through the Gen Z stare or the constant fear of cringe, young people face pressure to appear disaffected and unbothered at all times, which is so true. I think everyone's just scared of themselves.
Scared of themselves, scared to be themselves.
Yes.
And this is something that and this song may really have like, I do think it's unlocked something within me.
Wow.
Because for a long time, and I still do, I'm working my way out of it, because you want to care what people younger than you think about you. Because you like don't ever want to be not cool. Like,
of course.
You never want to get to that point where it's like, oh, you're old, or oh, you're whatever. Like, that's like, it's like, oh my God, I'd rather die than somebody think that I'm like old and out of touch. Like, that's the biggest insult you could give. I insulted Kevin that way one time. I told him during Barbie, I was like, you sound old and out of touch. And it like, he was pissed. We didn't speak for like a year. Like, he was legit mad at me for saying that. And never admitted it, but I knew, because as soon as I said it, I went, oh, it was too far. It was too mean. Because I would hate if someone said that to me. And I think that happens, a lot, and it happens upon you, and you don't realize it's happening until you do something that people are like, what the fuck? You sound old, whatever. And I think that this song and this album in general, because it's so, I feel like this album as a whole is so like for the millennials. I kind of want to have that point of view of like, I need to stop caring what younger people think of me. Like I need to just be like, as long as everybody my age is cool with me and older, that's cool. I can't care anymore about the kids because they already hate me. They hate me for what I stand for.
Yeah, and I
they
feel
don't know
like,
me at all. They don't want to know me, and that's fine. I don't want to know them either.
And the kids,
I don't want to look at these people.
They can't make up their mind internet.
No.
Anyway, they just make up their mind
They
of
don't know
what the internet tells them.
They don't even know it. Right. And exactly. There's so. I just feel like so many kids are brainwashed. It makes me
rot.
feel sad. Yeah.
Yeah. Then we get into everybody's cutthroat in the comments. Every single hot take is cold as ice. When you found me, I said I was busy. That was a lie.
That was a lie.
I love that line.
It's my favorite. I'm always lying about how busy I am.
Love the call out to the keyboard warriors.
Big time.
Everyone's cutthroat in the comments. Yeah, totally can relate. Every single hot take is cold as ice. And I love this line too because it's like little did she know that this line was so important for this album because, you know, everyone's online being like, I have a hot take. Well, actually, I have a hot take about Taylor Swift's album.
I love Taylor, but...
Yeah, guys, does anyone else agree with me? It's like, girl, everyone, your hot take is as cold as ice. Everyone has this negative opinion that you have. You're just another negative original comment. Exactly. Then she goes into the pre-chorus. I've been afflicted by terminal uniqueness. I've been dying just from trying to seem cool.
I love that part. Love it.
Oh, also, this when you find me, I said I was busy. That was a lie. That's funny because someone's like, she said that she was too busy to meet him, that she couldn't like have him come backstage. Remember?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Which is cute.
Totally. That's so funny.
Yeah.
And so true. Like, I said that I was busy. That was a lie.
Yeah.
The amount of times I've been like, oh no, sorry, I'm busy, whatever. One, because I like was too anxious to go out, or two, because I like didn't have it in me to be cool that day, or like I wasn't feeling sparkly.
I'm too scared to like think
it happens
that
all the time.
When you meet me, you won't think I'm who I am.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like if I'm not in the perfect, if I don't have the perfect like parameters and mood, and if the wind is not blowing the right way, then I can't be as sparkly as possible, then like I'm busy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
but really I'm at home.
Right.
I'm at home and I have a hood on.
Yeah, and I'm under my covers.
And I'm under the covers and I'm sleeping.
Yeah. I've been dying just from trying to seem cool, but I'm not a bad bitch, and this isn't savage, but I'm never going to let you down. I'm never going to leave you out. So many traitors, smooth operators, but I'm never going to break that vow. I'm never going to leave you now. Oh. I love that because and you know, everyone has we said this ad nauseum, everyone has their opinions about using bad bitch and savage. But I like that because, like I said earlier, I think it's a very common term used in a lot of different songs. Like no matter who the artist is, I think a lot of people use the term bad bitch. A lot of people use the term savage.
Of course.
And I like how it's juxtaposed with but I'm never going to let you down. Like I'm not a bad bitch. I'm not a savage, but I'm never going to let you down. I'm never going to leave you out. I'll always be there for you.
Right.
Like, I may not be.
I'm real as fuck.
Yeah.
I'm real. I'm not going to waste my time worrying about like how I'm perceived, or I'm not going to spend more time worrying about how I'm perceived versus taking care of you or being there for you. Like ultimately those aspects of life are what's more important.
Yeah,
that's how I
totally.
Anyway.
And then we get into the second verse. You know, the last time I laughed this hard was on the trampoline in somebody's backyard.
So relatable.
I must have been about 8 or 9. That was the night I fell off and broke my arm.
During the thing, remember we were like, or at least I said, I was like, I didn't know Taylor broke her arm.
Yeah, I know. You're like, and then you go, oh, shout out my high school friends.
Yeah. For real though, shout out. Like that's
totally.
all we would do was sit on the trampoline. Shout out Alex. Alex had the trampoline in her backyard. I think Brittany had one. We all had trampolines in our backyard. Like
I saw a very interesting comparison to this, and I wonder what you think about it, because I was like, I agree a little bit. Someone said that maybe this is kind of referencing her 1989 era, because I was about 8 or 9. You know, last time, and you know, there's this video of her jumping off that trampoline with Calvin Harris, but more of just a time of like, this was a time where like there was so much going on in my life. I thought that I was really happy, but like it was very tumultuous, and I ended up falling and breaking my arm. Like,
true,
I went out with the girl squad. I was having so much fun, but it ended up being really bad for me. Like it ended up not being this positive thing that happened.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure. I took it pretty literally because I've had that literal experience of like being on someone's trampoline in their backyard.
Because I do
that's very like New Jersey, Pennsylvania.
That idea of the last time I laughed this hard was when I was a literal child. Like that's very cute and true.
Especially with your friends or whatever. But I That's an interesting theory. Because 8 or 9 is a little on the nose.
Right.
You know, it's like, all right, we get it, you know?
We got it. You were born in 1989.
Yeah. The next line is good and kind of goes back to Zane Lowe.
Yes.
What Zane Lowe said.
Pretty soon I learned cautious discretion when your first crush crushes something kind. I love that line too.
You know, do you know Ryan Seacrest told a story about that?
Oh, really?
So Ryan Seacrest, when she called into their radio show, he was like, he kept referencing this song and how they were talking about how she sometimes still writes from the perspective of high school and whatever. And he's like, you know, I have this memory of this girl I was obsessed with in high school. Like we were dating and whatever, but we went to different schools. And he's like, and one day after school, I went and I picked her up a sub from Blimpie, which is like the original Subway. Yeah. I love Blimpie. And he was like, I picked her up a sub from Blimpie and I drove it over to her high school and she was with some other guy and I was so upset or whatever. But that line of when your first crush crushes something kind is so real.
Everyone remembers what it's like to have your heart broken for the first time.
You know what Taylor said to that? Taylor said that would have been my villain origin story. She was like, that's crazy.
No.
And that would have been my villain origin story.
That's hilarious.
What the hell? Like she went on about it for like 5 minutes. She was like, that's horrible. I was like, yeah, that is horrible.
That is fucked up.
Bitch. Standing up Ryan Seacrest, he's bringing you Blimpie.
Yeah, what?
Rude.
That's so funny. Yeah. But like I think everyone remembers like having this like all-consuming crush and then having this moment where you realize they don't like you the way that you like them and it's like, wait, what? Like what is this feeling?
Basically every crush I've ever had, by the way.
The story of my life, I take her home. Literally. And then she goes, when I said I don't believe in marriage, that was a lie.
That was a clock for me, I think. That was like a, hey, bitch.
Clock.
I'm like,
especially with like all that 1950s shit they want from me. And you know what's so interesting too? And I kind of just made this thing in my head when I was saying this, but she went from paper rings, like I like shiny things, I'd marry you with paper rings, to like, lavender haze, like they want that 1950s shit from me, like I don't need to get married, to when I said I don't believe in marriage, that was a lie.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like, to me, it's almost like she met Joe. She was like, I love him so much. Like, I want to get married to him, all this stuff. But as the relationship went on, she realized that's not what he wanted. So, that's not what I want either. You know, but at the end of the day, she's been singing about wanting to get married since her first album.
Since forever. Yeah. Like, no one, first of all.
But it's almost like that relationship made her feel like she had to have the mentality of like, I don't want to get married.
Completely. And I think that happens to a lot of people where they'll be with someone and they love them so much or they want to make it work so badly that they'll just like adapt those, they'll adapt whatever mindset it is that they are comfortable with. And a couple of things with that, going back to paper rings, we should have known this girl was lying in Lavender Haze. I mean, we all knew she was lying in Lavender Haze because she's been singing about like her white dress and Romeo Saved Me since she's 16 years old. But I'd marry you with paper rings. She's literally screaming like, I don't care about anything. I just want to marry you.
I'll do anything.
And he still didn't marry her. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Like, still didn't propose, still didn't want to get involved, probably didn't even listen, like that kind of shit, you know? And it's like, then yes, of course, you put yourself out there and it comes across, you know, I hate using this word because I feel like I've been in that spot before, but it comes across as like desperate almost, where it's like, I'm desperate for your love, desperate for your affection.
I'll
like,
conform, I'll do anything.
I don't care.
Yeah.
Like, I'll marry with paper rings. We can just go to the courthouse. We can just do whatever. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, you sacrifice what it is that you love and like for just so you could have this person or be with this person. And then when maybe it doesn't work out or things or whatever, like in Lavender Haze, by that point, it's almost like you give up. It's like, all right, I've tried literally everything. I've been begging for marriage. You know, it doesn't matter what it is, and nobody wants it. Maybe I don't want it either. Yeah. And then you start thinking like, fuck that. This is not the shit you want from me. I want to stay in Lavender Haze.
All they keep asking me is if I'm going to be your wife.
Yeah, a one night or a wife. Yeah. There is no in between, whatever. And so to have been made to feel that way by someone or certain scenarios or whatever, I think is a pretty relatable. That's pretty relatable in itself. Obviously, it's happened to Taylor seemingly, but I know a lot of people like that. Yeah. Myself, maybe? Who knows?
Who said that?
Who said it?
What the?
Who said that?
Who said that?
Nobody said it. No. I still probably don't want to get married or have kids.
Yeah.
I'm trying.
It changes every day for me.
This album did kind of make me like, oh,
I know.
Maybe.
I would get married.
The idea of it still makes me literally break out in a full body sweat. Up. So I'm like, no, maybe not.
And then we get to the pre-chorus. Every eldest daughter was the first lamb to the slaughter, so we all dressed up as wolves and we looked fire.
I love this line too. I know you're gonna say you hate it, but I like it because it's funny and it's very like it's very like monotone, you know?
Because I do understand what she's trying to say. Like, we dress up as wolves, we look fire. Like, it's kind of like using the terminology of the younger person, whatever. But it just throws me off so much because I love the line, every eldest daughter was the first lamb to the slaughter.
Me too.
I love that metaphor. So we all dressed up as wolves. And we looked fire.
I kind of view
feel
it
like
as
there
like
was
a,
something else there, like and we faced the fire, or we.
I saw that.
We were surrounded by fire.
That?
Oh, really?
Somebody like wrote that on, like was like fixed it and like changed the
To
graphic.
face
It said
the fire?
face the fire. Yeah, which I do like that too. But I'll say this: I have this in my head as like. It's sad. Every eldest daughter was the first lamb to the slaughter, and almost in like a resigned way. Like it's like it wasn't our choice to be the eldest. It wasn't our choice to be the first lamb to the slaughter. So we dress up as wolves and we look fire. You know, it's kind of like we're tired. We did what we had to do to survive, and that is kind of like it. It just gives me that vibe of like. I'm exhausted, but I'm doing everything I can in my power, and I might as well throw in a little bit of like hopeful optimism. Yeah, we look fire.
Yeah,
you know, like that's kind of how I perceive
like,
that line.
Yeah. It just throws me off. I think that's
yeah.
why. And then we get into my favorite part, the bridge. We lie back, a beautiful, beautiful time lapse. Ferris wheels, kisses, and lilacs, and things I said were dumb. Because I thought that I'd never find that beautiful, beautiful life that shimmers that innocent light back like when we were young. I love that part.
So good.
Yeah,
and it's taken me no less than 500 listens of the song to get through that without crying. Like that is a tearjerker right away because it really does put you in that spot of like
being
a
young
kid
and feeling whimsical.
Ferris wheels,
and
kisses, and lilacs.
Yeah.
I'm crying my eyes
like
out.
like shimmers that innocent light back. I just love
Things
that.
I said were dumb.
And
like,
that's what a
of
relationship
course.
is supposed to do. Like a relationship is supposed to make you feel like you're feeling young again. You feel those same feelings that, no inhibitions, no fears. What's that line? No inhibitions.
No inhibition.
How deep is your love? Wait, not me. Calvin Harris. Not me. Literally quoting Calvin Harris. Fuck. That's so funny.
Wow.
No inhibitions.
Sounds like
no
someone's
fears.
an op.
Yeah, what? Guys, I swear I don't listen to Calvin Harris like that. I mean, I'll turn on Funk Waves.
No, I like Calvin Harris. I like
Funk
Calvin
Waves
Harris.
Volume 1 is a banger album.
I'll say it. I like him. He's got good bangers.
No, for sure.
And Taylor wrote half the good ones, so whatever, who cares?
I really like this annotation here. It says, the bridge celebrates nostalgia, innocence, and the quiet beauty of ordinary moments. By painting images like Ferris wheels, lilacs, and young love, Taylor reminds the listener that the past joy will live on in her new relationship. Her love remains as pure as the innocence of childhood.
Exactly.
I love that.
I love that so much.
Yeah.
I also love, obviously, the line that, because I thought that I'd never find that beautiful, beautiful life. And I think just that, too, is reflective of, like, change the prophecy. I've given up. I don't think whatever's in store for me, it's not what I thought or what I wanted.
Yeah.
And finally, you find something that fulfills you in that way, whether it is a relationship or, living in your dream city or just doing something that you never thought you'd achieve and then getting there and being like, wow, I never thought I'd get here, but here I am. And it's just, sob.
Literally.
trying not to cry, but it really is like,
so
I love
good.
it. I love it so much.
Then we get back into the pre-chorus. Every youngest child felt they were raised up in the wild, but now you're home.
What does Genius say about this? Do they say anything?
No, they just say that it's actually all in one annotation that I just read is included with the pre-chorus.
So I want to say mine first because I then want to hear yours because you're youngest. I interpret it as like speaking to the youngest children, almost as like you can rely on your older sibling. That's kind of how I took it, where it's like every youngest child felt they were raised up in the wild, but now you're home, meaning like I've got you. Like don't worry about mom and dad if that's not who you want to confide in, but you always have me because I've always got you. I'm never going to let you down. Like that's how I took it. Is that how you took it?
A little, not really, honestly.
Yeah.
But in my way, just because I kind of put it in through my eyes, I was like,
But now you're home is what made me think that.
Yeah, to me that kind of more meant like, your whole life you grew up with no, like, it felt like your feet were never on the ground. Like, everything was always moving. Your parents were always in different places. Your siblings were always in different places. Like, you were kind of the only person left to fend for yourself.
Yeah.
But now you're home, to me, is kind of like, but now you're in this relationship where you can kind of relax.
Got it.
You have finally found that sense of home, because I'm literally going to cry when I start talking about this, but I feel like a big thing that I have felt like as a youngest child is like, sorry.
I was literally crying 5 minutes ago.
Is like, I feel like I haven't had like a sense of home
for sure
in so long, like even throughout high school. Because like my
yeah.
parents were literally never there, whatever. Yeah. So like now your home is like, now it's like you're finally at that place where you feel like
you have someone.
Exactly. Or right. But it's not even, it doesn't even have to apply for exactly. You're finally at that place in your life where you feel like everything makes sense.
Yes.
And you can relax. Yes. And it's you found your home. You know?
That.
Yeah.
I love that. I think I'm thinking too literally with siblings.
No, but I actually really like that idea too. I like that mindset too.
I cry at that because of course, my brother.
Yes, of course. And like with my sister, like she's always been that person that I go to find some sense of stability and give me advice. And you know, her apartment is kind of like home based almost, because it's like where the family comes together, and it's nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we get back into the chorus.
So emotional.
Into I know.
This song is just like,
I can't listen to it without crying.
No, I mean, that's why I'm almost doing like shock therapy with it. Like I've been listening to it nonstop so I can get the fuck through it, because it really is. I did the same thing with You're on Your Own, Kid, by the way. And it's just, sometimes these songs will get you and they pluck the right strings.
Yeah,
and this is one of them for me.
And then with the outro, never gonna break that vow, never gonna leave you now. So beautiful.
Even the line, I know it's like we gotta move on from the song, but the so many traders, smooth operators. Like
love
that's
that
just
too.
like, yeah.
Like in life.
In life, they're everywhere.
Yeah.
That's it. Beautiful.
Okay, now we're into the next song, which also rivals a track 5.
Oh my God. A surprise
bombing.
Gut-wrenching song, but still beautiful. And I know, Gia, you've said that this is slowly climbing the ranks of your favorites.
Yes, I definitely put it in my top 5. Ruin the Friendship, this is what Taylor said, Ruin the Friendship is a song that kind of wistfully goes back in time to moments that you hesitated, moments that you were too scared or anxious to do something that you were really curious about. You know, the idea of if you told this person you had feelings for them, or if you kissed this person, you might ruin the friendship. And it kind of goes back in time and explores what really would have been so bad about that. So it really is kind of this beautiful story of taking chances when they present themselves and not letting them pass you by, not having to spend your life wondering what would have happened if you would have done it. See that, and that's what makes me kind of think like it's not about a specific person. Yeah, it's more about that feeling.
I think she said either maybe on Fallon or maybe somewhere else that it is bits and pieces of different parts of her life. Yes. And that she that it's not about anyone's story, and that it's just like a collection of memories that she kind of a collection of like memories or regrets or whatever that she's kind of put into one story.
Yes, exactly. And I just love, because I feel like that's something that I struggle with too, is like just being scared to take the moment and actually try and do something because you're scared of the repercussions.
Of course.
So I
think it blows up in your face. It's like, well, now what do I do?
Fuck. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think that's it's like a kind of mindset that I've been really trying to put on myself, is like live as if you said like, oh well, instead of what if.
Totally. Love that, Jane.
Yeah.
Love that.
And so then we get into the first verse. Glistening grass from September rain, gray overpass full of neon names, you drive 85. Gallatin Road in the lakeside beach, watching the game from your brother's Jeep, you smile miles wide. Gallatin Road is a road in Tennessee. We talked about this in the album Listen, but it's a road in Tennessee that connects Nashville to Hendersonville, where Taylor went to high school. So yeah, I love the imagery of that. I can see it in my mind. It's like a old school rom-com.
Absolutely. I also wonder, I was going to say this song the whole time paints such a vivid picture and tells such a vivid story that I know that people that like that kind of Taylor, like people are saying this is like fearless Taylor. Like they're like, this is very
1,000%,
which makes total sense. What you love, but I was surprised
so
Dave didn't like that. Dave didn't love this song.
Oh really?
Or it wasn't on his list. Maybe he didn't listen all the way to the end.
Maybe he didn't get it.
Maybe
first,
not.
You know,
I'm gonna ask him later and like, hey, did you like this song? Because it seems up his alley with like the storytelling.
So the storyline, for sure. But yeah, I totally agree with the fearless comparison. I feel like totally. Yeah. So then we get to the chorus, and it was not an invitation. Should have kissed you anyway. Should have kissed you anyway. It was not convenient, but your girlfriend was away. Should have kissed you anyway. And then we get into the second verse. Shiny wood floors underneath my feet. Disco balls make everything look cheap. Have fun. It's prom. Wilted corsage dangles from my wrist. Over his shoulder, I catch a glimpse and see you looking at me. Love that. Love the imagery of that. And I can literally picture like Taylor at prom, like a cheap disco ball.
Yeah, like dancing with somebody else and then kind of looking around, like who among us, you know?
Yeah,
like who else is not like throwing eyes somewhere else? Like,
yeah.
Like, that's high school. That's high school, you know?
Back into the chorus, but it was not an invitation. But as this 50 Cent song played, should have kissed you anyway.
Which, by the way, 50 Cent did post, like, holy shit, congrats,
He's
Taylor.
like, none of y'all got a shout out, but I did.
Yeah, right. Which is amazing. Love that. I was trying to like figure out what song would have been playing at that time. So Taylor would have been. Oh, look, let's chew it in real time. 50 Cent. Actually, I'm gonna go look on his thing. Taylor's prom probably would have been 2008 or 7. And that's like when mine would be.
People were like, what 50 Cent song? And people were like, is it In the Club?
It's probably Love in This Club. Like that's
In the Club.
In the Club.
Everybody in the club getting tipsy.
Everybody in the club getting tipsy.
Like, were they slow dancing to that song?
It would definitely be.
Or Candy Shop?
No, it might be. No, there's a bunch of songs. Like it could be anything from the Before Self-Destruct album, the Bulletproof album. Pimpin' Part 2, perhaps.
Yeah, but does he have like any songs where like slow dancing at prom?
Not really. And that's really mostly what I wanted to look up here and see, but I'm not seeing Baby by Me, maybe. Because all the ones in the beginning are like, his most popular songs are like Into Club, 21
Candy
Questions,
Shop.
Ayo Technology, Candy Shop, Just a Little Bit, Pimp. Maybe it's just a little bit. It could have been that All I Need, Baby Girl, just a little bit.
Yeah.
Look it up, Baby Girl, just a
I
little
mean,
bit.
she didn't say that they were slow dancing. She just said, but as the 50 Cent song played.
So I'm so curious what it was. That would be a question that we could ask her.
Wait, this is
what
such
50
a
Cent song
crazy annotation. Look, it says, so if the annotation but as the 50 Cent song played is this. Taylor Swift got inspired to re-record her albums and to get her masters back after she found out 50 Cent was bullying Randall Emmett, who dated Lala Kent. I was going to say
Randall Emmett, you mean Mr. X, Mr. Lala Kent?
And texted him Monday by Monday Randall, and Randall ended up sending $40 million, which inspired Scooter Braun to sell back the masters. Who is writing this?
Wait. Start at the top one more time.
Taylor Swift got inspired to re-record her albums and to get her masters back after she found out 50 Cent was bullying Randall Emmett, who dated Lala Kent on Vanderpump Rules. No, that's
not
literally
true.
Not
Kelly
true
Clarkson
at all.
gave her the
idea.
idea.
No, I know, and it's just
that's so random.
It's so random, and it makes no sense.
Okay, genius.
It also says this is also an Easter egg of 50 Cent being a secret collaborator on vigilante shit. Who wrote "Picture Me Thick as Thieves" with your ex-wife because now he's cool with Lala Kent after he got his money. Who made that up? That's just not true.
What would he owe? What would he get rich by trying?
Randall Emmett did owe 50 Cent money.
Oh, really?
Yes, like that was a real beef. But that had nothing to do with.
That's so funny.
That's so
funny. No, I
funny.
don't think that there's. No, we would have known. We would have known.
Yeah. Oh, and then it goes.
That's so crazy.
Should have kissed you anyway, and it was not convenient. Would have been the best mistake. Should have kissed you anyway. Mm-hmm. And then we get to the bridge. Don't make it awkward in second period. Might piss your ex off. Lately we've been good. Staying friends is safe. Doesn't mean you should. I love that because I do feel like that's like a common trope. Like the girl best friend is actually like the girl that the guy's in love with. Right. He just can't say anything. And so when the guy has a girlfriend, you see that. You're like, you're in love with the girl best friend, and that pisses you off. You don't want the girl best friend being around.
Of course. I feel like... oh, no. Whoops. I was about to, like, give a real life example. Oh. I forgot that we were... had the cameras on.
Yep. Oops.
Anyway. So
might piss your ex off lately. We've been good. Staying friends is safe. Doesn't mean you should. And then we get into the verse that killed us all. When I left school, I lost track of you. Abigail called me.
And then she changes the tone. When I left school, I lost track of you. And there's no music. It's just silent. Yeah.
Abigail called me with the bad news. Goodbye. And we'll never know why. So sad.
So fucking sad.
And, it was not an invitation, but I flew home anyway with so much left to say. I love that line. I love this. I just love this line. I flew home anyway. It was not an invitation. Clearly, she was like, no one told me to come home, but I'm coming home because, I have too much left to say. Yeah. It was not convenient, no, but I whispered at the grave, should have kissed you anyway. Chills. Literally. It's just so devastating. Taylor flew home for the funeral. There's so much left to say, but unlike the choruses, when the obstacles could have been overcome, albeit with some discomfort, it is too late in the bridge. The barrier between her and the song's subject is forever impenetrable due to the latter's death.
Oh.
Yeah, it's just awful, and I think it hits you because it's just this cute song with this whimsical, sentimental feeling. You know, cute. We're at prom. I want to be with you. We're friends, and then it just hits you like a ton of bricks. And I think that's a great metaphor for how death actually happens and how life actually happens. It hits you like a ton of bricks
life
when you
is
don't
fleeting.
expect it.
Right.
You're dancing through the lightning strikes. You're having a good time, and then all of a sudden life comes at you fast.
Yeah.
And
spot on.
It's almost as if, you know, you have to always keep that in mind, because when you're making these decisions in life, you kind of have to make them with the thought of, will I ever be able to live with this?
Yeah.
If I don't actually execute it, will I be able to live with the fact that I'm always going to be questioning
with
it?
these with these unanswered questions, or is it something Is it something that I can just move on from?
Yeah.
And this is why people think that this song is about specifically one of Taylor's friends, Jeff
Lang.
Yeah. Who did pass away years and years ago. They were very good friends in high school, and there are pictures of them when they were young and whatever. And I think that people are kind of assigning this song to him because it seems like maybe he was one of her close friends who passed away. So it kind of makes sense why, like, Abigail would know him, and, and she would fly home for it.
She flew home for. I'm pretty sure she performed at his funeral.
Right. So that all makes sense. But it is, I mean, the greater metaphor of, like, you never know what tomorrow will bring, and so try to live life without regrets and be, live your life in a safe way, but don't. When it's stuff that doesn't matter, like I should have kissed you anyway, or you're in high school and it's whatever, and it's small potatoes compared to
and you're looking
the
back
world.
and it's like, would it have really been that bad?
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
Then it's, in that case, it's take my advice is always answer the question.
Yeah,
ruin
my advice
friendship.
is always ruin the friendship. Better than that to regret it for all time. Should have kissed you anyway. My advice is always answer the question. Better that than to ask it all your life. Should have kissed you anyway.
I love it.
I love that.
I love it.
It's so true.
And I do think that people need to remember that this should have kissed you anyway is also just like a metaphor for doing the thing that you were afraid to do.
Yes.
Don't literally like break up a relationship.
Yeah, no, definitely don't do that.
That's a little, because I do like feel like people are like, yeah, about like we're all gonna make bad decisions based on this and whatever.
Like,
but it's
no.
like no, it's more meaning than just that. But this is her own take on it, and I love it.
Yep. And then
beautiful.
we get into the most controversial song, should I say, on the album. Not controversial to us.
Not controversial to us
but
at all.
Got a lot of people talking for sure.
Woo-hoo.
Actually Romantic. And this is what she said. She said, Actually Romantic is a song. My thighs are stuck to.
Oh, no, because your thing. Yeah. I've been doing the same.
Actually Romantic is a song about realizing that someone else has kind of a one-sided adversarial relationship with you that you didn't know about. And all of a sudden they start like doing too much, and they start letting you know that you've been actually living in their head rent-free and you had no idea, and it's presenting itself as them sort of resenting you or having a problem with you, but taking that and you just accepting it as love, and you accepting it as attention and affection, and how flattering that somebody has made you such a big part of their reality when you didn't even think about this.
Obsessed.
It's actually pretty romantic if you really, really think about it.
I am obsessed with it.
I'm obsessed with that.
I think it's
obsessed
so funny.
with the little smirk that she had when she was saying that out loud.
She blew
too.
kiss. Remember? At
Oh
the
yeah,
end?
yeah,
She was
yeah.
like, so whatever, blah blah blah.
Yeah,
and then it started.
So
incredible. Awesome. But I think that this is such an amazing way, and I know that over in the passage of time, Taylor's not the first person to suggest like, oh, you're being mean to me, well, you have a crush on me, or oh, you're being this way, so wow, that's so sweet of you to like think of me, like to kind of flip something on its head when it's insulting.
Yeah.
And look at it through that lens. And I am thrilled to have this song and have that reminder.
Yeah.
Because I feel like and we both are like this, where we'll get hate and we have all this drama and whatever, and it really does get you down. But if you think about it like, oh my God, you're obsessed with
wow,
me.
you took so much time out of your day to create that tweet.
It makes it so much less heavy, and it makes me laugh it off more than I normally would before. And
definitely a song that we both needed, I feel like.
For sure. Yeah. For sure.
So we started off hot with the verse 1. I heard you call me boring Barbie when the cokes got you brave. High five my ex, and then you said you're glad he ghosted me. Wrote me a song, said saying it makes you sick to see my face. Some people might be offended.
So we'll state the obvious off the top.
Yeah.
Charlie XCX has entered the conversation.
Yeah.
Although we will go through the rest of the song. I wrote a strongly worded blog where I said, like, this song is about Charlie XCX. I think that there are very specific lines in the song that are in fact referencing the shit talk that's been going on behind the scenes, out loud. Not even really behind the scenes. Charlie's been pretty obviously talking shit out loud about Taylor for a long time. I guess just like hoping it'll never get back to her. She won't say anything about it. Like, okay.
Do you see all the memes like about like Gracie and Lorde?
Yes.
They're like, they infiltrated.
They're the inside, on the inside, boots on the ground.
But to me, like, like this first verse is very Charlie to me.
Yes, agreed.
But the rest of the song is very broad.
Exactly. I think right. The message of the song is not only like about her, it's about haters.
Yeah.
It's about all the haters.
Yeah.
But it's certainly giving winks at Charlie as well.
And a lot of people are like, posting sympathy is a knife, blah, blah. I don't think that this song is a response to sympathy is a knife at all. I think it's a response to the shit talking, the cover of the magazine that she had with the cut off hand with the friendship bracelet on it. Like, it's about the shadiness behind it, not that song at all. I don't think.
And the only reason that song I think should be brought into play is because on that song is basically about Taylor Swift. Like, that's and yes, it's about Charlie's insecurities. But just as there are a few lines in this song that can directly relate to things that Charlie has said or done, that song, Sympathy is a Knife, has direct lines that apply to only Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
Like, there is no one else that you could even pretend that it's about.
Yeah.
And I think that she's pretty obvious about that. Like, she was obvious about Girls So Confusing when it comes to Lorde, and they quote unquote worked it out on the remix, which I never fucking bought, by the way. I never bought that. It's like, I get that you're hanging out and you're fucking around at the club together and it all looks pretty and whatever and blah, blah, blah. Charlie, to me, does not give that vibe of like, I actually want to be friends with the girls that I'm jealous of. It's the keep my enemies close vibe I get from her. And that's my own personal analysis, obviously.
Right.
But anyway, so like we were saying, when the Coke's got you brave, boring Barbie, that is like basically a direct reference to, I guess, Charlie calling her boring Barbie at dinners. The guy from Oasis called Taylor Swift boring Barbie. Liam, who's always stirring up a fucking nightmare. The Maddie Healey's of the world love that jargon. So it makes sense to fall into that.
And like also like the high five my ex and said you're glad he goes to me, like that's
a direct
so
call.
on the nose.
Direct about Maddie backstage.
Yeah.
Wrote me a song saying it makes you sick to see my face. Sympathy is a Knife is like, I hate seeing you at my boyfriend's shows.
Don't want to see you backstage on my boyfriend's show. Fingers crossed behind my back. I hope they break up quick.
You know what the streets are saying?
What?
The streets are saying that Charlie's in love with Maddie.
Oh! I actually saw that.
And that, like, Charlie has beef with all of his exes for no reason. And that she, like, gets really close to them at first. And then, like, they break up. And then she's, like, taking Maddie's side. And, like, whatever, blah, blah, blah. And I'll tell you what. I know a lot of bitches just like that.
Facts.
And that kind of person does exist. Charlie, yes, is now married to George, who is also in the band with Maddie Healey and whatever. But I don't know. That's just what the streets are saying.
That's just what they're saying.
Gabriette, better watch her back.
Then we get into the chorus, but it's actually sweet all the time you spent on me. It's honestly wild. All the effort you put in, it's actually romantic. I really gotta hand it to you. No man has ever loved me like you do.
We need to talk a little bit about the sound of this song.
I know,
as well.
It's just dripping in sarcasm. It's so good.
Sarcastic. It's so good, but just like the sound, it sounds like a Weezer song. It sounds like a teenage dirtbag, a Say It Ain't So, a rock. Like it's got that like
pop
gritty.
rock.
Yeah. Like, I feel like that now that term or what did she say?
Rock?
Teeth. It has teeth to it. Taylor has said that, and a couple of other people have been saying that in reference to certain songs on this album. But this song specifically to me is like bitchy. It's like I've got my claws out in like a sassy, of
course. It's
scandalous
like,
way.
Oh, like you did all that for me.
Yeah, like,
that's so
sweetie.
sweet. Yeah.
Like,
it's very like,
wow. My God.
Yeah.
Like you've really done a lot. Like it is Mean Girl. Like
totally.
it's Mean Girl vibe.
But I love it
in like a sweet way. It's Kill 'Em with Kindness personified.
Yeah.
You know? And I love it. I love it. But the sound, like if you are into that kind of sound, if you maybe I mean, I can't imagine you listening to this podcast and not having listened to the songs yet.
Yeah.
But I just feel like this type of sound is really not, it's the kind of the first of its kind. Like I wouldn't compare this song to any of Taylor's other songs.
Yeah,
no,
for sure.
I meant for Taylor.
Yeah. No, yeah, for sure. That's just definitely the first taste of like a rock.
Yeah. Usually I can
grungy feeling.
For the majority of these songs on this record specifically, I feel like I can compare them to like a Reputation or a 1989 or literally any other song in the discography. But this one is like feels very original to her. You know.
Agreed. Then we get into verse 2. Haven't thought of you in a long time, but you keep sending me funny Valentines.
Kim Kardashian.
Yep. And I know you think it comes off as vicious, but it's precious, adorable. Like a toy chihuahua barking at me from a tiny purse. That's how much it hurts.
How many times has your boyfriend said,
why are we always talking about her?
Obsessed.
I love that.
These lines are like, toy chihuahua barking at me from a tiny purse. People keep being like, that toy chihuahua in a bag is like in the Fate of Ophelia music video, and people keep taking screenshots of it and posting like Charlie XCX appeared in Taylor Swift's
hilarious.
video.
That's funny.
Hilarious. The Valentine's thing could be a Kim reference because at one point Kim Kardashian was sending Valentines to all of her haters. Taylor Swift being one of them. She was on the list, and she took a photo. Of course, Kim took a photo of all the people that she was sending it to. That's how people know that she did that. And how many times your boyfriend said, why are we always talking about her? I feel like that could apply to anyone, but I throw that one in the Charlie bucket as well.
Yeah, me too.
Just because it's like, it just sounds British. Why are we always talking about her? Yeah, it just sounds like British.
Then we go back into the chorus and then into the bridge. You think I'm tacky, baby? Stop talking dirty to me. It sounded nasty, but it feels like you're flirting with me. I mind my business. God is my witness that I don't provoke it. It's kind of making me wet.
Obsessed.
I love that. It's like, yeah, like you're turning me on by all this attention.
It's
like,
amazing.
Thank you so much.
It's amazing. And that's just from a true like girl who loves the spotlight. You know, that's a showgirl. A showgirl thrives under the
negative
lights.
Or positive.
It's if you're talking about me, it's all press is good press kind of vibes. I also feel that the part that's kind of making me wet, the guitar on that part where it kind of like screeches, like it has like a little bit of that like you know, like it squeaks, or you know how guitars really good. I just love how that part sounds. It sounds like, it also reminds me, this whole song reminds me a lot of like a No Doubt, like a Gwen Stefani type song for those who are into that.
That line really threw me for a loop. I love it so much.
Oh
my
we were
God.
dead around the floor.
I
just believe it.
I feel like that maybe is like her most like explicit
totally
lyric.
Scandalous lyric talking about how wet she is.
Love it.
And saying it like that, like it's not a metaphor. She's literally like, it's kind of making me wet.
It's so funny. I'm obsessed with it.
Me too.
And then we just get back into the chorus and into the outro, and then the song ends, which is, it's a pretty quick song, but it definitely hits the nail right on the head, gets straight to the
punch.
point.
Absolutely packs a punch. And I would say you know, I've got the songs are still floating around for me in terms of like sound, lyrics, fun, all encompassing. Actually, romantic is still my number one, I think, right now.
Now we're getting to my number one.
Woo!
Wish list.
Got a wish list. I just want you.
So good.
This and Taylor's favorite.
Oh, really?
Wish list is Taylor's favorite song on the album, she said.
Wait, I love that. So this is what Taylor said. She said, Wish List is a song about all the different dreams people have. We live in such a sort of visually curated moment where you get to see everybody's lives play out online and what vacations they have and what things they want and what items they want to buy. And it feels like everyone has different priorities. And it's kind of about exploring all those different lives that people want and all those different aspirations that people have, but knowing that you have your own set of wishes and it doesn't have to be like everybody else's, and theirs doesn't have to be like yours and everybody. You just hope everybody gets their wishes, but these are yours. Which I love. She also said like her favorite lyrics or like part of writing this album was like coming up with all the different things that people like want in life.
Absolutely. And she also said that when they were done with this song, they knew they were done with the album. They were like, this song is okay, now every song has a place.
I love that too.
This is our like final one. Love.
So let me start off. They want that yacht life under chopper blades. They want those bright lights and Balenci shades and a fat ass with a baby face.
I love that.
They want it all. They want a complex female character. They want that critical smash Palme d'Or and an Oscar on their bathroom floor. They want it all.
Palme d'Or is the award at Cannes Film Festival.
The best feature film at Cannes. And I also love an Oscar on their bathroom floor.
Me too.
Like, you're so well achieved and you're so
That they like lost their
honor
Oscar.
that. Yeah. At this point, you got Oscars on their bathroom floor.
They've got there's an Oscar on the bathroom floor of Fate of Ophelia music video as
Oh,
well.
love. They want it all, and then they get into the pre-chorus, and they should get what they want, or they should have what they want. They deserve what they want. I hope they get what they want. I just want you. Have a couple kids, got the whole block looking like you. We tell the world to leave us the fuck alone, and they do. Wow. Got me dreaming about a driveway with a basketball hoop, boss up, settle down, got a wish list. I just want you. I love that chorus.
Me too. When they did the listening at Fallon, they played Wish List, and they were showing like Taylor singing along and dancing to it.
Yeah.
She like sings along and dances to it the exact same way that we do.
We do,
where,
totally.
Like, that part of like, and leave us the fuck alone, and they do. Wow. She really did that. And I was cracking up. Because it's, you just like when you interpret it the same way that she writes it.
I just love that line. Have a couple kids, got the whole block looking like you. Like, I love that.
So cute.
Idea of like, you're so in love with someone, like you want everyone to look like them.
Exactly.
Like you want everyone around you.
It's more of like yes, that I think is on the surface of like, yeah, I want the whole, or I want to have a bunch of kids that look like you. But I also think it's, that obviously has spiraled out into the psychos online or like eugenics, fucking crazy people.
Literally.
But it's more of like have a couple kids, get the whole block looking like you, meaning like everywhere you go, it's your kids are there. Like, so many kids that the whole block looks like your family. Yeah. Like, oh, that's one of the Kelseys, or oh, that's one of the, makes me think of the Weasley family. You know, how there's like the whole block looking like it's like you can spot a Weasley a mile away because they all have the red hair.
You could definitely spot a Kelsey.
Totally.
The Kelsey genes are strong.
Strong as fuck.
Yes.
Strongest genes maybe in the world.
Yeah. And I love the line, we tell the whole world to leave us the fuck alone, and they do.
I love how she put that in there.
Yeah. Totally.
It's of course that's something
that's what they want. Yeah. And I want that too.
Yeah.
And then we get into verse 2. They want that freedom, living off the grid. They want those 3 dogs that they call their kids, and that good surf, no hypocrites. They want it all. They want a contract with Real Madrid. If you guys don't know, Real Madrid is like probably one of the most prestigious football clubs.
Probably like the number one.
Yeah,
still, right?
For sure.
Cristiano Ronaldo.
Ronaldo played for Real Madrid for a while.
Yeah. Where's he now? Portugal?
Sorry?
Where is he now?
He's on some like Saudi Arabian team.
Oh.
Yeah.
Damn, they really snatched up everybody, huh?
They got that fucking dough.
Oh,
it's crazy.
Damn. Okay.
And they want to, I love this line too. They want a spring break that was fucking lit, and then that video taken off the internet. They want it all.
So funny.
And then it's kind of just, this song is pretty repetitive.
Yeah. We
didn't
talk about the got me dreaming about a driveway with a basketball.
Oh, yeah.
I love that line because it's just so simple.
It's giving,
and that's really what this song is.
Yeah,
it's just so simple.
It's giving the fact that she's dreaming about like a kind of like a middle class suburbia life.
Completely.
Like
just a house with a picket fence.
Yeah, like
that's
she's dreaming about like her kids playing basketball in the front yard, which is so cute, and like I love the simplicity of life, which I love.
Exactly.
But yeah, like the song kind of repeats itself and it's kind of hits the head right on the nail when it comes to explanation. So let's get into the next track.
Wait, one more line. The please God bring me a best friend who I think is hot.
Sorry. Yes.
Which I love.
I love that line. I made wishes on all the stars. Please God bring me a best friend who I think is hot. I thought I had it right once, twice, but I did not. You caught me off my guard. I hope I get what I want because I know what I want.
Amazing.
I love that. And
really sweet.
And I think that I like that like kind of comparison with the prophecy too. Like
totally. It's also also like a funny line where it's like, please bring me a best friend who I think is hot.
Yeah,
that's just like
sometimes that's just all you want.
That's all you need.
Yeah,
just give me a hottie.
Yeah,
who's also my bestie.
And I love that, and I think that's perfect description of Travis too,
totally
which is very sweet.
Totally great.
Okay, let's get into the next song. Speaking of Travis,
Ooh.
Wood.
The song heard round the world.
Literally.
The song
that's got everybody's panties in a twist.
And there's always one. There's always one. And this is the one that we were talking shit on the Yak Boys earlier. They're breaking down the lyrics saying they're written by children. And that's the No Fun Police.
I would like to see a child write these lyrics.
No Fun Police.
No, legit. Show me a child that could write this.
Like I just
so annoying.
Like I literally, it sounds like wah 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 Charlie Brown when they talk about shit like this. Ugh. The haters.
Negative. So let's. This is what Taylor said about Wood. She said, Wood is a love story about, kind of using as a plot device superstitions, popular superstitions, good luck charms, bad luck charms, and all these different ways that we have decided things are good luck or bad luck, like knocking on wood and seeing a black cat. And that is kind of the way that I've decided to explore this very, very sentimental love song.
Hilarious. And
very funny.
In the movie, she basically said the same thing. She was like, it's a song about superstitions.
Yeah.
And then it just like transitioned to the song.
Yeah.
Cracking the fuck up. On Fallon, she said that right in beginning the writing of this song, it started off very innocent, and they were just doing the superstition stuff, the pennies unlucky, stepped on a crack, black cat, whatever. Started off like that, and then she was like, and I don't know what happened. We started vibing, and then things took a turn, and then she's laughing, and everybody's laughing, and she's like, but I love this song. She's like, I love it. I think it's great and fun and light.
It's so fun.
Hilarious.
So it opens, Daisy's bare naked. I was distraught. He loves
that.
me not. He loves me not.
Love that imagery.
Great
of course.
imagery of picking the petals off the flowers. Penny's unlucky. I took him back and then stepped on a crack, and the black cat laughed. Like that line too.
Love all that.
Yeah.
This is obviously, those are the typical superstitions.
Yeah.
People online are saying that it could be like talking about the exes, but I don't think so.
I was kind of thinking that too.
Yeah.
Like, if we do think that Toe and Taylor went through like this like maybe point in their relationship where they like broke up and got back together, it seems like maybe Midnight's was kind of that vibe where they were like on and off, whatever. Could be. I just think it's kind of funny that she's like, yeah, when I took him back, like the universe was like laughing at me, and like it was a bad luck sign.
Took him back, and then I stepped on a crack, and then the black cat's laughing.
After I took him back, I got all this bad luck.
Yeah, exactly.
So then we get into pre-chorus, and baby, I'll admit I've been a little superstitious. Fingers crossed until you put your hand on mine. Seems to be that you and me, we make our own luck. A bad sign is all good. I ain't gotta knock on wood. I love that reference too. On a falling star, never did me any good. I ain't got to knock on wood.
Oh, so good.
So good. You and me forever, dancing in the dark, all over me. It's understood. I ain't got to knock on wood. I love that. It's just like,
me too.
We're having such a good time. It's so fun. I don't need any superstitions. I don't need to knock on wood because, there's no
I'm
bad
already
juju
lucky
here.
Yeah. It's already good. I also love the comparison. People were comparing online. I forget if I said it out loud on the, I can't remember if I said it out loud. I probably didn't on our first listen. The knock on wood, Emma Stone in Easy A.
Yeah,
Did we talk about that?
No, we didn't, but I did see this online.
Yeah. I forget if we had talked, whatever.
We didn't.
No, I know. But I meant to say it, and I then saw everybody making the comparison, which makes me think that it's a real comparison. So Emma Stone in Easy A, there's a moment at the end where she sings Knock on Wood, like a different version of, a different song. And she's got the like a sexy outfit on, and she's doing the whole thing. And the point of it is to like be a distraction while like, she is over here telling the truth about everybody who was kind of using her as like a fake prop to like, oh, I had sex with her. Oh, I'm spreading these rumors about her, like just saying shit that wasn't true. And I kind of like that. I don't think that this song is literally like in reference to that, but the knock on wood thing kind of, I like that parallel. I like it being like, oh, Taylor is someone who it's like, oh, listen to this song, I'm distracting you, but like this has your attention, now listen to the rest of it and see the truth of what's going on behind the scenes.
Right.
I liked that.
I do like that too.
Comparison.
Then we get to the post-chorus. Forgive me, it sounds cocky. He hypnotized me and opened my eyes. Redwood tree, it ain't hard to see. His love was the key that opened my thighs. Love that line. Also, something so funny. Two things about this. Obviously, the Ariana tweet. Of
course.
The OG Ariana tweet. But we actually talked about so long ago because when the track list came out, Wood was one of them. And I was like, wait, did you ever see that tweet? And we talked about it. Remember?
Oh, I don't remember.
About the sap, letting his sap ferment to my roots.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I don't really remember talking about it, but I am remembering
If you guys ever saw this tweet, there was a super viral tweet from this Ariana Grande fan. And they said, Swifties, when Ariana sings about sex and doesn't write it like he stuck his long wood into my redwood forest and let his sap ferment my roots. And it's like this video of Viola Davis crying.
Yeah.
So everyone was like, oh my God, is she referencing this tweet? Like, it's so
maybe,
funny.
Who knows?
But also so funny, when Travis did the Grow a Garden on Roblox,
No, stop.
They asked him what his favorite plant was, and he said a redwood tree.
No.
Yes.
Shut up. No.
Yes. He said because like they're like mighty and sturdy or something like that. Yeah.
That is so fucking
funny. Isn't
wow,
that so
I'm obsessed
funny?
with that. I'm obsessed with that. I'd be remiss. We can't go past this line without me again for the 20th time calling justice for myself. If you know, you know.
Yeah,
that's all
legit.
we gotta say.
Justice
if you
for
know, you know.
Kelly.
Justice for me. And everybody that didn't understand what I was talking about when I was calling Taylor Swift dick struck, just grow up. Grow up.
Yeah.
You never been there. You don't know what it's like.
Never been dick struck.
Never been dick struck.
I'm sorry for you.
Never been dickmatized. Sorry.
Then we get into verse 2. Quick and easy. Girls, I don't need to catch the bouquet to know a hard rock is on the way. And hell yeah, obviously this is talking about the engagement ring, but I think a little wink wink.
A little
nudge,
winky
nudge,
wink, a little
hard
bit.
rock.
There's a hard rock on the way, wink, wink, and also the confidence in this woman to know that she was getting engaged to write this song.
Yeah,
Like,
wait, I love that. I'm
you
sure
know?
they talked about it millions
well,
of times.
of course,
Yeah.
but it's like you could talk about it until it's on your finger. I'm still kind of like, oh, is it
Totally.
really gonna happen?
Yeah.
So I like the, and that also makes me laugh too. Of like, thinking about how Travis, Taylor said that he had the ring for a long time before he actually proposed to her, and how like Scott and Ed were both like, you better do it soon. You better do it soon.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, bitch, you better propose before this song comes out.
that's
It's
true.
like, imagine he hasn't proposed to her yet, and
Yeah.
she's singing about a hard rock is on the way. People would be like, that's presumptuous.
funny.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Then we get back into the pre-chorus, and baby, I'll admit I've been a little superstitious. The curse on me was broken by your magic wand. Love that.
Duh.
Seems to be that you and me, we make our own luck. New heights of manhood. I ain't got to knock on wood.
So
the New
good.
Heights shout out is so crazy.
New Heights shout out is nuts.
Yeah.
And
Also-
New Heights of manhood.
Yeah, the double
it's like,
entendre.
yeah, goddamn.
Yeah, what's the smallest man? You didn't result in any.
You never measured up in any measure of a man.
Yeah, and now we got new heights
You
of manhood.
didn't measure up in any measure of a man. That's the word. Yeah, yep. And now we've got new heights of manhood.
Yeah,
so
which I
How
love.
far we've come.
Exactly. I'm sure
Both-
Travis and Jason
comes
were
to you,
very
Em.
happy to see that little shout out.
Yep.
It's so funny, the annotation. This lyric also serves as a double entendre, with manhood also serving as a slang term for penis. Thank you.
Genius says that?
Yeah.
Thank you, genius.
Yeah. And then it gets into the chorus. I ain't got to knock on wood. Back into the post-chorus. Forgive me. It sounds cocky. And then the song ends, which is, and yeah, this is up there with maybe top 3 for me.
It's so good.
So funny. It's so good. It's so boppy. Like, you really just cannot not dance when you hear it.
Yep.
And yeah, I just really love it. So shout out to Wood.
It's so good. So good.
Let's
it's also
get-
the shortest song on the album.
Oh, good to know. Okay, let's get into the next one. Canceled.
Cancel.
It's a
nothing
good
like
thing.
my friends.
Did your girl boss too close to the sun?
I love
Yeah, I
this
like this
song.
one too. I
love it. If you guys missed
yesterday-
the edit of us,
Yeah, right.
this song is for
Go
us.
look at Kelly's Instagram or TikTok.
Yeah, go
I
check.
really loved. But I just really could not stop saying to myself, "Did your girl boss too close to the sun?" Yesterday, like I literally couldn't stop saying it.
No, it's the best.
Yeah.
And this is another one that people at first were like, "Ew, what the
Yes,
fuck?" Like they
like,
saw
girl
Girl Boss
boss.
too close to the sun. Like
Like,
this
yes,
is again.
It's supposed to be.
It's supposed to be
stupid,
sarcastic.
yeah.
It's supposed to be
Candace
cheeky.
Owens literally said about Blake Lively that she girl boss too
right.
close to the
and
sun.
and that's another thing. This song, of course, is about, and we'll get into it. We'll break it down just like we have every other song. But the song is about Taylor Swift staying friends with people despite the fact that that society, the internet, whatever it is, has deemed them canceled. And the things that she says, like, "Do you girl boss too close to the sun? They catch you having too much fun." She's saying that in the way of like, "Oh, what did you girl boss too
Exactly,
close
yes.
to the sun? Oh, what did you make a
you-
joke only a man
Did you
could?"
like make did you make a human mistake that every single person has?
Exactly,
Yeah.
but saying it in that way of like, oh, well, of course that's
Yeah,
why they canceled
yeah.
you. You know, it's supposed to be ridiculous, and that's why it sounds ridiculous because it's supposed to be ridiculous.
Yeah. I don't know if you saw this, but a lot of online discourse about how people think that this song is actually about Sophie Turner.
There are some. Yes,
Just
I
'cause-
believe this is a similar
I
situation.
think it applies
Yes.
to any of her friends. I think it applies to just being a woman in the media in general and being
Without
in the
question.
spotlight. But people are saying that because, canceled is spelled with the British version. And then, did they catch you up?
Is it?
Yeah, with 2 L's instead of 1.
Oh, I didn't know that. I've always spelled cancel with 2 L's.
Oh.
Is it?
Maybe it's because you're naturally British.
Maybe I am.
Yeah.
I didn't know that there. I didn't know there was.
A lot of people were like, "Oh, interesting!" Like since it's with the 2 L's.
Oh, then perhaps.
Yeah.
Well, I saw a video, and I'll post it on my story, and I will wait to post it until this comes out, and people can remind me. There is a breakdown. Bessie Bryan sent it to me, and it is a perfect, almost line for line the references to Blake Lively from this song.
Yeah.
And I believe that this song is about multiple people
Yeah.
in her life, and it's also about women in general being friends and canceling, and it doesn't matter. You feel canceled whether you have 100 followers on Instagram or 100,000 followers on Instagram. It doesn't matter. It just matters within your own world if you feel quote unquote canceled. But while I do think this song could be about other people, also every single line at the same time is about Blake Lively.
Yeah.
Like there were references to things I didn't even realize, and it was this woman going on like breaking each one of them down to the point where like referencing specific court document, like it was so in depth that I was like, spot the fuck on. And on top of it, this is Blake Lively finally showed her face and liked one of Taylor's posts.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
we know that she's in it. And then on New Heights this week, Jason
they shouted
and
her
Travis shouted out their very good friend Blake
Yeah.
because she's going to be in a movie coming up or
Yeah.
something. Just saying.
But one other reason why people thought it was Sophie Turner is because, like you said, did they catch you having far too much fun?
Yep.
And during her divorce with Joe Jonas, Joe's team like really tried to paint her as like this alcoholic party girl who
Absentee
doesn't take
mother.
care of their kids. Yeah. So
Because she went out one night
yeah,
with her
literally,
friends and this,
like because
that-
she likes to have fun, and she's like
So
what? Like
crazy.
she's also so young.
She's so young, and she literally. Okay, if you have kids, you're still allowed to go out and have fun. Like what?
literally.
People, they just want mothers.
If
to,
anything,
like,
we don't
lock
want the kids
themselves
to
away
come.
in
Like,
the
please
tower.
don't bring your
Yeah.
kids.
We get everyone gets babysitters.
Yeah.
Like what?
So Taylor said, the song Cancels is sort of about, having had my own experiences with mass judgment and being at the center of many dramatic kind of scandalous moments in my career where people were all weighing in at once, or at least it felt like it. Having had those experiences, it made me move through the world a little bit differently. And when other people go through it, you kind of find yourself thinking about how they're probably going to get smarter because of this. If they actually can get through it, if they can be tough enough, they can actually learn some things through this process. And how I don't naturally just cast people aside just because other people decide they don't like him. I make my own decisions about people based on how they treat me within my life and their actions. And so this is a song about all of those themes. I love
it.
that.
Love it.
And also something interesting she said during the movie, she was like, there seems to be like kind of a tendency when people are getting like backlash in the media, like they'll call me and be like, hey, like, can we go out to eat or something?
Totally.
Like, you get how I feel.
I'm the one you call.
Yeah.
Right. And that makes total sense.
So start off with verse 1. You thought that it would be okay at first. The situation could be saved, of course. But they'd already picked out your grave and hearse. Beware the wrath of mass crusaders. I love that. It's like,
I love all
you
that.
thought that maybe this wouldn't blow out the way that it did.
This
You
wasn't
thought
going to
that
be such a big deal.
Maybe it would be brushed under the rug. They forget about it in a week.
Surely
but
this wouldn't be the thing to
Yeah.
cancel me. Like,
Right.
who cares?
But even though, you gave your explanation, you gave your side, they're too bad because they already picked out the grave. They're at your door and they're ready to kill you.
They've made the decision for you.
Yeah, and I like the idea of the mass crusaders is like kind of like the hater, like the people online.
Well, it's back to literally direct reference to mass crusaders. Where else has she said that? On TTPD somewhere. I can't think of it right now. I'll remember later.
And then we go into the pre-chorus. Did you girl boss too close to the sun? Did they catch you having far too much fun? Come with me. When they see us, they'll run. Something wicked this way comes. I love that.
Thing I like my friends
Cancelled. I like them cloaked in Gucci and in scandal. And then what did you say about Blake? She's like the
so Blake is
for
the
Gucci.
Blake is a Gucci fragrance ambassador, and she has, I don't know if she still currently literally is, but she was for years and years, and cloaked in Gucci to me says fragrance versus like wearing Gucci.
Yeah.
Something like cloaked, that you cloak yourself
Yeah,
with
yeah,
perfume.
yeah.
So that to me is like that's obvious. to me.
Yeah. Like
And
my
then
whiskey sour.
poison thorny flowers, all the shit that she was doing during, it was obviously the Lily Bloom of it all that ends with us, she's flowers, whatever. They also, the picture of Taylor that's taken where she's got the black bob and she's got her hands on her, she has a bracelet on that looks like flowers. Apparently it's a custom bracelet that was made for Blake during the It Ends With Us tour, and she has it on in the press pictures, and then that picture of Taylor, that image with the hands, comes up when you play this song. Like that's
Interesting.
Look there,
Right.
and the bracelet is there,
Love that.
and it's in every single shot,
Right.
like every kalaaleidoscope way you can see it.
Wow, I
and
love
that's
that.
like Blake's personal
Bracelet.
custom bracelet.
Okay, got it.
What I just feel so validating.
Yeah, totally.
Fucking Baldoni
welcome
dick
to my
riders.
underworld where it gets quite dark. At least you know exactly who your friends are. They're the ones with matching scars. I love that. You know who your friends are, the people who went through similarities as you, who's also been through the traumas with you, and they understand.
Welcome to my underworld where it
sometimes
gets
you have to
quite
stick
dark.
together.
Totally. Sounds like Lady Gaga to me.
Yeah, totally. Kind of like you wouldn't last an hour in the
underworld
asylum where
it
they
gets
raised
quite
me.
Dark. Exactly.
Verse 2. It's easy to love you when you're popular. The optics click. Everyone prospers. But one single drop, you're off the roster. Tone deaf and hot. Let's fucking off her.
I love that line. Love it. Oh, tone deaf and hot. Let's fucking off her. Like
Yeah.
we can't handle like, you know, like
Yeah.
if it's almost like you're going down the line. It's like, oh, she's tone deaf and hot. Get her. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
exactly. Like she said one thing that maybe was a little tone deaf. Like let's fucking kill her. So then it goes into, did you make a joke only a man could? Were you just too smug for your own good? Or bring a tiny violin to a knife fight. Baby, that all ends tonight.
I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
Just more metaphors, more same things, stuff
references,
that happens in real life.
Yeah, to the trope of the world's smallest violin, which refers to when someone wants sympathy and another person responds unsympathetically to them.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And then we get back into the chorus and then into the bridge. They stood by me before my exoneration. They believed I was innocent, so I'm not here for judgment. And to me, that
This is
really
Blake.
is
Yeah.
giving Blake.
Blake and Ryan
Yeah.
too, because she's
Yeah.
saying they stood by me before my exoneration. They
Yeah,
believed
just
I was
all of her
innocent.
friends, Gigi, Blake.
Could be all the
Yeah,
friends.
yeah.
It also, but like,
Yeah.
yes, yes, and people have done the math. Blake and Ryan were right there with her during that time and before Reputation when she was quote unquote canceled, hanging out with her all the time, like very much still her friend.
And then into the verse 3, but if you can't be good, then just be better at it. Everybody's got bodies in the attic, or took somebody's man, will take you by the hand, and soon you'll learn the art of never getting caught. I love that. It's like, yeah, they want to they want to cancel you for reasons that everybody has done in their life.
Yep.
Everybody has bodies in the
somebody's
attic.
man is,
yeah, or took somebody's
People
man.
think I keep referencing this lady's
is
video.
that Blake?
It's Blake and Scarlett.
Taking
and
Ryan.
It's like everybody's took somebody's man. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, and I mean, at the end of the day, I have a lot of girlfriends that have taken somebody's man. Like,
Yeah,
it's a
but it's also
common
like you can't take somebody's man. That
Right.
man is
That man was already
left.
gone.
He left on his own, and
Yes,
he was
and
already gone.
I like that idea of like she's kind of relating it to like something that a normal woman would do, you know, and like that you get shit on for, but like everyone has a similar story.
Exactly.
And then it goes back into the chorus, you know, can't you see my infamy loves company? Now they've broken you like they've broken me, but a shattered glass is a lot more sharp. And now you know exactly who your friends are. We're the ones with matching scars. I love that. And I love the
Obsessed.
shattered glass is a lot more sharp because I think that explains a lot of the imagery of the album covers.
Without
Yeah.
question. That is exactly what that line. When I heard that line for the first time, I was like, "Oh, that's
Yeah,
the cover." You
yeah,
know, like that
exactly.
is where that is. Because yes, she's been canceled, she's been broken, all these things over time, and now Shattered Glass is a lot more sharp. Watch your
I
fucking
love
back.
that. It's, yeah. And it's kind of like, yep, I've gone through this. Now you have. Now we have matching scars, and we can take on the world together almost.
Exactly.
Nothing can hurt us.
Exactly. Obsessed. Yeah,
No-
the matching scars thing is a real.
Yeah.
I love it. I love
Yeah.
it. I love it.
I-
Great song. One of my favorites.
Great song.
One of my
yeah,
favorite
I don't
songs.
care that she says, "Did your girl boss?" I like that part.
No, I think it's
"Girl boss
funny.
to the
Again,
sun."
it's supposed to be
Yes.
like it's supposed to be like, you know.
Have you been seeing all the people that are like doing? They're like, if this song came out in 2020, and they're like, "Good thing I like
Ew,
my
no,
friends
stop,
canceled."
stop.
It's so
See, but
funny.
I also think like
but I like
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
Like I
yeah.
like that it's fun. Like I don't know. I like both sides of it. That like it kind of has this like Despicable Me, like evil villain beat.
Totally.
But also like the lyrics are there. You know, like the
Yes.
beat is a little silly sometimes, but I think the lyrics make it as good as it is.
Totally.
Yeah.
I hate that. I was like low key triggered by that just now when you're doing the
Oh.
whole thing. That's not millennials. That's
no,
not
no,
millennials.
no.
I
That's
know.
like Gen Z.
No, I know. Well, no. It's like a. Because there are
It's like
millennials who do
when
that
people-
too. It's like anime shit. It's
Yeah.
like whatever. It's like online culture,
Yeah,
video
yeah,
game,
yeah,
whatever the fuck. I just want that to be clear.
Yeah, no,
I feel like
that's-
people always fucking say like, when I see someone doing that, they're like, "Oh, that's millennial." I'm like, I
Really?
swear to fucking God,
no,
it's not.
I always thought
Yes.
it was like a Gen Z thing because
No.
I feel like that got really popular on
It totally
the app
did.
before TikTok.
Musically?
Yes.
And what's her face? Bella Porch.
Yes.
She's always acting like that. But she ripped that all off. That's
Yeah, yeah.
that's like that video game culture from like, you know, AIM days. I've been seeing that forever. But it is not I just hate that. I hate it.
You will not take
Don't
that.
worry.
No.
Don't worry.
Okay, second to last song, Honey. Honey is a song, this is
Anyone
Taylor's
call
words.
me Honey. Love.
Honey is a song about how words that have been meant to hurt you in the past can be repurposed by someone who loves you in a way that feels totally different. You know, if the only time you were called honey was when someone was like, that look is not working for you, honey, like that is very different than when somebody calls you honey in a sweet way, in a sincere way, in a lovely way. And it's kind of about sort of the idea of healing these old wounds that were caused by certain words that now feel totally lovely and sweet. So I also just love this song. It's such a bop. I just jump around to this song. This one's called Honey. Love.
Love. This song, I forget if we said it on Monday, or if I said it somewhere else. When we first heard it, I think it fell, unfortunately, in that category of like we were starting to get a little burned out towards the end of the album. Oh yeah, we did talk about this.
We did.
Like Cassandra effect.
Yep.
And the Peter effect. And I fucking love this song after like a couple of, not even a couple listens, like literally when I listened to it after you left, I was like, oh, this song is a banger. Like I'm obsessed with it. I don't know what it
is with my brain, but like every time I hear like catchy beats, like with Opalite and Honey, like my first thought is like, you don't like this. And I don't know why, because it's I'm like,
it's like cheesy.
It's so catchy that like, you know, you're supposed to like it. So my brain is like, you don't like this. So like when I first heard Honey, and it also applies to Opalite, but like, I was just like, it's almost too catchy. Well, Midnight's was just, kidding. That was not.
No. Your brain was warped by Noah Khan. Your brain was
that girl literally belongs in jail. She belongs jail time.
Oh, I love bringing it up. Anyway.
But I feel like it's so catchy to the point where I'm like, oh, this song is like cheesy in a way.
Totally.
But I
get it.
I
feel that way about Opalite.
Okay.
For sure.
After 2 or 3 listens, I was like, oh no, like this song is so fucking good and it's catchy for a reason.
Exactly. Well, that's why I said Opalite was like soda pop.
Yeah.
It's literally that vibe, you know?
So we start off, you can call me honey if you want, because I'm the one you want. And then we get into the chorus. When anyone called me sweetheart, it was passive aggressive at the bar, and the bitch was telling me to back off because her man had looked at me wrong. If anyone called me honey, it was standing in the bathroom, white teeth. They were saying that skirt don't fit me, and I cried the whole way home.
So
this song is very literal.
Super literal and very relatable.
Yeah,
and
totally.
I think that this is
going to an event and
I don't even know.
Honey, you're wearing that?
Oh, hun. Yeah, honey. Did you see the clip of Kylie? Kelsey had talked about this before. I think she was like with Jason doing their own pod or whatever. And she had referenced like honey specifically as being like, she's like, oh, in Philly, it's like, oh, hun.
Yeah,
you know, and
hun.
it's like not in a positive way. So that has resurfaced
for sure.
With the
and I
wake
feel
of
like
this song.
Like I feel like women use those terms against each other
Absolutely.
all the time. Like, oh, okay, sweetheart.
Okay, sweetie.
Okay, babe.
Yeah. I've been guilty of that.
Sweetie,
I've done it.
Oh, same.
Behind people's back, maybe not to their face.
Then we get to the post-chorus. But you touch my face, redefine all those blues when you say honey. First one, summertime sprints, pink skies.
Sprints,
you can call me honey if you want because I'm the one you want. Wintergreen kiss, all mine. Did you see that picture of after they recorded New Heights, when they popped all the confetti and stuff? It was either intern Jake or intern Brandon took a picture of the whole setup and was like, oh, like what was or something. In the picture is Altoid mints, and the mint flavor is wintergreen.
Oh, that's incredible. God damn it.
Yeah.
These freaks.
I know.
Oh, my God.
I know.
We miss so much with
I know.
our little eyeballs.
So I wonder
amazing.
if that was just a coincidence or if she
I
saw
don't think
that
anything
it was
is
inspired.
a coincidence.
Yeah, totally. You give
None of it was accidental.
Exactly.
We've been told.
You give it different meaning because you mean it when you talk. Honey, I'm home. We could play house. We can bed down. Pick me up. Who's the baddest in the land? What's the plan?
Also, confirmed. Now the land
right, I was gonna say,
has been used multiple times throughout this record. The land is a way to talk about Cleveland, Ohio, which is where Travis is from.
Land. Cleveland, this is for you.
People are always saying it. That's it. I think really stems
I'm pretty
from,
sure they have like
reference.
shirts that say like the land.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
You could be my forever nightstand, honey, which is
love
very
that.
cute. Then we get back into the chorus. When anyone called me sweetheart. Back into the post-chorus. Redefine all those blues.
I love the redefine all of those blues. I love that part.
Then verse 2, you can call me honey if you want because I'm the one you want. You give it different meaning because you mean it when you talk. Sweetie, it's yours. Kicking indoors. Take it to the floor. Give me more. By the paint and the color of your eyes. And graffiti my whole damn life, honey.
Yes.
I love that.
Yes,
Kicking indoors,
chills.
taking it to the floor. Give me more. I love it. Get it. Get it. I love it.
Girl.
It like makes you
No,
giddy.
it's like so sweet.
So sweet.
I'm about to be like making phone calls.
Yeah. So then into the pre-chorus. When anyone called me late night, he was screwing around with my mind, asking, what are you wearing? Too high to remember in the morning. And when anyone called me lovely, they were finding ways not to praise me. I love that.
I love that too.
Because I do feel like lovely. Oh, she's so lovely.
Oh, she's so lovely.
Yeah.
And
Like, that's all you have to say?
Yeah, that's lame.
Yeah, they were finding ways not to praise me, but you say it like you're in awe of me and you stay until the morning.
I
which
love
is
that.
so cute. It's such a difference between you said normal girls were boring, but you were gone by the morning.
You were gone by the morning.
Yeah.
Exactly. And I also love this callback too to like too high to remember in the morning. Like I love to clock him. Clock him as much
And he
as
has a
possible.
drug issue.
And he can't stop taking drugs, y'all. By the way, get him in rehab.
Yeah.
Christ.
So funny.
Hit
But
'em.
like, I mean, it is so relatable. Like,
Yeah, it is.
all you do is deal with these guys that text you at 2 a.m. Like, what are you doing? Are you up? Oh, sweetie, show me what you're wearing. And then when you actually have a guy that like is in awe of you and loves you and worships the ground you walk on, you're like, wait, why the fuck did I let this guy treat me like that?
It's crazy. That's a realization I've come to semi recently of like, you know, I'm a bit of a breadcrumber when it comes to which is a negative term when it comes to like keeping people around just in case. But I have that at the same time as people do that to me, and I realize like, no, that's kind of fucked up. So I've stopped. I've
Good
just
for
like
you.
completely. I've started ignoring a lot of text messages, like the kind of people that text me in the middle of the night, and they start off like, oh, let me ask you about Taylor Swift. Oh, let me ask you about this.
And by the way, how are you?
It's so fucking boring,
Yeah.
Gia. Like, I'm so fucking bored. If you've texted me in the last 6 months and we used to hook up and I have not responded, I'm fucking bored. That's why I'm not responding. You're boring. You've done nothing for me.
Get a new shtick.
You've known me for a decade. You're boring as fuck.
Yeah,
like,
legit.
forget it. So, FYI, that's to everybody who's texting me on the side.
Fucking don't
Block.
text her.
Yeah, don't text.
Stay away from her.
You're lucky I didn't block you,
Yeah.
but I'm laughing at you when you text
Yeah.
me every time. So just stop. Just stop doing it because you're embarrassing yourself.
That's
but it
hilarious.
is like,
but yeah, it's like
it's
at a
so
certain point
real.
you're done with it.
It's like,
Yeah.
right. And that is true. It's like you want those terms of endearment. You want those pet names to make you feel like you matter,
Yeah.
not that you're just one of a few.
Yeah.
You know?
Then we finish off with the chorus into the outro, which is all stuff that we have heard before. Great song. Love it. Shout out,
Obsessed.
honey. Okay, into the last song, The Life of a Showgirl, the title track featuring Sabrina Carpenter. Also something fun that she, I think she kind of talks about this too, but it really does seem like, it doesn't seem like it is. Taylor wrote this whole song, and I really love that she wrote this song and then like thought of Sabrina. She was like, "Oh, Sabrina would be perfect for this part."
Me too.
Youngest in the family from Lennox. Like, I just love that.
I also love too the way that she texted her and asked, like, "Hey, would you be interested or whatever?"
Yeah.
Sabrina was like, "I thought you'd never ask."
Yeah.
Like, of course, yes, bitch, of course. Are you
can
out of your
even
mind?
Imagine.
I love that. 'Cause,
Getting
like,
that
of course,
text?
of
Yeah.
course. Imagine if Sabrina was like, "Ooh, actually, it's just not gonna work."
I'm actually really busy. Fuck, sorry.
You know, I just can't do it.
Maybe
And
next
then-
album.
And then Sabrina did the same. Taylor was celebrating this about her. She did the same thing where she herself was on tour, like how Taylor was, and that she took a break in Europe or wherever she was to fly to Sweden and do the same thing with Taylor. And I think that that's just such a Taylor said about Sabrina, like, she is a true showgirl, like that she would do that.
Yeah.
And I love that compliment for Sabrina.
Totally. She was like, she's tough. She takes the negativity and turns into positive or into fuel.
Into fuel, yeah,
which
we talked about
loved.
last
Yeah.
episode too. Yeah, but still, love her.
Love. So this is what Taylor said. It is a story of a fictional showgirl named Kitty. Also very funny. Kitty Finley, which you see on that little thing.
The card.
Clacker.
The clock card.
Yeah, on the music video for Ophelia, Fate of Ophelia. Kitty Finley is...
Time card?
Time card
Yep.
is Andrea's dog.
Yes,
which is hilarious.
Andrew's
the
big ass dog.
That big ass dog that Taylor like did not
Taylor,
want
like,
on the private
hates.
plane. Yeah.
yeah. Where it's always like in her fucking
Yeah.
face. It's the biggest dog in the world.
Yes.
I would feel uncomfortable around like a
So
dog
it's
that big
very funny how Kitty Finley the inspiration is her mom's dog.
too. So funny. People say though that Marjorie's last name was Finley as well.
Oh.
Is that true? I actually don't even know. Someone said that Marjorie's last name is Finley, but then like Kitty is the dog's name.
Oh, okay. Oh no, Marjorie Taylor Greene came out.
Oh God, not her.
Taylor Swift, not Marjorie Taylor. Yeah, it is Finley.
Okay, there you go. Yeah. Because people were like, oh, it's a little bit of a mix.
So that makes sense that the dog is
of an
Kitty Finley
homage.
because it's Andrew's mom and her maiden name is Finley.
Yes.
Right.
Perfect. And then it's like a fictional character, but also that the song is supposed to not only represent like Taylor and Sabrina and this fictional showgirl Kitty Finley, but also like the showgirls of yore, you know?
Yes.
And Marjorie does fall into that category because she was a performer
Yes,
herself.
and also in the Fate of a Feeling music video, you can see a lot of pictures of Marjorie on her dressing room mirror, which is very sweet.
And a picture of Travis on
Yeah,
there too.
from the interview where he said that he would marry Taylor Swift.
Hilarious.
Which is so
like
funny.
hilarious.
Yeah.
So insane.
I know. Is a story of a fictional showgirl named Kitty and how my character in the song goes to see her perform and is completely inspired by her, but rather than responding with this fakeness, she tells it like it is, and she kind of just warns me off this lifestyle because it's much more than just the glitter and the glamour. There's a lot else that comes with it. So it's kind of an ode to show business and the women who move through those pitfalls and obstacle courses. I thought who better to ask to be a part of this song than the ultimate showgirl, Sabrina Carpenter. And thankfully she said yes, and she's absolutely incredible on the song. One thing I really love about the ending of it is that we actually ended the song with the actual crowd noise from my last Eras Tour show in Vancouver. So that actually chokes me up because it transports me right back to the actual memory of standing on that stage for the last time on that tour. That was so important to me, and the tour that really inspired this album. So it's the last track on the album and a really special one to me.
Aww.
And I will say, every time I hear the crowd noise at the end, it gives me chills every time, and it almost makes me tear up every time.
Oh, yeah. Well, it's just, Eras Tour in itself, it's hard to even think about the Eras Tour without crying because it's such an emotional, like, exciting memory.
It's just so fun.
I remember watching the final concert from my hotel room in New Orleans. We were filming Rat Race for Chris Clemmer. And I had to, I like, excused myself from the bar. I was like, sorry, I got to go watch Taylor Swift's last concert in Vancouver.
Yeah, literally.
Everybody was like, you're crazy.
No.
The Wi-Fi was bad. I was like watching on my phone. It was awful.
Like sobbing her eyes out when the
Literally,
screen is glitching.
There's a video of me crying somewhere.
Yeah. Okay, so the first verse is Taylor singing. She says, her name was Kitty, made her money being pretty and witty. They gave her the keys to this city. Then they said they didn't do it legit. She didn't do it legitly. I bought a ticket. She's dancing in her garters and fishnets. 50 in the cast, 0 missteps. Looking back, I guess it was kismet. So she's kind of just describing this character, who she is in this story. She's on her way to go see her.
She's a big famous star.
Yeah.
Everybody knows who it is, and
she never messes up.
This character looks up to her.
Yeah. I waited by the stage door, packed in with the autograph hounds, barking her name, then glowing like the end of a cigarette. Wow, she came out. I said, you're living my dream. Then she said to me, hey, thank you for the lovely bouquet. You're sweeter than a peach, but you don't know the life of a showgirl, babe, and you're never, ever gonna. Wait, the more you play, the more that you pay. You're softer than a kitten, so you don't know the life of a showgirl, babe, and you're never gonna wanna. So this is when she's telling her, like, hey, I may look like I'm having the best time of my life, but you're young, you're sweet, you're untouched by the world. Don't even bother because this life is not what it seems like to be.
Exactly. It's not all it's cracked up to be. This, to me, the imagery, and I have two images in my head. One, it's like this very glamorous showgirl who's just like kind of tired, being like, "Hey, honey, you don't want this." But then the other one is the "You'll never know this life." Hey, you're sweeter than a peach.
Hey, you young little chap.
You don't want this life. You know, like that's.
I have seen things you don't want to see.
The more you play, the more you pay. You know, like that's literally Kitty Finley.
Yeah, I love that. That's
in my
hilarious. The
and you're never gonna
wanna.
You're never gonna
like,
wanna.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
And we got Sabrina coming in. I love this part too.
Me too.
She was a menace, the baby of her family in Lenox. Oops. Her father whored around like all men did. Her mother took pills and played tennis. And I love in Fallon when Taylor was like, I knew Sabrina would love this song because, it's a little jab at men.
Yeah, of course.
Always have to throw in a little jab.
Which I do love that part. Her father whored around like all men did.
Yeah.
Duh.
This Genius annotation says Lenox refers to Lenox, Massachusetts, a wealthy and historic town in the Berkshires, well known for being the home of Tanglewood, a music venue that often attracts world-famous performers.
Oh, that makes
Lennox,
sense.
with his history of refined arts and classical music, presents a sharp contrast to the world of a showgirl full of spectacle, performance, and illusion. The juxtaposition here underscores Kitty's journey from a life of quiet despair to one of public display.
That makes sense. I had assumed it was a rich town
Yeah,
just based
yeah.
on like her mother took pills and played tennis.
Yeah.
That's But I didn't know that about
So
Lennox.
then this is Sabrina and Taylor singing together. So she waited by the stage door as the club promoter arrived. She said, I'd sell my soul to have a taste of the magnificent life that's all mine. But that's not what showgirls get. They leave us for dead.
Leave us for dead.
Yeah, and this said, I like this too. It says, this could be referring to how the music industry is constantly seeking out the hot new starlet, young starlet, and tends to discard female pop stars once they leave their 20s. In fact, in 2019, Taylor said, we exist in this society where women in entertainment are discarded by the time they're 35.
Completely. And Clara Bow is another great song that kind of explains this phenomena where it's like, you've got more edge.
She never did.
She never did. Like,
it's always comparing each other. Yep. Who's going to be the
stepping
next?
into the shoes of whoever is past. Yeah.
It's like, and I like that she says I'd sell my soul to have a taste of a magnificent life that's all mine.
Yeah.
I love that. So then we go back into the, hey, thanks for the love of bouquet, and then into the bridge. This is Taylor and Sabrina. I took her pearls of wisdom, hung them from my neck. I paid. Yeah, is that a reference?
Today.
I love
That's
it.
why I wore them today, yeah.
Also, did you
too.
buy the albums with the voice memos?
I bought the ones from yesterday. There's one out right now.
Yeah. Okay. There's another one.
But I haven't listened.
I bought both of them, and the voice memo for this song, for Life of a Showgirl, is really interesting because she said that the way that they kind of made these songs was instead of her thinking of lyrics or they're thinking. Like they kind of just did it as a stream of consciousness.
Cool.
So when they're doing this bridge, you really hear the stream of consciousness and how quick her brain works. It's so crazy. And then when they get it, like you can feel the excitement.
I love that.
It's super cool.
It was took the keys to the car and left them at the motel bar, put the money in the bag, and stole the key. Like that vibe.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's very stream of consciousness, a lot of mumbling, and then into like the lyrics and like Max Martin, you can hear be like, wait, do that again, do this. It's very cool.
So cool.
So I paid my dues with every bruise. I knew what to expect. You want to take a skate on the ice inside my veins. They ripped me off like false lashes and then threw me away. And all the headshots on the walls, on the dance hall of their bitches who'd wish I hurry up and die. But I'm immortal now, baby dolls. I couldn't if I tried.
Obsessed.
I love that.
I saw a really good edit of that part specifically for Countess Luann.
I'm dead.
It was so good.
But yeah, like I love that.
Me too. This whole thing. You know what it makes me think of? Black Swan. When Winona Ryder is like the older ballet like head. Like she's the one, she's the whoever the head
she was like
ballet
the OG
person.
Swan, right?
Yeah. Like whoever's like I don't know. Sorry to the ballet dancers. I don't know like who the head ballerina is or what that's called.
Prima ballerina?
Prima ballerina. Thank you. It's literally that. Yes. Winona Ryder's character was the prima ballerina, and she had like a relationship with the director or whatever, and then he kind of kicked her aside for Natalie Portman, and then she goes to like meet her, or they see each other at that like party or whatever, and she's like very standoffish about it and whatever. But that made me think of all the headshots on the walls and of the dance hall or of the bitches who wish I'd hurry up and die, like from Winona Ryder's perspective. Being like all these young bitches like waiting for me to kick the bucket.
Yeah.
Because all those young like ballet girls were always kind of like, ugh, she's
Totally.
a prima ballerina. Still like, when is she gonna hang it up? She's so old. Like they all were kind of talking about her. So I thought about that in that moment.
Totally. And I love I'm immortal now, baby dolls. I couldn't if I tried.
It's so true, immortal.
It's so true.
It's like
she is.
untouchable. Yeah. Absolutely untouchable.
Back into the chorus. Thank you for the lovely bouquet. I'm married to the hustle, and now I know the life of a showgirl, babe, and I'll never know another. Pain hidden by the lipstick and lace. Sequins are forever, and now I know the life of a showgirl, babe. Wouldn't have it any other way. And I like this. She's saying, now I'm in this. I understand what you were saying. I know the hustle. I know the pain, but it's what I wanted, and I got what I wanted, and it took grit and. Now I make my money being pretty and witty.
Exactly.
I love that line too.
And it's too late. And that line and the song ends with or no, it actually doesn't end that way. But the last time she says, "and I'll never know another," that to me has a little bit of a double meaning. It's like, yeah, she's got this life of a showgirl. She'll never know another. But it is also kind of sad too. It's like, yeah, no, I knew what I was getting into.
Yeah.
I knew what I signed up for. But now this is literally the only life I'll ever know.
Yeah.
And I think that kind of lends back to the very first one where it's like, girl, this is, you want this life, you're going to get this life.
Yep.
And it's like, all right, yeah, I got that life, but I can never go back.
Yeah, exactly. Pain hidden by the lipstick and lace. Yeah, I love that. And I love the having Sabrina on to say, like, now I make my money being pretty and witty. Because, like, they both, like, I just love that. It fits perfectly for both of them.
Yeah.
And then into the outro, it's the crowd noise with them saying, thank you for the unforgettable night. See you next time. Give it up for the band, the dancers. Of course, Sabrina. I love you, Taylor. That's our show. We love you so much. Good night. What a great way to end the album, too, with the Eras Tour ending of the last show. Perfectly coincides with the life of a showgirl, the song itself, the album itself. And yeah, just I think it gives you chills and really puts you like in that place of what they're singing about.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It really, I think that not only is the last track this perfect bow on top of the whole thing, but I think that from the jump, people seem confused about the tone of this album. They heard Showgirl and they thought they were getting trumpets and drums and a kick line and that kind of shit. But in reality, the whole album is supposed to show, and it was presented to us as this, the life behind the curtain during the Eras Tour, which is the life of a showgirl, and it's not always pretty. And there is drama and there is happiness and love, but there's also trials and tribulations. And, Taylor's not asking for your sympathy, as she's saying in the song. She knows what she got into. She wanted it. Now she has it, but she'll never have another life. And this is her reality.
Yeah.
And I think that we have said it for a long time, just the Eras Tour in general. Like, it was so taxing physically, emotionally, mentally, like everything about it, that not necessarily, like, yes, the Eras Tour is an exciting, crazy thing that happened in her life and major accomplishment, whatever. But I can't imagine that, or I would imagine that looking back on it is complicated feelings.
For sure.
In general, just like, because there were moments of sadness, there were moments of hard work and struggle and trying to pull through something serious and whatever. And I just think that this album really does, top to bottom, show the sway back and forth of like the madness behind the curtain. All right. I know that we promised voicemails, but we're tired, girls.
You guys,
and
this is like a
are probably
3-hour
tired too.
episode.
This is a long fucking episode. So if you didn't get a chance to submit your favorite lyrics and your interpretation of the songs, please do so at the voicemail line and go. Oh yeah, we'll say it. Ready?
347-450-0723. 347-450-0723.
And maybe we'll do double voicemails next week. So
Yeah,
you can get them all
good
in,
idea.
because we love a long episode, but we know that we can only have people's attention for so long.
Yeah.
So we love you guys so much. We hope you loved this. We can't wait to hear everybody's thoughts about it.
Yes.
And we'll see you next week.
Love you guys.